record, Donnie, you got to get the good shit like this. Like what is?
Well, I don't want to give that bar away anyway.
We live.
Okay, we live.
Yeah. Are we going straight into Whack 100?
We gotta choose beats.
What do you want to know about Whack 100? What's
You know
what?
Nah, Whack is a stand-up.
Okay, but people are gonna wonder. So just so they know,
I need a cloth or something. Mikey's not doing his job.
you do. You're drenched. Look
at me.
Look at you. About to have pit stains in a minute here.
No, I'm not.
Drench season.
I wore
Drench gang.
deodorant. I bathe.
You do every day. You bathe.
Let's just say I bathe often.
Why not shower?
Remember that brand? Look, this is how you
Babe?
No, listen. You know
Bathe.
how,
That's my new brand.
no, this is proof that black people are selectively outraged. They literally wore a brand, promoted it, celebrated it, called Bathing Ape, which came from like Japanese people. I'm sure we stole it from them.
Was there ever any kind of controversy about that?
No, because we don't care. Like we care when we're told to care.
I feel like if that brand came out today and heavily marketed itself to black people, it would be a different thing. But back in the day, keep in mind, this is like 2008 when Bathing Ape is blowing up. It's like people weren't as instinctually offended by everything back then.
Celebrated, made famous by black people. And it's like, and I think it comes from like something off of a play off of something Japanese.
Probably, yeah.
It had nothing to do with black people whatsoever.
Notoriously racist.
For sure, it wasn't like, let's clown black people and call this brand
It
Bathing
was
Ape.
not that, but neither was Tommy Hilfiger. But
there was nothing racist
we
about
made
that.
a whole
No, you talking about
hysteria about that.
That was a fake hysteria. Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page with that.
If we ain't faking, if we ain't cheating, we ain't trying. So like most brand related racism, right, is a hoax.
Right.
But that doesn't stop us from jumping on the bandwagon with it and pushing it for years. Like,
what's the last time that black people stood on business
Coolest
for something?
monkey in the jungle?
No.
Oh my God, that was like 10 years ago.
But H&M meant nothing by Coolest Monkey in the Jungle, and we jumped all over that.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
remember Gucci?
Listen,
They had the monkey fucking turtleneck.
Oh no!
With the big red lips and the teeth and shit.
Yeah, and Montclair had some pretty minstrelized images as well. But
minstrelized. Like see, it's just a part of the problem.
But that's not like
Do you
that's
even know
not
what
the
a
word.
minstrel is?
Yeah,
white people.
What is a minstrel?
But that's not even like that's literally the root of the word.
But minstrel,
in this context,
minstrels came from white people. Like they did minstrels, and black people were mad at white people over blackface, not because they were offended, but because they were like, you should have, instead of having white men dressed up like black people acting like idiots, you should use real black people to act like idiots to make fun of black people. That's why they were upset.
I feel like it's back then though, the whole thing was like, you know, we hate black people, so we're gonna make white people dress up like them to clown them. It wasn't like, oh, we're just going to get a troop of black people and take them on the road for the show.
No,
right?
it was more like
a way of degrading them.
But it was
degrade ourselves.
But also like, hey, we're not going to even give you a job. Like
exactly
the roles that were supposed to be for black people.
Because you ever see those like carnival games or whatever that they used to have, where it would be like they would have like a black kid and you like throw rocks at him and shit.
Type shit.
Or I don't know if it was rocks. I don't want to overstate this.
It wasn't rocks.
It was like
apples, perhaps.
They would bring out a black kid and you would like throw shit at it.
It was like soft stuff. But the thing
that's what like the dunk tank.
But where do
I feel like the dunk tank is like the cleaned up version of that. Yeah.
That's the PC version.
But where do you go? Nah, that probably came from some like lynching type shit. Like we throw rocks at the horse, and when the horse moves.
Dude, was that a thing as well?
I don't know, but I could make some shit up about it and people probably get on board with it. But what I'm saying is, don't make fun of us. Don't dress up and make fun of us. Let us actually participate in humiliating ourselves.
Or rap music.
Or also H&M.
I'm sure that's where your brain is going.
You know,
H&M could have been really smart and just not put a black kid in that ad, and it would have just like saved them a huge corporate fiasco.
Okay, we can't spend the first 10 minutes of this podcast talking about racism.
This is not racism.
I know, but it's just, it's just like
this guy's here. We're going to talk about.
I feel like people. Okay, in the hierarchy of things we talk about on this podcast, I feel like current events and things that are actually topical is usually at the top of the list, and then like fun, engagement, relationship stuff of like, how we interact with each other and stuff is probably up there. And I feel like a distant last place is probably like dissecting America's history of racism.
No,
that's just like a big thing that I see people saying a lot. Also, How does this outfit match?
Well, the shirt got changed at the last second. This was the fit originally.
Okay, that is a little bit more cohesive.
And it made sense. But then, like, I had to put on the homies brand right quick. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
So I threw on the homies
well,
shit.
it's
I don't respect that.
the-
Somebody gives you a shirt and you just change into it right away.
That's gangster as fuck.
No, that's like you just fucked your whole outfit up.
homies.
People always try to do that shit to me. Yeah, but can you put this on? No,
You know
absolutely
what?
not.
You know what? If it's a dope ass brand and you like, see, like you said, I can make it make sense. Bah.
The pink dolphin.
No, but it's like Pink Dolphin adjacent for sure. Like this is like for sure my base 2012 fit that I.
You're
came
just
in
like
today.
any color that's not black or white or a primary color.
I like colors.
Your head is like an inverted strawberry.
I'm like a pack of Starbursts. This is a watermelon. This is big.
There you go.
leafy
Yeah.
watermelon.
I don't want to mention watermelon. We're gonna have another
matches-
racism conversation.
The outfit is not horrible. It's just the hat. I hired a stylist.
28 grammer, $20. This fool Lush got dressed in the dark under UV lights. Fuck, it moved too fast.
Let's go.
I gotta get back.
I'm doing it for Pride Month, guys.
Oh God, don't even get me started.
Pride Month.
This fool Lush got dressed in the dark under UV lights. Also, can I get a gifted membership? My Google account is tripping. I love when people ask me for a gifted membership as if that is not possible. I cannot
pay $20. How come you can't pay $5 for the membership?
Well, he can't figure it out.
He said his Google account.
I can't give you a membership. Like, even if I wanted to, I can't be like, Lush, I just got you a membership. That's not how it works. You can gift randomly.
You should solve give this man a solution before telling us about how you can't do something. You're Adam. You could do anything, right?
Yeah,
don't doubt yourself. But
go
you got
use
to
the
log
computer in the library.
You got to log.
I mean, that's my actual advice.
No, you got
use
to
a
log
different
into
computer.
a different browser.
Yeah, well, he said my Android is tripping. So yeah, you're probably gonna have to
Go through Firefox.
Or literally the link is in the description of youtube.com/nojumper/join. That is the link also.
Yeah.
Dude, we are so sick of the race talk. Ditch Brandon.
Ditch me. I didn't even bring that up. Lush did.
Joe, we had a star-studded panel planned for today. Munchie B unfortunately couldn't get a ride. His ride fell through at the last second, so we're not going to be speaking to the mayor today. And
by the way, I was going to pick him up, and then I realized that way more is entailed with giving him a ride than just like, because I would like have to, you feel me?
Walk him to the car?
Yeah, he usually has like someone else with him.
And you're not willing to do that? You're willing to
totally
drive
willing.
super out of your way, but you're not willing to give him a little walk?
No, I would do that, but I don't know if he would be comfortable.
You're willing to
Why not?
wear mismatched clothes, but not give the mayor a ride.
I'll for sure give him a ride.
You like it? Like
I kind of felt like I felt like maybe there's more that entailed.
But you know
because he normally has like a girl.
It's not that big a deal. Honestly, like one time, like I had to walk him in from the street because he took an Uber, and he kind of like walks behind you and just sort of like taps his hand against your back.
Okay.
Because like you're like leading the way, and he knows that he'll just like follow behind you. So there's a lot of little tricks that he's like
try
figured out.
staying cool with these guys talking about like you're giving away his secrets, man.
Well, I mean, what's going to happen?
I feel like this is like magic.
Somehow.
You guys are like the guys who ruin magic tricks.
I don't know
they're
that
doing it like
the difference between being blind and being a magician is that nobody really like wants to be blind. They just like out here surviving. There's no like nobody's like monetizing their blindness.
You can't go to school to become blind.
I mean,
People
probably some
monetize
people
everything.
are. Yeah. No, you want to know a freaky place to go is when I lived in Austin for a couple months. There's like a huge college that we would go ride at, but it's like all blind people or no. Oh no way. I think it was for deaf people. So like you just would see a lot of like. You'd think somebody was gangbanging on you, and then you'd realize they're doing sign language, and then like you'd like almost run into somebody. You think that they're gonna fucking move, they don't move because they can't even tell you're coming.
you could have literally told the Uber driver like, "Ryder is blind, please escort him."
It'd be saying that.
and gave him a tip. They would have literally.
But when Munchie pulled up with the Uber driver, he didn't seem like he wanted the Uber driver to like.
Fuck with him.
Well, it doesn't seem like because he was texting me like, "Can somebody meet me outside?" Like, I don't think he is in the habit of telling the random Uber driver, "Hey, walk my ass around."
And it's not a matter of me feeling uncomfortable. I just didn't want him to feel. I didn't know if he would feel uncomfortable or not with me. Like,
So he could have been here, but Lush didn't want to walk him
Lush,
18 feet from his door to.
I'm
I
gonna
also
tell you what
to
they
be fair, I
told
also
me.
don't know what city he's in.
Listen,
so.
I'm gonna tell you what they told me in my domestic violence class. Stop,
Why do you have to take that, you fucking abuser?
Whoa.
stop centering yourself, Lush.
Wait a
What?
second,
Stop making yourself the center of attention.
wait.
Can I ask
You're
a
the
question
center of
before-
attention.
Yeah. Why are you beating your bitch up? Let's talk about it. You're not supposed to use your jujitsu power for evil.
It's like a reflex.
So how bad did you beat her? Tell me all about it.
How bad?
Yeah.
A lot worse than I beat suspect.
You didn't. Well, that didn't. Nothing happened with that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to even tell us this. Now we're going to ask you about this all the time.
Dude, it's crazy. Look up I'm lying. There's no domestic.
Yeah,
violence.
how do you know what they talk about in there?
Because you want me to tell you the truth?
Yes.
My uncle was like a raging woman beater.
Uh-huh.
And he was also a guy who kept getting pulled over for driving without a license. So when I was 15 years old, I was driving also without a license, and I used to have to drive him to his domestic violence classes. Yeah, that's crazy.
And so you would sit in the class and just kind of learn about how to not be women, even though you
literally sit there. I didn't know that.
Beating a woman was wrong.
I didn't know that asking a woman to go through her phone was a form of abuse.
Wow,
I didn't know that.
We could debate that. For
No,
sure.
but this is what I'm saying is on the books of your state that you live in. The question that's really important is, why were you in Austin, Texas? And were you or were you not trying to tap into your inner Joe Rogan? Because he moved his whole situation to Austin,
This
Texas.
was nearly 20 years before Joe Rogan moved out there.
Okay.
We were just riding bikes, hanging out.
Well, this is how we find
Kind of
out.
a BMX hub out there.
This is how we learn.
A lot of people don't know that. Who's trying to call me?
Okay, I thought you were on some like, I want to be more like Joe Rogan, so let me like tap into like his whole aura, go to Texas.
No, but when I was out there, walking down 6th Street right near the mothership, I had so many people like coming up to me, talking to me that I was kind of like, oh, like maybe let's just move out here. Like I feel like I'm getting a better reaction out here than I am in LA.
Friendly place.
Summertime and I can't do it, bro. I know they
disgusting.
got. I know they got Barton Springs and all that. That cools
Barton
it off.
Springs hard.
Barton Springs is fire. I love Barton, but still, like my brother live in Austin. I can't. Like,
Riding bikes out there during the summer was a fool's errand. You pretty much just had to sit around and wait for the nighttime because that shit was brutal.
bro, the last time I regularly was pushing pedal was in Austin because when I went to rehab out there and then I moved into a halfway house and that was my only transportation. It was a bike.
What kind of bike?
It was just a regular BMX.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like, yeah.
You want a BMX bike? Sounds sick.
Yeah.
I would imagine you going to like Betty Ford or something like that.
I've been to every kind of
Where
rehab you
rich
can
people
imagine.
go.
I've done that.
They didn't even let you stay in the parking lot. They like
No. I've been to like some of the nicest rehabs, and I've been to straight like the county rehab, the jankiest, like bottom of the barrel.
Have you been to the one where the workers are actually supplying the people who are
Oh yeah. Oh, Tarzana Recovery Center, Pasadena
No
Recovery
wonder
Center.
my aunt was on crack for 20 years because she was going to Tarzana. Damn.
That is by far the most legendary, jankiest. Donnie knows,
They
right?
teach you how to beat the test.
TRC, bro. Like, what not? That's where I learned that they had fentanyl lollipops. No cap.
So Tarzana's not getting you off drugs. They're teaching you how to be a functional drug addict.
They ain't teaching you
This is how
nothing.
you beat the test.
They're just giving you drugs. They're like pro drug.
Are they teach you how to beat the test?
Bro, my roommate was smoking base rock. Like literally, like my roommate. I'm trying to sleep. My roommate is smoking base rock.
Trying to sleep right?
This bitch had a fentanyl lollipop. You feel me? And
How did you know all this when you were asleep?
No, I mean this is like a different day.
Not
but-
literally asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
The fentanyl lollipop sounds super hard.
and it's made by like this is like the original way that fentanyl was made medically was in patches and lollipops. Okay?
And lollipops. We represent.
The lollipop guild.
My whole life, I thought they were saying the Lollipop Kids.
Lollipop
and then I
Guild.
finally see that movie with subtitles and I realized they're saying guild.
Guild. Yeah, but at first, I don't know. I thought they were like banging on us. I thought it was Lollipop Gang, if I'm being fully honest.
That's what they should have said.
Yeah.
If they had a black person in the production, they would have said gang.
Commander Brandon said Pan-African beating his African girl with a pan.
That's where that puts the pan in pan.
Nah, that's true, man. That's probably why I never hit a woman, because I went to those classes. Like,
You never hit a woman?
never. Why? Never.
Yeah, I got a few hiccups on my record, but mostly.
Women will make you want to hit them,
Oh, yeah.
but I just don't do
But
it.
if you're on enough drugs, you'll just do it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
never did drugs either. so-
Hey, Xanax will make you want to hit a bitch
Hey,
with that
man,
tiger uppercut right quick. You feel me? You'll be like,
Have you ever hit a woman?
nah.
Stop lying.
Shut the fuck up.
I've hit a woman back.
That's his girl's love language with him.
I've hit a woman back.
You got hit by a woman.
Fuck
When
yeah.
suspect hit you.
When you go to his fucking, when you guys go to jujitsu class together, realize that the only functional use for the skills that he will be learning in there is to defend himself against a Guatemalan woman.
And who by the way,
Guatemalan.
Guatemalan.
Is that what they call them? Guatemalan?
She is Guatemalan. But
And when he's sucking her titties, he says, I love your Guatemalans.
Why are we talking about this man's girlfriend's titties?
there's nothing wrong with them. They're actually great.
I don't even want to listen to about them. Like, I wouldn't be talking
We were
about
talking about like because there's like somebody else that likes to drink pee, so then it got brought up like what was like
Here we
worse
go.
if you're drinking the pee or the pee. So me and my girl were talking about it on stream yesterday, no pun intended, stream pee, and I was like, and I just used it as like
I thought Sharp was Mexican.
the only thing I could think of was
And
Guatemala.
that's when it was okay
We got a 23 and 1
to
his
drink
ass.
pee.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I
for
heard
real.
they're into that.
Wait, they are?
I thought Mexican
Stop
people like the
spreading
urinal.
fucking
No,
dirt about
no.
Mexicans
I
are the
watched
what?
the video one time and a Mexican dude was drinking pee.
I mean, yeah, one Mexican dude. I don't think it's like a cultural
That's like
phenomenon.
saying Mexican people like tacos.
Should we hit up ChatGPT about this?
I
Or
don't
should I
know.
just call I
No, how about that? How about the essays in
that
the
we have
room?
Mexicans, right?
The essays in the room are like,
Do
hell no.
Mexicans
like, don't even play
drink
us.
pee? Really, I should have asked it in a different way because it's going to say no.
Is that
You
a
asked
thing?
it the way you thought it.
That's all likes to drink pee? Nah.
He's
What's he talking
lying.
about, bro?
Nah, you be bullshit.
Is it just because it's like it's a guy from Long Beach
Correct.
being racist, huh?
I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
ChatGPT says that Mexicans don't do it any more than other societies,
So
and
everyone
there's
drinks
no
pee.
evidence supporting the health benefits of drinking urine.
But
Sorry.
But
Guatemala
everyone drinks
piss all in
pee.
my DMs.
They said they don't do it any more than anyone else.
You ever see Waterworld?
Yes.
Kevin Costner?
Yes. and-
First scene.
but
He's
that
got
was
a special machine that he pees into and then cranks this thing and it turns into
Purifies.
drinkable water.
That exists. I'm sure that exists.
You know what I
very
don't
unrealistic.
get? But here's the thing that I don't get. If they did that, why don't they just purify the ocean water and like remove? They can like
They
purify
do
piss.
that. They do.
No,
that.
no, I'm saying
it's called a desalinization.
No, but
I'm
in the
saying in the
movie.
movie. Why? Because
they were. Remember, they were like living in a post-apocalyptic.
correct, and it was all on water, so they're surrounded by water, so they can purify piss. By that definition, they should be able to purify water.
They did do that. How do you think they were getting water?
I thought. I mean, I seen
In the
like-
movie, he's doing it with piss.
yeah, there's a
But
lot
in
of. There's a lot of
To be
fetishism
fair,
going
I saw
on.
this when I was a small child and I don't really remember
That's very
anything.
stupid, though. You're desalinizing. I mean, you're purifying piss, but not the ocean.
That's my whole
water around you.
point. Literally,
Maybe
But I
piss
think-
is better.
maybe piss is better. Maybe because the sodium content in the ocean would throw it off.
But he also had gills.
All right, we're going
like
back to
a fish.
ChatGPT.
He had gills, but nobody
So,
else
but
did.
if he had the
He
gills
only-
like a fish don't drink water.
But bro was a mutation. He the only motherfucker that could go underwater and all that.
That webbed feet.
Yeah. They was on his helmet. They're like, oh, he a mutant. They was trying to
But if
smoke
God
his ass.
gave you gills, why would he make you thirsty? Like fish don't drink
All
water.
right, I'm here to instill some order.
This is why you'll never be Joe Rogan.
No, I'm better than Joe Rogan because he just listens to whatever everybody says across from him. He
and
doesn't ever
pretends
fact
to be
check
surprised
anything.
when he
He doesn't
knows
be
it.
like, Jamie. No. All right. In Waterworld, Kevin Costner drinks his own filtered urine instead of ocean water because ocean water is toxic to humans due to its high salt content, and drinking it would lead to dehydration rather than hydration. Here's the logic. Urine is already filtered by the kidneys and contains less salt than seawater. The mariner, Kevin Costner, uses a filtration device to purify his urine, making it safe to drink. Desalinating ocean water requires significant energy or technology, which is scarce in the post-apocalyptic world of film. So drinking purified urine is more viable survival strategy than trying to desalinate seawater in that setting. Isn't it funny though when you go to Disney World and they have like the water world section and you're like, nobody cares about this movie.
the most failed.
Star Wars, fucking Mickey, all these big ass franchises, and then Waterworld.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Someone cares about it or they wouldn't have.
Not many
Huge
people.
failure of a
Someone-
movie.
I feel like I'm one of the
Box
few
office
people
bomb.
who
I
remembers
just
it.
watched Waterworld. That's why I recall
Are
all
you
this.
serious? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know me. I was born in a random time. I was born in '85. So
I was born in 83. It doesn't seem that random.
No, because when we were born, right,
Uh-huh.
there was like all these movies that we vaguely remember because we were like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm on a journey to go back and watch everything
Mm.
between 85 and 90.
I'm kind of on that, but
Waterworld's
like very
98
slow.
though.
I watch like a couple of hood classics a year.
Did you watch the first Terminator?
I watched it honestly a couple of years ago.
Exactly.
I had never seen
But
it
it
before.
came out when you were alive, right?
Right, but it was like so popular that there were video games based on it, and I didn't like. I would play the video games, and I didn't ever watch the movie.
what it was-
Also, it's a problem when you're like, you're 10,
And also
you're
Terminator
you're
2
kind
is
of
way
not supposed to
harder.
watch R-rated movies.
But listen, you did watch Terminator 2 when you were young.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe.
I did, and so our memory starts at Terminator 2. So then, like later on, we're like, wait a minute,
But was there a Terminator 3?
there was
Yeah, there was. It was
4 or 5.
Yeah, but Terminator 2 is like the magnum opus of that franchise.
Terminator 2 is
for
the
sure.
hands down.
Maybe I need to
I
watch
watched
that.
that.
Now. I feel like I haven't seen that.
I watched that before I
I'm going to say that's the best action movie of all time.
Wow.
No,
To me,
you're doing too much.
No, now that's
What's
my
better?
old headiness.
Now
But
you're
like,
overwhooping.
All right,
But,
back to
okay.
ChatGPT. I need to get it
hold
on the
on.
computer,
But before,
No, what is your number one action movie?
I hate action movies.
Oh,
What's the best?
For
He's
sure,
like, I make action.
Terminator 2. Terminator
That's
2.
you?
Judgment Day. And,
Yeah,
and I'll say the only pushback I know I'll get is if it's Marvel or DC related.
Now that's bull
But
crap.
I don't even consider those movies.
That's bullcrap.
Lush has been proven pretty right here. Number 1, Die Hard. Number 2, Terminator 2.
Bitch.
Number 3, Mad Max from 2015. Number 4, The Matrix, which action movie. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, the
Number
Matrix up
24
there.
is The
Yo,
Matrix.
But see, okay, this is proof to me that this is why I fucking like. I hated John Wick. I tried to watch John Wick maybe like a year ago. Like, I don't get it. I have no idea why
'Cause you
anybody
don't
would want
do
to watch this.
jujitsu.
But this is number 6. The whole movie is just like I'm shooting people in slightly interesting ways.
No,
it's
he's
not heady
also
enough for
using
you.
judo. He's also utilizing jujitsu, and the arc of the underlying theme
Super
of John
gay.
Wick is he cannot fist fight well.
Right.
So he had to learn how to use other forms of combat to win.
He should have joined an LA street gang.
Those dudes don't fight well.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see
dumbass. That's
Crip
what I
Mac?
just said. I've heard stories about Crip Mac
Until he
in the
got with
county. I
600.
won't repeat anything.
No, I get it, but I'm not saying he can't fight. I'm saying technical fighting. He's not. None of those people are technically trained.
See, look at this dickhead. Adam's wrong again. Like always, people care about Waterworld every time I go. That doesn't change the fact. Yes, you go to Disney World, you're going to go on whatever fucking rides they
Why
have.
are you reading the
But-
comments?
Because I can. I'm literate. But you go there and it's like, yeah, okay, like there's some rides. Maybe you're going to go on the rides. You're here. But it's like such an unpopular movie. I can think of like 100 movies
Bro,
that
it's
would have
literally
made more sense.
one of the biggest failures in box office history.
That's what I'm saying.
But it has Kevin Costner. They keep giving him movie roles.
Isn't he dead?
He's alive.
Get rid of the damn.
Nicolas Cage and Kevin Costner will never die.
Hmm.
They
No,
just
they
keep-
will. They will die
They will
for
just
sure.
keep making movies from the grave.
Oh no, they're gonna die. I wonder if Ant is actually coming because I texted asking for his ETA and he didn't say
They're
anything.
coming back like Machiavelli, dude, like Tupac,
Tupac ain't coming back.
where they're gonna release all these movies
He
posthumously.
did. Oh, no, that's not gonna happen either.
I know, John. I know Nicolas Cage got about 30 in the tank that we ain't ever heard.
Well, I'm pretty sure fools are gonna like sign AI deals type shit, so they could like bring them back out. Like,
That's crazy.
Somebody
Yeah,
sent
so-
$10 and said, "Play the House Phone Lush One track." Brandon sucks. Also,
appreciate you, gang. Me and phone.
You made a song?
Well, no, we randomly got put on the same joint. Like,
With who?
This fool named the homie Siggy.
Siggy.
Yeah.
Siggy Black from New York.
Nah,
Is that a rapper?
Nah, this fool.
No,
called
there is a rapper named Siggy
Yeah,
Black, which
yeah.
is always thought was a pretty good name.
That is a tight name. No, this fool's Signature Champion.
And he just
From LA.
He just like is trying to rekindle the No Jumper universe by putting you and
He
Hustle on a track together.
He foo flamed me and phone on the same track without us knowing.
Did you eat?
Yeah, we ate.
No, like did you eat?
Oh,
Like, you
what was
wash
my-
him.
I'm
I'm sure you consider yourself a dramatically better rapper than House Phone.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But like
Did you wash his ass? Pause. Huge pause.
my shit was kind of weak. His shit was cool. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anybody got washed for real, but
It's
no,
out there?
Yeah, it's out there. But I'm like for sure like better at rapping. Duh. Like better rapping than like everybody.
So we could go listen to this and just like have an opinion off, an opinion fest.
I think it's gonna be pretty underwhelming.
Really, you didn't try your hardest?
No, it's not that I didn't. It was just like, bro, like I was like, I'd be on drugs in the studio and people would be like, what's happening? Get on this song.
But you weren't even in the studio with us.
No, I wasn't in the studio with phone. Yeah, I don't think he knew I was on the shit, but I didn't know he was on the shit till afterwards. Like he had my verse on there. And I guess I had a hook on there, which was kind of weird. Like the hook was kind of,
You did the hook as well.
I did the hook as well.
Is this the same methodology that you've been using to get on a track with Lil Yachty?
No, not at all.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got on with Yachty?
Me and Yachty and
Somebody
me and
bought a
Bass God.
feature from him allegedly, and then Lush too.
Yeah.
You should freak out and threaten to sue unless you get paid as much as Yachty.
Dude, like honestly, I was thinking about like having a caribou moment. Like,
You just act like you were signed to him. Okay. But that's weird, right? Like, okay, like because a lot of people don't know this, but like a lot of rappers will do an audio only verse for pretty cheap in comparison to like a video and all that, promoting it. That's expensive. But like I was saying the other day, is I remember reading an email that said like the Migos would do a verse for you for like $8,000 or like $10,000 or whatever. And this is like at the height of their popularity. And I was like, well, that makes sense because if it's just audio, people aren't going to pay that much attention to it. And obviously Quavo could go record a verse in like 15 minutes.
Right.
So if he could get 10 bands for 15 minutes of work, 20 minutes of work, I mean, shit, that's a good deal.
But the real value is in them signing off on getting it cleared.
Exactly. And that's the jug.
Yeah,
Is that then you have to pay more to actually put it out.
Yeah.
I was looking at the list. Speaking of Quavo, did you guys talk about that Cardi B thing with the like, I hope you die slow?
We did talk about that the other day. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
But okay, before we get into any actual topics, though, I just want to talk about, well, we have a few things. Number one, you guys came in here. There were women in various stages of undress, shaking ass. Travis Ford, his whole lip was busted up. He was in there rubbing on vaginas and assholes. Slim Poke had just busted a fucking nut in the newsroom.
Yeah, that's
I mean, before I even get into how this took place, what was it like walking in on that? I guess you guys didn't see most of it, but I showed you the video on my phone.
I was just concerned on like which one of those booties did that to Travis's lip is all I want to know.
No,
like,
so he had very Lush One style. He got in a fight last night, perhaps early in the morning, and his lip was all busted up. So that was at least one of the reasons why he couldn't perform. Also, he says that he got tested and that it takes 2 days to get the test results, and that's why he wasn't able to fuck on camera today. For those who don't know, that's what I was teasing last week, is basically that that Travis Ford was telling me that he wanted to do porno for Plug Talk, and Plug Talk was not as interested in his services as I individually was with No Jumper. But when I schedule it, I tell Travis Ford he has to get tested. He said he got tested, but it was going to take 2 days to get it back. That is not how that works from my experience. It takes 1 day to get it back. I do think that there's a significant chance that he just didn't get tested. That being said, he brought Slim Poke with him, who I interviewed a while back. If you guys want to watch
legend.
Talk Porn with Slim Poke, an LA street legend. But Slim Poke had it in him to clap 2 women in the newsroom, which I think we should just act like that didn't happen and just let people sit on the news couch and just not worry about it.
Yeah, I saw the news couch.
Did he just like do that unprovoked? Like he thought he was just coming to chill, and he's like, oh, "Fuck it, I'll just knock down 2 hoes on camera. It's nothing to a boss."
There's no way you could do that because you have to get tested first.
No, but he's like, I got my test on me.
He performs all the time,
Yeah.
so he probably already had a test.
I got my papers.
He did think that I was going to be piping alongside with him, and that he thought that Travis was going to be piping alongside him.
A 3-on-2.
At least no, there was another girl who I think was going to perform in the scene, but I think she was let down when she realized that I was not going to be participating.
The one with the
I mean, she started to cry.
Oh,
not her. It was another girl that seemed like she was kind of upset that I was not interested in performing.
Real
in this
tears.
Scene. When it comes to porn, I look at myself like a Playboy Cardi type character. You know, I need to preserve my aura. Can't just be in any old scene. I gotta really pick and choose my spots. You know,
you can't be boning chicks who look like they might end up on Fig one day or something.
any girl.
You totally could.
That's
With,
what I'm
with
saying.
enough meth, you're on.
That's
Fig.
what I'm saying. I know. I'm just, but you don't know if they already been there. But I don't know. What I saw,
I got nothing against fucking a prostitute.
big brown butts.
Brown butts.
The one in the lime green bikini. Immediately upon turning the corner as I walked in, I was blessed by seeing her asshole because she was on top of the pool table shaking her booty.
And how did you like that asshole, Brandon?
I've seen a lot of black assholes
Where have you seen most of them?
in bed when I was making sweet love to.
Oh, Aunt Hefe is in the bed.
Usually that's it. I
This
don't
is
like to
great
turn the
because
lights out.
I did not like talking about assholes and strippers without Aunt Hefe here. I
Yeah,
feel like
I
that's
felt
kind of my
wrong.
spirit animal right
It was
here.
raining.
I felt wrong.
That
I live,
traffic.
dog.
That's what slowed me down. It started raining hard out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell?
It's raining right
It was raining so hard, bro.
And it stopped and it started back up. It keeps starting and stopping.
Hey, and if you didn't think Aunt Hefe was a gangster, he just walked in here with a kufi, a lit blunt, and a double cup.
I'm waiting right now. Because Adam said when you got here.
Adam, funny.
I mean, I'm being real. You're doing it all.
No, we gonna stand
You look
on-
like fresh out, but like,
No, I know what you guys are trying to do. You got to stand on business. You said you was going to check Aunt Hefe about being late.
Oh, there you go. Well, shit.
I need to see this.
That's okay.
Get the camcorder.
Man,
I don't want to do the on-camera
Brandon,
consultation.
It was
If
a joke.
anything, we could have that conversation off camera.
It was raining, Adam, and somebody got in the crash on the 5. I actually sent you a message saying I was going to be late.
Really?
And
I
I
didn't see
just
that.
broke the law by driving behind the fire trucks.
You did.
Yes.
So you really think
That's
you're the
really
man,
not his
huh?
fault.
It started raining.
I went behind the fire
it
truck.
was raining.
No, because I was just like, maybe they might think I'm like a part of someone who got in the accident. So I start driving behind. I just did some Negro stuff, but he was a law-abiding citizen, so
My driver was.
he can't He can't be held accountable for that, low key. Like, I feel you. It was messed up.
That's a good idea. Make him think you're part of the accident.
That's what I did. I just
Had
you
a
know, on
piece
the
of your
left side,
cranium.
I just got behind you.
You know, okay. I feel like if it came down to it, Lush could be me in the movie about my life. And I feel like if it came down to it, either of you guys could be each other in movies about your lives.
That's a good thing.
I'm not saying you're identical clones, but I feel like you could do a good Brandon, and I feel like you could do a good Ant.
Why not? I think play me.
You would just
got
have
enough
to,
shoulders.
He would just have to raise his vocal tone and you lower yours.
Yes.
Other than that,
So, okay, I just want to get Ant Hefe's reaction. I'm going to have to make sure that the sound is all the way down. But check out what was taking place in the newsroom earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's my boy Slim Poke. Didn't take his jacket off. Just now.
Oh, yeah, he cool.
And he was beating some shit up on the couch. That's Miss London right there. Yeah. Oh, he cool.
hey, did he leave? If he left Tim's on, if he had Tim's on and left him on, he's a goat.
Yeah, but that's more of a New Yorker thing, don't you think?
I mean, but still.
The Miss London was the lime green thong.
The short black woman, yes.
No, she had heels on.
Well,
Or something.
she was a lot shorter than Ebony Mystique.
The dark one was so cute. She just had saggy titties.
Yeah?
A little bit.
I don't even know which one you're talking about now, but
They're going to jump you outside.
I don't think anybody has saggy
Oh, because it
titties.
looked like some stray dog titties. I'm just fucking.
Stray dog titties. This guy's a foul motherfucker. Wait. So just so people know, that episode will be available on the No Jumper OnlyFans in the very, very near future. Okay, here's a good question. This is my question I want to ask. Ant Hefe, how did you feel sitting in that room at the exact moment that spit flew across the room, landing in Brandon's eye and or nostrils, and then a samurai sword was withdrawn from a sheath? I mean, you've been around the block. You've seen a lot of crazy shit go down. What was the feeling at that moment?
Man, exactly. It was just like hilarious, man. It was hilarious to me, like the whole like little intake, because like I ain't gonna lie, like when the show first started up and Almighty Suspect was calling him a bitch, I'm like, damn, I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, Brandon got tough skin because he kept saying the bitch, and then at the end, Brandon said that bitch one time and it went haywire. But like all through it all, I thought it was kind of funny, man. I'm like, man, Suspect tripping. I just thought it was funny to me, but it was also silly too. It was kind of goofy, you know what I'm saying? You know, Suspect should have just chilled out because like you can't be using that word and not expect it to get used back at you. You know what I'm saying?
That to me was the funniest thing about it, was that you've got Brandon and Suspect in the foreground, and then you've got Ant and Munchie, who realistically are pretty seasoned gang members, just chuckling their asses off in the back, just enjoying this. You know, in the
What
Muppets,
else are you supposed to do?
You know,
right?
in the Muppets,
Like,
how there's those two old dudes who sit in the theater and just laugh at everybody.
Yes, those guys are
kind of felt like that. Except when people ain't even seen it, but Munchie like hopped his feet up on the couch when everything started to go
really
crazy.
had me, right? Because I'm watching Munchie too. That Munchie was moving like he can see, so I'm watching Munchie moving. I'm like, man, hold on, Munchie playing.
No, he was seeking higher ground.
Then he started tapping me. Then because when he heard Brandon say, it's a knife. He got a knife. Munchie started tapping me like, what he got? He got a gun. He got a gun. And I couldn't get it out. I'm just laughing. I'm like, no. I'm like, but yeah, Munchie was in there. But yeah, Munchie kind of spooked when he heard weapon. He like, oh man, he got a gun. I'm like, shit, no.
Because that's kind of the thing we always wonder about Munchie is like when shit gets crazy, what exactly are his survival instincts? How exactly does he make sure that he's going to be cool when shit starts going crazy?
He's Matt Murdock. You never seen Daredevil? You feel me? He's just like, yeah. So basically,
I've seen Waterworld. I haven't seen that.
He could gauge the distance around him by like, you feel me?
You weak, Zatuichi.
He should
have
have whiskers.
Stop it.
Because that's how cats can like move around, is they use their whiskers to like tell when they're like walking around a corner or something.
No,
we should all chip in to get Munchie whiskers.
Why are you playing the homie, bro? This dude, Adam.
That's a stupid idea. You're
No,
right.
sonar like a bat.
We kind of played around with it, and then you just have to take it to the extreme. Now, come on, bro.
Well, so hold on. Speaking of
Hey,
whiskers,
no, I think Munchie can see out the side though.
Yeah, yeah. You
Peripheral.
can definitely see
Side,
that. Yeah.
because he was like, cause he trying to look sideways. I'm like, Munchie can see out the side.
It's very confusing for people that I mean, I'm gonna guess he's like 95% black, or I'm sorry,
Black.
black,
I agree,
blind,
probably.
where he can see like a
part
little
Norwegian.
bit if he looks at it in just the right angle. But then like, so he'll always say like about something that he saw, and people will try to call bullshit. And it's like, bro, he can see a little, just not consistently.
he can see a little.
sure.
Maybe
but,
like
but wait, hold
shapes
on. Speaking of whiskers, and how did it feel when Poetic Flacco tried to insinuate that you were the one that brought up the knife first, thus insinuating that you are adjacent to snitching? Like speaking of whiskers,
Yes, man, funny.
that was wild, right?
Bro, we should honestly take the group. If I wasn't against exposing the group chat, I would say we should take that group chat conversation and post that shit online.
Man.
Because shit got heated. You got to give it to Flacco. I mean, at least a little tiny bit. You got to give a little tiny bit to Flacco. That he kind of let Ant know that he really don't give a fuck about. I mean, it got weird in there
Flacco's
for a
not a
minute.
little dude, bro. Like Flacco play y'all like this. I'm peaceful and all that. You press Flacco the right way, bro. Gonna do something. Bro got that Liberian in them. All they do is fight wars. That's why they country.
Today in Lush matching buzzballs to his outfit.
And you know what?
If we cut you open, we're gonna find a hell of a lot of food coloring.
This is an
this why-
intervention.
So much food
and
died.
this is why
RFK ain't fucking with you.
I had to bring up.
Make America healthy again. Get Lush off buzzballs.
And here's the thing, and this is why I brought out the buzzball, because buzzball Uno is a variant of the white break baby persona. And I got to be honest with you, I'm feeling like I need a kill squad moment right about now.
That's
dog.
crazy that you fucking
What?
waited till
Kill
Brick got locked up to start proclaiming that you're the white brick baby.
That's when you do it.
Right, kill
That's-
squad.
That's when
Someone
you
I
do
need-
it.
I'm the white big you then.
I felt, you are. You are.
That's
oh
like
my God.
that-
You are, dog.
that's like the starter coming
Dog,
out the
wig
game.
you.
I'm just kidding.
That's wig you.
Who's wig you?
Wig you.
Wig you.
Wig you.
Would
Wig
you?
you.
I like wig.
Would you? Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Hey man, so how was it at Marathon Burger this week, man? You missed Almighty, huh?
What
Let's
happened,
talk
Brandon?
about it. I think you're both scary. I think you went early on purpose, and I think he went late on purpose.
I sent you the Uber receipt.
Yeah.
When did I leave?
Conveniently in
At
just
5
enough time
o'clock.
to avoid suspect.
Bro, how do you leave at, I was there, 12 o'clock is when it started. I stayed till 5. He popped up at 6:30 talking about, I heard niggas said I can't be at Marathon. Bro, I got, first of all, the event,
You went solo
I went by myself.
and you Ubered.
Well, I parked like a couple miles back because they were having a gay pride thing. And
And you wanted to
Had
take
to walk right
you
through
wanted to
it.
take the
Like, had to-
vibes, strip your shirt off, march down with her,
just
show
in case I
support.
get drunk. I don't want to. Nah, but the traffic was, the parking was messed up.
Oh, okay.
So I always do that. I'll park like 4 miles away and then I'll Uber myself
Pro
there.
move, Venice parking.
Now listen, let me tell you, we gonna put this in the context of hood niggas. What person who plans on running away or escaping would take an Uber? You can't leave fast with an Uber. You got to hit that button and all that. If I was trying to do something or be in a position to leave when bro got there, I would have just drove my own car down there so I could get on. Bro, the event ended at 4. I called the Uber as you saw on the receipt at 4:47.
Okay.
So I stayed for about an hour. I was in the back with those dudes from 40 Crips or whatever. And then I was like, okay, everybody. I don't know. I'm not saying that disrespectfully.
40 Crips or whatever.
And-
It just stood out to me. I was
I'm
like,
from-
damn, I sound more natural
And
saying
I'm
that
from Long
than you just
Beach.
sounded.
I don't know. I don't know the LA gangs.
No,
I'm
for
from
sure.
Long Beach.
I'm 43 years
Okay.
old.
I love that for you. Yeah.
I know more about Compton gangs than LA.
Okay.
Because we just don't interact like that.
Okay.
So,
stand on business.
hey, by the way, Dodie 6, great guy. I never heard of him besides people talking about him. That's a cool dude.
Oh, you
man.
hung out in there. Nice.
Yeah, I hung out with him a little bit in the alley. You know, I got a picture with him and everything.
Shout
But
out Doty.
cool guy. But so they were breaking stuff down, Power 106 packing up and leaving. And then I just said, oh, they leaving. So I was like, I'm gonna call my Uber. Got an Uber at 4:47. Got back to my car at 5:03. I was like home I was already home when he popped up. So when he started talking about people saying I can't come outside, and there's a good point brought up by Rich Trapper. When he was there, you didn't hear no power. There was no Power 106. You didn't hear no music. You didn't see the little backdrop that they were taking pictures in front of. Yeah, the gang members stayed to hang out afterwards because like, where else they gonna go? That's like an event. They was in the alley. So when the police started pulling in, telling them they had to move and all that, you know it's ending. Mm-hmm. So there was nothing that was gonna happen anyway. It was so much armed security, police everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't do anything. So the idea that I was gonna do anything, I was gonna do nothing. I wasn't gonna do anything if there was no police unless I had to defend myself. But the idea that someone came there to fight, look, fool, they expecting that. So I think suspect went to the safest event possible. Bro, you gotta understand how LA people think, bro. Long Beach, South LA people, they already know how to play shit to make it look a certain way. The mere fact that this guy said, I'm gonna see what these marathon burgers are hitting for 4 hours before, then shows up at 6:30. Bro wasn't trying to show up for no smoke. Bro was trying to show up after the fact so he could say, look, I'm up here. He plays a lot to the fans, and I'm not as experienced at doing that.
Yeah, 6, that was late.
Man, I don't know.
That was a lot of
And you already ran for,
information.
hey, can I ask you one question?
What up?
True spill. This is just man to man. Did bro run or not? Did he run into that corner or not?
What corner?
When we were in the thing, when I jumped up,
I'm gonna say, look, this,
he hid behind security.
I can't say.
This what I'm gonna say, right? I ain't gonna say he ran into the corner, but no, listen. I can't say he ran into the corner because the security did kind of bomb rush him, but he did have access to you when he first hopped up. Instead of when he hopped up and did all the peel the pants up and the little gang move and all that and start talking before he spit, he could have got over there to you. Y'all could have squad for sure.
He literally stepped behind towards security. Like, hold on. When he fought Kelpie, he dived so fast you couldn't have stopped him.
Right.
Like, damn.
And I'm known for my reflexes.
White people, slow twitch.
Why the fuck is Pot Lord of all people calling me?
It's just,
Yo,
Pot Lord, what's up?
Mr. 22 was good, gang. I'm on stream.
Never thought this would be a call that we'd be taking on stream. What's up?
Yeah, hey, hey.
Because he was at Marathon Burger too. That's why I'm picking up. You don't know who Pot Lord is?
That's Choke. What up, Choke?
Okay. What happened?
No way, you're a better rapper than House Phone.
Oh, he's on that. All right.
Hey, I think I'm better than everybody, fool. So that it is what it is.
you thought wrong.
You lied to me, Lush?
Rapper than House Phone. Go song for song.
All right, shit. I got a stupid catalog. Like, I'm not even trying to like put myself against House Phone, but like, I go crazy.
I heard that House Phone watched AD going song for song.
No, that's facts. He did.
I didn't actually witness it, but I heard that review.
Look,
Watch him, facts.
yeah, but like if I don't think
I heard Yuri's never watched his 08 Mini Cooper.
this is,
Oh, wait.
he doesn't wash his ass. To be fair, like,
I don't know.
but.
Oh, I can't believe we got a Pot Lord call on here. But
That's
honestly,
just
like,
tried to call me. I got a new phone.
it's a beef worth squashing just because we all have such mutual hatred of Yuri that I feel like it's like anything in the past, I'm willing to get over it just due to my absolute despising of Yuri.
I'm not sensitive. I'm a grown man, so we good, gang.
All right, that's cool. Were you at you went to Marathon Burger as well, right?
No, I wasn't there. I was streaming. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't go, but Rich Trapper called me and it was telling me about the whole shit. But yeah, I didn't go.
okay, yeah. Brandon was there and Almighty were there, but not at the same time.
Yeah, I heard y'all skedaddled. No bullshit, Brandon.
I mean, look, I got receipts to prove it, but I mean, the point of
What do you mean? Wait, bro, you can't say receipts when you left.
I have receipts to
You get a receipt when you leave.
look. Here's the thing: when someone says I'm gonna pull up to a place, and then shows up 4 hours later, nobody, and I was there the whole time. No one's scared of them. The fact, like, we all live in Southern.
Wait. You can't give niggas a time, bro. First of all, you know LA. You can't get in Venice. It's a hard place to get to on a Saturday.
There's nothing hard about getting to Venice Beach, bro.
You can't give niggas no time. Like, if they on the way, stay there.
This is what I know. Niggas are liars. You're a liar, and you're trying to be funny. And that's it. Like, bro, I've been dealing with black people my whole life. Niggas will say,
You already figured out.
niggas will say anything. Listen, I don't care. Niggas will say anything, bro, to get attention. That's what I know. And look, this is the thing. This is the point. This is the point. When the dude had the chance to squabble me, he pulled out a knife. Any dude who continue to defend that dude is only showing that they got the same type of heart as that dude. So if you're defending suspect, you got the heart of suspect. I said what I said. I'm done talking to you. That's it. I'm done talking to you. We're not from the same section. We're not from the same place. Whatever you say, bro, I don't even care about it.
When he was on the way.
Whatever you say, that's fine.
You did?
That's fine.
What do you mean whatever I say? It's
and he know where I'm at every single Tuesday, every single Wednesday. Come on, bro. There's no bigger announcement than you gonna be on the show at 4 o'clock this time. It don't matter. Look, bro lives for content. He lives for content. Even y'all insinuating. Listen.
Wait.
Even someone trying to instigate doing something at Black Sam's event show you how low-minded.
Suspect to go up there to fight.
He didn't go up there to fight.
He went up there just to show that he'd go up there.
Adam,
yeah, exactly.
Adam,
He didn't want to be told he couldn't go somewhere.
Any dude who is trying to instigate something to where two dudes are having a bad situation at someone else's grand opening, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to instigate, right? They're trying to say, y'all should have went up there and fought.
Okay.
They're trying to say it without saying it. That means you're either jealous, you're low-minded, or you just not that intelligent. I had no intention of fighting at Black Sam event. So are you saying you would have wanted me to fight this man at Black Sam event? Stand on your business. That's what you think I should have did?
No, because you.
Okay, so then this conversation is over. Exactly. Come on, bro. You listen, bro. Y'all let the internet get y'all out here like some females.
There's a lot of
you
alleys
should have
in
did.
Venice.
This ain't baddies, bro. This ain't baddies, bro.
There's a lot of alleys in Venice.
Is it over? Is it over? He just said we shouldn't have fought up there. So what is you still talking about?
You got it, bro.
Look, man, can you get this unintelligent person off phone? I don't even talk to people like this in real life. I don't even talk to dudes like this in real life. I don't even talk to people like this in real life, bro. He just said, Adam, he just said he wasn't saying we should have fought at the event, right? Right? So let's admit, if he thinks we shouldn't have fought at the event, I think we shouldn't have fought at the event. I'm sure suspect thinks we shouldn't have fought at the event.
I actually can't think of a more disrespectful place for you guys to fight than the Marathon Burger grand opening. Like from a street perspective,
that's
like
because
what would be a worse place to fight?
That's because these degenerates feed off of disrespect. That's why. That's why their neighborhood look like shit and their kids ain't seen their daddy in months. They love disrespect. They disrespect their kids. They disrespect their girlfriends. All that. That's all they know. That's all they know because they didn't have no daddy around to raise them. So they want you, bro. I have massive respect for Black Sam, Nipsey. I even defend Nipsey right here. Do I not? Why would I go there with bad intentions? Why would another black man be trying to instigate us doing something at that event? Because these dudes don't care about nothing, not even their own self. So they want to see somebody crash out because they don't have the courage to do it. That's it. I'm telling you, I don't even talk to gang members unless I'm getting paid. Like, period. So there's nothing you could tell me or no way you can make me feel.
Hey, yo, Brandon.
No. I don't know this dude. Why is the dude still addressing me?
Hey, yo, can I just say?
No, you can't say.
Pablo, final statement.
Wait, can I just say something? You're going to go to jail, bro.
Wait, why is he going to go to jail?
Dick without a license, nigga.
Oh, my God. All right. Whoa, and he hung up. Okay, that was convenient. Yo.
Bruh.
Yeah, okay. Extremely, like the most disrespectful place. So many street dudes would be looking at y'all crazy if you really actually like fought each other there. Like, it would have made No Jumper look bad just by association.
Osmosis.
Like, Adam says y'all aren't allowed to fight in No Jumper anymore, so you're gonna go beat each other up at Venice Beach Marathon Burger.
Now, to be fair, Venice does have a lot of little alley cuts down the way. If fools really wanted to get it in,
those alley cuts were filled with police officers.
Yeah, there are a lot of cops over there, and especially that opening.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So Brandon,
did you see my thing? I was walking around. I was walking all over recording. I was also walking with Rich Trapper. The point of the matter is this, bro. Why do something at Marathon that we could have did right there that night had you not pulled out a weapon? Clearly you don't want to fight. You went on Hater World. He's a weapon. Did you see the clip?
I did see that clip.
Did you see the clip? I sent you the clip. He said he's trained. I'm not going to let him break my limbs and do all that. So in his mind, he's already made me this like larger than life figure. So he's already scared. He basically said, I'm scared. That's why I brought a knife. He said, I got an even odds. So he knows he's not my equal.
You are kind of his Voldemort at this point.
And that's okay. I'm not trying to keep going on sus. What I'm telling y'all is Suspect is the type of person who will risk it all based on what somebody on the internet thinks. But a man ain't gonna let another man instigate him into nothing. The dude said, I don't think y'all should have fight. That was it.
Why did the guy though say that, like, oh, I was with Brandon and I got the text, or I seen him get the DM that says is coming, and he quickly dipped?
When he said okay, so Rich Trapper was with this other dude named Reg, and Reg hopped on my live stream like, yeah, he was talking about me. He showed them something. He never showed me anything. So Rich Trapper said, nah, when he said fat cut, I think he was talking about Reg, not Brandon. Because I really didn't interact. I interact with Dodie Six. I interacted with some dude named Juju and another dude just real quick. And then I was kind of like talking to different people. But I think he's just a mistaken. He said fat cut. He ain't saying Brandon. And everybody was calling me Brandon. So,
because all right, this is my thing: is if you're gonna go to an event and you think you might see an op there, I don't think it should be required that you spend 8 hours there. Like that is an unreasonable amount of time. If you are like outside of this beef, if I'm going to a burger shop opening,
right,
I'm probably going for like an hour. Realistically, I feel like you stayed a lot longer than the average person would be expected to stay. So I got to give it to you on that. I don't think that this is like a day at work where you need to put in like noon to 8.
I stayed. I walked around. I even had a funny video of with a light-skinned dude like, man, suspect, you making us look bad. I was talking to people.
But that's taunting him. That's low-key being like, yo, you should come.
Well, listen.
Like, how is that not taunting him?
That was after he said he was coming to the Marathon Burger. See, I didn't.
What the fuck?
But what I'm telling you is, whether or not that's taunting him, right? I don't know anything about that. What I know is I was there till 4:47. If you didn't come within 5 hours, bro, you can't say, because I think somebody said, suspect, he gonna come or something. And that was, I think that's probably when he first posted the thing about seeing the burgers. I stayed for 3 hours after that. So I actually thought, this dude ain't coming. I was like, he's not gonna come. And I wasn't waiting on him, but I was just like, I had to go, bro. I had to go see a movie with my wife. So why would I sit around there? I came, I showed love. Hey, y'all didn't show up. All of No Jumper was invited. I showed love, not you.
Hey, I went to the last one.
Right.
I know. I messed with Black Sam.
No, they invited them by name.
Black Sam. That's good people.
Yeah.
That's, you know,
it was so peaceful, bro. Nobody tripped. Did you hear about anybody getting beat up?
No.
It was peaceful. Nobody was
there be? There shouldn't be any.
There should be nothing like that. And I don't like people instigating or insinuating that there should have been something that took place, because you're making it look like, bro, if you would have started something there, who would have got you first? The security with the armed security, the police, or all the Crips for messing up their homeboy event? You would have had three levels
different
of
rounds of people who are going to be very upset about this.
Right. And you probably would have had beef once it was all done, because they like, he messed up the homie event. I want to see black men do well.
Black Sam didn't even put a hand on Rockstar, and that was like the news of the week.
Put a finger.
That's all anybody talked about for a week.
Right.
So if you guys had actually fought, that would have been.
And who are we?
That would have took over the news cycle for sure.
He knows Rockstar. They don't even know who I am.
Well, I feel like a lot of people do now.
Well, but listen, man, I want to see.
Bro, I see you taking fan pics. Like, fools are walking up to you.
I bought a bunch of Marathon clothes. The shit's expensive too. I bought it. I support Nipsey even when he was alive.
How much is a Marathon Burger shirt?
No, the Marathon shirt is like $100.
Yeah. A t-shirt?
A t-shirt.
Holy shit.
And then the hat is like $75.
Wow.
Yeah, so I bought that, socks, a little sweater for my daughter. Like, I support that. I wouldn't want nobody to do that to my stuff. But when you don't have anything and you don't come from shit, daddy ain't never owned nothing, you don't understand the importance. Listen, I don't care. I'm now he got me talking like I would talk
daddy
to him.
Don't even own anything.
No, listen, bro.
Yo, he did have his pops with him.
No, I'm not talking about him.
When he pulled up.
I'm not even talking about him.
But I did see his pops with him.
Listen, I'm not even talking about him.
Right.
I'm talking about the dude.
Yeah, let's leave LA Cool out of this, Brandon.
I think he took the homie with him, his cousin from Hoover.
Oh, for real?
Too.
I thought I saw his dad in the background.
His dad was there too.
He did, right? Yeah.
I knew like 6 of the people.
They always slide together. You don't give a fuck.
So they took a little food people. I thought it was just him and his cousin from Hoover.
Nah, but his cousin from Hoover's a joint, first of all, and like
Pause.
and it was like was hella respected, like in the fact that I thought I was like, damn, this fool came, had the H crown on.
He's straight. That was Marcelli.
Yeah.
He's straight.
Yeah, he had the H crown on and went, and it's nothing but love. Like, so shouts to Marathon Burger and all the, you feel me, for not being
That's what I'm saying. People
for not tripping on sections type shit. You feel me? Because that's like the wrongest hat you could ever have on there. Like, Suspect came with the ops. And it was love.
What I'm saying is, I'm not even talking.
Right.
What I said was not directed at Suspect. What I said is directed at the instigators. See, that's the
pot lords.
That's the people. I don't know that dude, but yeah, him.
Okay. For sure, you're going to do your research tonight, and you're probably going to make a cartoon.
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to do no research on that bum.
Oh, you
what
already
I'm telling you,
fully hate on
I'm
him.
done with it, because what I'm saying is, it's the same situation I felt when Wack told Rockstar he should have did something. Did I not trip when Wack told Rockstar he should have did something at the last grand opening? Did I not?
I don't remember.
I was saying that wasn't right, and that's what me and Wack had to talk. I'm gonna stand on my principles. It's never cool to do that. And when you do shit like that, it just tells you never ran a business, you never been associated with no one who has. You've never had nothing to lose, or you're a hypocrite. And those are two types of people I don't deal with.
Okay. Wait, but the one last question about this incident that I'm
You
curious
said, okay,
about.
that's it.
No, but my last question, you told me, you DM'd me and said, wow, I had no idea how many people hated Suspect.
Dude.
So you saying people were coming up to you and telling you that they appreciated this little crusade you've been on.
Suspect, bro.
But you can see in the chats that we all was linked in when it first happened.
What?
The little chat when Suspect spitting, he hopped up off the couch.
Yeah.
You hear it, all that.
Who was growling? I still don't know.
That was, I think it was Suspect growling.
That was Suspect.
They was in the chats. They was in the chats on Suspect ass.
They hate this dude. To be so hated in your own
To be fair, you and Suspect are both kind of like the super villains of this universe right now.
I showed up to Marathon Burger. Bro, I'm driving downtown LA because when I leave here, sometimes I go downtown LA to grab like something to eat or whatever, because that freeway be ridiculous. So people rolling up on the side of my car, I have to get tints on my windows because people rolling up on the side of my car like like dudes with tattoos on their neck. I'm like,
oh, yeah, you better get tints.
I gotta get tints. But they really don't like this guy. I'm like, to be so hated in your own city is crazy.
All right, we got a poll in the chat. Who do you like more, Almighty Suspect or Brandon? I'm very curious.
But I'm talking about...
This is not a popularity contest, but it is literally a popularity contest.
He's nothing else.
I'm just curious. I just want to know what people are going to vote for.
But my whole thing is
Don't look at it. Wait, give it a little bit.
This is exciting.
Don't look at it for
It's like the presidential election.
I'm going to cover it up so we can have an unveiling.
It's the results of the Iowa caucus
all
right
over the
here.
country.
We'll have an unveiling of the results in like 5 to 10 minutes.
These people are all over the country. I'm talking about just in his own city of Los Angeles. Like, bro, people feel like who you piss off, bro? Like, this dude.
Well, look, I think that's the thing about both you guys. You're both very polarizing.
But people in my city won't be like, everyone from Long Beach in the chat is like, Brandon is, Brandon the real one, Brandon that. When you see someone from my city, they're supporting me, period. Dude, this guy's mixed reviews in his own town.
We got an ashtray?
A weed tray, yeah, because I want to burn the
25?
Donnie said, I'm using it.
Yo, but okay, now that we've addressed that, I don't want to spoil the fucking Foresters interview that I just did, but just so the people out there know, we're working on the lineup for an up-and-coming No Jumper Cipher. The last one, I think, was around 6 months ago, and we're putting together the lineup, and I asked for extra on, and I didn't actually say your name, but I asked him, I'm like, the other Crips. Would you be able to be on a song with the other Crips? He couldn't really like figure out what the fuck I was talking about till we got off camera. But basically, it wasn't as aggressive of a no as it would have been if I said like, would you get on a song with
someone from this hood,
an Astros cap, etc. Yeah. But it was like, nah, like, but then he was like, that would be epic though. So that made me feel like, I haven't, like, he rarely gives a little bit, but when I heard him say that would be epic, though, I was like, oh, okay, maybe. Because, to me, I'm kind of feeling like the neighborhood 8 trait thing is, like, not always a huge deal. Like, I'm sure it's a huge deal to some people, but it doesn't feel like, I never hear, I spent all those years around Brick Baby. I never heard him talk about that shit.
It depends on what era you from, I guess. Certain eras are more beefy.
First rule of Fight Club.
Would you hesitate to get on someone for extra if it was up in there?
Would you hesitate? Hey, I mean, like for me, like I don't be like, it's like you know, the feeling just gotta like, you know, be mutual. Like I let shit come together like mutually. You feel me? I don't force nothing, but like, you know, I fuck with his cousin though, Spody Face. That's my guy though. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Spody Face tough. That's the bro. You know what I'm saying? But it, you know, it gotta be mutually. You know, on everything.
Because I was the white guy. I was the white guy in that situation, being like, his name is Ant. He's real cool. Like you'd fuck with him. He's a cool guy. Like I'm trying to like kind of convince him, but I don't really know what to say. I'm like, yeah, he's cool,
like,
man.
But like all his, like I said, Spody Face, like T-Rock, all of my niggas. Like I was in the feds with T-Rock. Like I fuck with all them though.
If
like,
you're friends with T-Rock,
if you're friends with T-Rock and Spody Face,
T-Rock's always with him every single time.
That's bro.
You know
like,
what?
I fuck with all them. I fuck with the niggas.
And also, like he could always just in the same fashion that Rambo, aka Rambo, shot his video by himself. He could get on the cipher, and if you don't want to, you feel me, be around other people, you know, certain individuals, he could shoot a.
Yeah, but you know, but like I said, like for me, and I even understand like his aspect. Like, you know, some people might be feeling like that shit send the wrong message. Like my homies know what I be on. Like I said, I'm just not like, I don't want my motherfucker never to get it misconstrued. Like motherfuckers that know me. I am like, I'm a poised person. I can be aggressive, but you know, I'm humble. Like, you know, I got past that shit, but I'm not just like no peace treaty motherfucker. I'm not a nice motherfucker. You feel me? Yeah. But like, if the feelings is mutual, like for sure, like, cause I be on like some black shit. You feel me? Like I'm saying on some person shit. You feel me? Long as you cool, it ain't no smut on you or nothing like that. Like, so like my homies know what I be on. So like for me being on camera with whoever, it can never be a wrong message unless you just gang banging and like you just like a person that's just like poison and you just dissing the community on camera and like acting all crazy. Then that's something totally different. Like, nah, that's out. But like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fuck with the gang is folks though, for sure.
That's what I feel like I could go.
But the crazy thing is like this, if you go to any of these like warehouse jobs, these little UPS jobs, FedEx, whatever, dudes from different hoods, enemies are working together because they need the money. Yeah. I feel like in LA County, all the time. We're getting to the point where like these bills is so expensive. You sometimes gotta have a mutual understanding. Hey, bro, we at work. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you see the op at his job, most dudes would be like, nah, bro, at work. You know what I'm saying? He getting his money, feeding his kids.
Most?
This is like...
I do probably most.
Yeah, so basically gang members have more poise than civilians who go into offices and start fights and pull out knives.
That's what I'm saying. There was there was a crip in the blood. There was a crip in the blood in the room.
You feel me?
There was a crip in the blood in the room. And the two dudes fighting is one dude who say he don't bang and a dude who's a former gang member.
That's why it was so
Why are we beefing harder than anybody? That's what I'm telling you. That should be so ignorant. That's why I really was just kind of laughing because it do be funny if you sit back and think about it. Like, that's ridiculous.
Brandon, are you going to pop your shit in your in your cipher verse though? Or are you
God.
You going to be on helmets
off on people.
Yeah, you got to. Like, right? Like,
it's either that or you list off all your best jiu-jitsu moves.
Yeah, I'm going to list off all the ops.
You feel me? Like,
I'm going to pull up and give you an arm bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to list off all the ops, the operations he would have needed if he actually would have fought me. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Suspect, don't get upset, bro. Hey.
This is the crazy thing about
was trying to go on me though, man. He said, "You think somebody's scared of you?"
Oh yeah,
scared of who?
Yeah, he was.
Wait, who said that?
Flacco.
Oh,
he should be scared, bro. Look at this dude's
I wish we could read that fucking group chat.
No, but see where it is. Look where it's at now. Because Flacco just.
Yeah, I see Flacco was messaging.
No, Flacco realized that. Flacco realized that Ant's a Muslim, and now he's like his whole vibe has changed.
Oh, okay. Wait, and FA is a Muslim.
Yeah, his whole vibe changed.
If I would have known, things would have been completely different. Forgive me. It's haram to forsake a brother for more than 3 days. Let's hop on the phone later today. The hadith of brotherhood mandates we push peace regardless of how I feel.
Let's hop on the chat on this damn thing right here. The phone.
That's crazy.
That's peaceful.
Yeah.
Religion bringing people together.
I mean,
you called all your friends peons before that.
Look, I don't care. Look, this one thing about it. Like I tell him, I don't give a fuck who you calling a peon because, you know, you're going to have to defend yourself. I just had to rectify was you talking about me.
Yeah.
Like, because you call whoever else you beef with, I don't hop in social media beefs and none of that shit. But like I told him, like, for real, like, you know, a lot of people use the op and enemy word loosely. If you're not trying to look to hurt nobody, they really ain't no op, bro, no enemy. Like, you feel me? Because, like, if you don't want to be in the same room as me, I'm not your op. Because if you my op, I'm trying to get up on you. Yeah, I'm trying to be in the same room as you. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, bro, we ain't no ops, you know what I'm saying? But even if whoever you do got a problem with, shit, that ain't my problem. Like, shit.
No, but it's completely reasonable for you to feel that way in that moment, because literally I named 4 names. I was like, oh, no, it's these 4 people. And 2 of the names were in the group chat. You and Munchie. You feel me? So it's obvious to assume, like, yo, who are you talking about? What you mean? Because he's like, yeah, see, all peons.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Ant shows up a little later in the group chat and goes like, wait, so who's a peon? And we're just like, oh, Flacco. Oh, man.
Peons about what? The cipher?
No, it's like, there's a group of YouTubers who are all like, I don't know if manage is the right word, but they at least get help from the same woman, right? And Ant's one of them. And basically, Flacco got problems with a bunch of the other ones. And Flacco basically just like was referring to them as a group as peons. And then Ant kind of shows up a little bit later in the group chat like, wait, so who's a peon? And we're all like, yo, what's going on here?
Did you not?
Adam put the faces.
What? He's already he's already picking and choosing because Munchie also falls into the same category.
But that's what confused me, because he's been cool with Munchie this whole time. So I don't know how
so
much.
you can't be like, I don't fuck with anybody who fucks with this person, because Munchie, then you're saying you don't fuck with Munchie, and we all know you fuck with Munchie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's real rare that you're going to see it. Flacco's just becoming a product of LA County. Like, it's rare that people aren't picking and choosing. Like, I used to think like, oh, this dude saw this dude from here and this dude from here, it's going down. You might see some young dudes getting at it. You show up somewhere and 2 of the OGs from those hoods just like hanging out, beating, whooped you up over each other. It's so complicated, but that's kind of the nature of it. And what I'll say to you is, LA gang culture been here since before No Jumper. But now people are trying to act like it's something different than what it's always been. And that's the part that I like. You saw the message you saw me that you saw in your inbox. My friend in the comments talking about Brandon got put on this year and this year. Bro, that was 25 years ago. 2000.
Crazy.
And dudes talking about on this street, and they were putting them on. So people feel like they got a voucher, and I'm like, we don't even got to discuss that.
Did you join a hood because you were worried about Y2K?
I do. That was after Y2K.
Because realistically, if it's a post-apocalyptic world, you're probably going to need some
You're going to need some backup.
Band of brothers.
Yeah,
I joined the hood because it was a lot of Hispanic gang members who had a lot of issues with us, and I wasn't even involved with that. And plus, I was having to fight with dudes from Insane all the time, too. That was crazy.
Wow.
But I was on my way to the bus from school. I was getting, like into beef with Hispanics. Then on my way walking home, I was getting into beef with the dudes from Insane. They trying to fight me, and my dad is from Insane.
Was Snoop Dogg part of your put on?
Shut up.
You showed up.
But it wasn't, the Insane thing was not gang beef. I called somebody cousin a bitch. Okay. And they felt very strongly about that. So every time I walked down that street, it was to the point where the OG dudes from Insane was like, hey, leave that nigga alone. That's the old boy's son. Like, it was every day.
Every day you were going to have to fight to defend just this because of this one incident.
Twice a day.
What?
And I just came from football practice.
And so that's why you decided to get into martial arts?
No, I did martial arts when I was 27.
Oh, okay.
But the gang shit was like, it just happened kind of naturally.
How fucking old are you? Aren't you like 34 or something?
I'm 39.
39.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Why is everybody like seems young to me on the podcast, and then at some point I realize they're old as fuck? Like myself.
Are you okay? We just talked about the birth year. He said he was born 83. I was born 85.
You're right. Okay.
You're never going to catch Joe Rogan at this rate.
Yeah. No, you're right. He probably doesn't.
The world went crazy in 1985.
Yeah. That was the best year to be born.
It really did.
What the fuck was 85?
Before Terminator 2.
That's what
after Monica Lewinsky. No, I'm just kidding.
I remember when the world went crazy in 1985.
That's facts.
Remember when rock cocaine used to be a rich man kind of high. You feel me? Yeah.
Now anybody can
some
get
song
it.
we don't know.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some.
I was the boom of the cracker.
You feel me?
Right there.
There's some fan fiction that somebody like brought to me, like some theories. Like they were like, I think suspect did drugs in a bathroom before they attacked you.
Hell
They
nah.
said, no, listen, hear me
Hell
out.
nah.
No, hear me out.
Did drugs
Listen,
in the
this is two
bathroom?
things that made them think of that because I was like, this is stupid.
What
They're
drugs?
like, you guys got along for 3 hours.
No, you did it.
Yes, we were just
Yeah,
joking.
you
It was
were
just
cordial.
jokes.
You were cordial.
They say he went to the bathroom for 10 minutes. He left the room for 10 minutes. He came back with a hoodie on and acted extra aggressive. They was like, bro went to the bathroom and took a bump. I don't even know what a bump was.
Well, we
until
have
they
no
told me.
reason to believe that he plays with his nose.
He
I don't
don't.
think so.
They said he was
don't.
probably doing meth. They said meth
Why is
makes you
everybody
aggressive.
accusing each other of doing
Is that true?
now?
Does meth make you aggressive?
For sure,
sure.
meth can make you
Okay, they said
aggressive.
he went. They said how long was he gone? I said about 10 minutes. They said that's enough time to light up.
Absolutely.
But okay, number one, if you smoked meth in the bathroom, we would obviously smell it.
No, they
Number
said
two,
I'm not so sure about that.
does anybody say like, oh, I gotta whip this dude's ass, I gotta go smoke meth
Yes.
first?
It's not going to help you in a fight.
not. It's
But
gonna
it will
fuck
help
your
you.
cardio
It will
up.
help you call out for a fight when you really don't want one.
It might give you like a burst of energy.
It gives you a burst of
Absolutely.
courage.
It's not gonna it's not gonna help you out overall. I don't think.
Shit.
When there was black...
Meth addicts don't stop. You gotta, if you can't knock them out, it's gonna be an all day thing.
Hey, but he's not. He's
sure.
He's not
Yeah, yeah.
100% wrong because I remember when the leasing office in my old building, I had to go have some words with the lady in there.
You smoked
feel-
meth first.
No, I had to hit the meth because there was mold growing. I was like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?"
Hey,
So they're-
hey,
Wow.
hey, and don't forget cocaine. Michael Irvin, he caught 10 for 100 yards. He said he did cocaine before every game, and he's a Hall of Famer.
What's the name too? He was snorting juice. OJ,
Look at Lefty
said
Gunplay.
OJ was on one.
Lefty Gunplay spin all those funky fresh rhymes. You smoke meth first.
You feel me? It's like a superpower.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like spinach to
I
Popeye.
swear to God, some of the hardest rappers I heard in jail was meth addicts.
I'm trying to tell you,
I swear to God, was meth addicts some of the hardest rappers
Did
I
anyone
heard.
watch
They
it?
go all day too.
he's a rapper. He found a certain burst of courage. He's hella light skinned.
I have to reject this.
No,
conspiracy.
He was not on
You're
that.
not killing this. You're not killing
Look,
this.
you
conspiracy.
can claim the victory over the fact that you are still here and he's not here. I get you saying that. That's fair.
I'm not
But you
claiming
can't
that
label
victory.
him a meth head.
Me working here and him not working here is not a victory for me. You can fire me at any second.
Right, but it seems like that was part of your plan.
No. The part of my plan,
Boom,
Adam,
boom.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If I'm gonna be around a white guy consistently, he gonna have to be the best white guy. So I got an issue with you not being
And
better
some
than
would
Joe
say
Rogan.
that I am the best white guy.
No. Joe Rogan is the best white guy. You're
No,
like fourth
but
best
Okay, I'll put it in
in
perspective.
the world of pods.
Joe Rogan interviewed Raekwon and referred to Wu-Tang Clan as a band the entire time.
Well, they are a band.
I
They
guess.
make rock and roll music.
Yeah, they're a band of merry guys, but they're not like in hip hop we call it a group.
Listen,
Literally,
what I'm telling you,
every rap group is a rap group.
Maybe
Nobody-
besides the Roots.
yeah, the Migos are a great band. Well, they don't
Yeah,
play
the-
instruments.
yeah.
Yeah, the Roots, exactly.
Roots
They
is
play
the band.
instruments in a
Yeah,
band. Yeah,
yeah.
Bands
A
make more
band
than groups.
require aside from like a band of merry thieves. If you use it like that, okay, yeah, that's a band.
when
You're
you
a
start
band.
making rock and
We're
roll
a band
tracks,
right now. We're
you're
a
a-
band.
yeah,
We're banded together.
We'll jump someone. But what I'm saying is, with this situation, the only thing I noticed about that whole incident was you were not in the room, and we still had 6,000 people watching.
And that's pretty good. There you go.
Without you in the room, we're 2,000 to 3,000. I'm paying attention. So I'm like, this is a good lineup.
That's
we can all
why
get paid.
Tension is good. People
that's-
like tension.
That's why you can't have ignorant niggas in the room because they're not paying attention to the right things. I would love a paycheck from No Jumper consistently where you like, I need y'all 5 days a week. Y'all got 10,000. We got to get as big as Tim Pool, bro. Tim Pool, one white dude, 20,000 people watching every live stream.
You're going to have to get a beanie.
You telling me 6 of us ain't better than Tim Pool? I don't want to believe that. So that's what I'm thinking about. That ego shit means nothing to
Do you
me.
enjoy watching Tim Pool?
I don't like his last stance on the Carmelo Anthony situation, but he's okay. He's a little bit emotional for me, but he falls on my side of the aisle, though.
We should do a stream where we react to different political commentators sometime.
You always talking about what we should do.
Fuck off.
There's
I got a lot going on.
Hey, as soon as Forrest just get out of jail, bitch, the plan's off. We
No, hey, what's up with
Correct.
the
If we're going to review different political commentators, for sure we can put
Adam,
extra in the
Forrest,
room.
yeah.
You like a chick that mess with you tough until her dude get out of jail. As soon as he out, you like, what?
That's
what
my baby
happened?
daddy, yep.
I thought you said you loved me. My man got out of
Wait,
jail.
what's up with the lock-in stream? when we're all locked in for 2 days. Or
That's what I'm saying. We just got to pick the right weekend. Because like right now, I'm kind of like, I have like a bunch of out of town trips that I got to do basically to do content. I'm trying to like weave them in and out so that I can like spend time over the weekend at home with the family and then dip off. Because like I had such a productive trip to New York. And I got a couple other cities I got to hit, but I definitely want to make that happen ASAP.
I don't know if the plan is to still try to find like additional talent in that process.
I think we'll need that because I can't really imagine me and you just like lurking around this building for fucking 24 hours straight. Never mind more.
But like I've already had so many people hit me up like, oh, I want to be a host. I want to be a host. Like,
I guess like my thing is that we have to find ways in which we can make content out of those people, figure out what they're all about, etc. Even if they're not the most interesting people on earth. Like obviously we get 4 extras a pull up. Yes, that's easy. We can make that entertaining, but it's like, we need to be able to have some random fucking dude who wants to be part of the channel. We have to like figure out some sort of like endurance tests, etc.
Yeah, can we do like torture, like hazing rituals? Like,
yes. No, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what that would look like, but something like that. Yeah.
Why don't we put a jujitsu mat in the middle of the floor and everybody got to wrestle each other?
That would be fun.
That'd be funny.
With their arms fucking
but you gotta wear the whole uniform.
I don't want to wear a gi.
See, you messing up the play.
I always thought that no gi made more sense for me. I don't like all the laundry you have to do when you train with a gi.
But for the sake of fans, that would make it more interesting. You have the whole uniform on.
You might think jiu-jitsu is more interesting than it actually is. No, I don't know if people that's not. People want to see us.
They love that shit.
They run around in the parking lot and we shoot them with paintballs.
Oh, like okay, now you're speaking.
That's more interesting than jiu-jitsu.
Speaking of an endurance test, block this fucking paintball, bitch.
Speaking of endurance, oh man, look, see, this is what happens when. Can you show the screen?
That's close.
When what?
This is what happens when one person gets the boot. Is you start to see the person. You know when you don't know what it is. What you don't know what you got till it's gone.
No,
Almighty Suspect 58%, Brandon 42%. That's based on almost 1,800 votes.
Right.
You're watching your favorability level drop.
You know the cold part is, but they do this all the time. They was on my ass so hard. I was like the most reviled, hated, biggest loser in this motherfucker. Got fired. It's like, oh my God, Lush. Where was his energy a week ago? Cocksuckers.
And same thing with me. Even I remember kind of at the height of at the end of the day, it was like we did a poll while we were on live stream one day. What's the better show, the No Jumper show or at the end of the day? And AD by far won. Rewind the clock or fast forward to now and it's like, okay, the view count looks very different. Like the insurgent group inside of the major corporation or establishment is always going to have a lot of favorability because people are able to identify with the insurgents. That's why everybody loves ISIS so much. Right. And if you think about it, like once people are gone, then the hype inevitably kind of tapers off.
The thing is, more people have been victims than have been
suspects.
More people have been victims than we live in a climate where people feel like they're victims no matter what.
Yeah.
Somebody making $100,000 a year is claiming they're a victim. So when someone tells you, hey, this guy who pulled a knife out at your place of business potentially could have got you sued, could have potentially put everyone out of a job if the lawsuit is big enough, you should keep him. Those people are not speaking based on what they would do. They're speaking on what they think you should do because it has no impact on them.
Right. Because, okay, if we were to do a poll right now, if we were to do a poll right now, should Adam punch Aunt Hefe in the face?
They're going to say
it's going to be like 100% yes. Even though it's a bad idea for me. It's a bad idea for the channel. Yes. It's a bad idea for probably the duration of my life. It's just a bad idea, but they love chaos. They want chaos. If I were to say, should I take off my pants and dance on the table? They're going to say yes. The channel gets blamed right away.
And this is why.
But that's fun for them.
And this is why IRL streamers are pretty much just like crash test dummies in human form.
And that's why so many of their careers end up spiraling into like total chaos because they're operating on what the fans want them to do. And the fans want somebody like Josh Block, who's going to freak the fuck out, get super drunk, and his whole life is chaos. Whereas on the other hand, if you're just like a guy who's got your shit together, it's probably not going to
I think that's the element that Suspect kind of brought because like the dude Nina Boy, I don't never knew him. Some guy from
Catch
East
it
Coast
though.
Script.
Catch it though.
Well, that guy.
That's his slogan. Yeah.
Catch it though. There you go. Shout out to him. I never even heard of this guy, but he's friends with Suspect, and he was like, watch the video. He said Brandon is looking directly at Suspect. Suspect looking at the camera. He said he's trying to appease the fans who he believes are like supporting him. So you in a real situation, and you're like trying to talk to the fans, like because you want them to like charge you up, like, yeah, get him. That's what I think he offered, and I think that's the group who is really like bring them back and this or that. But at the end of the day, if No Jumper goes down, like because lawsuits or whatever, these people just find something else to watch.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about people been feeding their family over here for 10 years.
I'll give you an example. Is like during the middle of the Drake versus Kendrick shit, Academics was going through hell with his girl / sometimes ex-girl, Shay Glizzy. And it's like, occasionally I'll see threads pop up on my Reddit homepage for the Academics Reddit. Everybody in his Reddit was basically just wanting him to make content about this beef with his girl, right? And then meanwhile, he's ignoring them and he's doing content about Drake versus Kendrick. So it's like your hardcore fans want to see you do deep insular stuff about your personal life. Meanwhile, if you were to actually obey the incentives of like getting the most views and making the most money, you would talk about something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. So, I mean, you just kind of always got to keep that in mind, is that your hardcore fans might be the loudest voice to you, but it's also ultimately going to pigeonhole you. And that's why we see with the whole community thing is that them just talking about beef within their little group doesn't do anything for them. I saw the other day that they had a Too Short clip that got like 250,000 views because they asked Too Short a good question. It doesn't appease your hardcore fan base, but it could eventually grow. I guarantee if they look at how many subscribers they gained from that clip, it's way higher than a clip that is about their shit. They got way more views.
And I noticed on a microcosmic level, like the same thing with, since we're doing the next cipher, reminded me of the old cipher. And there are certain things that references that we would make in our verses, and general people would be like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
But the fans, they're like, oh, like he's talking about this person. That's why that shit is fire. But like a lot of it was missed on the general public. Like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie. I wish I wasn't even there that day for that episode, because a lot of people was like trying to say that he was trying to show out for me and Munchie too, man. So
He was.
if that was the case, in fact, I would even showed up, man, for him to keep
I
it
don't think
dry.
that's
But
true.
that beef started with nobody in the room besides Josh.
No,
I don't
but-
think that's true at
Also,
all.
can I get one of
But
those?
when me and him and Josh were, oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably would have went back and forth. I don't know.
Sorry, Lena.
People were saying they probably would have went back and forth, but they don't think it would have went as far as him, you know what I'm saying, with the allegedly him pulling out a knife and the spitting thing. They don't think that would have happened.
We know this like LA mentality, and what I would say is he kept looking at y'all like wanting y'all to like validate the stuff he was saying. And me, I'm picking up on that. You gonna pick up on it because we've been around these situations before. And it definitely was that, because he wants to feel he joined the gang for a reason. He wants to be a gangster, and he wants to be a blood wouldn't be a gangster. I'm learning that now. But he wants to be a part of something that's like not necessarily criminal,
I don't even know how to cut you off. I think that whole group I brought my little brother Badu, because my little brother showed Body Suspect an old picture of him when he was gangbanging. Like, hey, you remember this?
Yeah.
He the picture throwing up gangs.
Yeah. You didn't join the gang for no reason.
My boy Body Suspect interchanneled some old energy.
No, listen, you didn't join the gang for no reason, so you know there's something in him that wants that type of relationship with other dudes, and he doesn't got it because I guess he couldn't cut it.
Natural being from LA is going to be around you. Is gonna, but I think with him also, I think Matt North and them being there, it's not that it brought him back to the energy. It was more like it just adds salt to the wound when he's making all these references about it. You feel me?
Because they play it on the TV in there. So when I'm clowning him, they rubbing salt in the look at the
Wait, in front of him, or
they. You know,
they're in the other room.
They're there.
Oh, they're
They're in the main
They
area.
was watching it. They was watching
I
it.
thought you were talking about
outside.
that fucking jumping
so
video
you
that
walk
you love
out
to
and
bring up
somebody
over and
like,
over.
remember
I ain't
this?
lie, they
And-
kind of no jumper. They being like a kid in the candy store when they come in.
They're
And that was cool.
I was dying laughing watching the clip from their perspective of them laughing their asses
It
off,
was
walking
great.
in and filming and shit. That was funny, bro.
When I was walking away and they widened my body and put me next to the vending machine.
What do you mean they watered your body?
They did. They made me
They
water.
did it, bro. That's really
how you're
No,
shaped.
that's the camera view. That's it.
that's a roadblock.
Nah, you really shaped like the Kool-Aid man.
It's a roadblock.
Look. But what I would say about the view, always remember. Somebody always told me, always remember the silent majority, right? Like in politics. 1,700 people could say something, bro. You have millions of people who follow your channel. The people who usually are the most wrong, they're usually the most vocal. But there's people sitting here like, I'm at work. No jumper gets me through my days at work. Last thing I want to hear while I'm at work, my boss just was an asshole and I could listen to some cool commentary. Dude's chilling, relaxing me. Is some man-child screaming the same thing over and over again, laughing at his own jokes, trying to win a battle of words when I thought I was going to listen to Bizarre answer cool questions about hip hop in Detroit. See what I'm saying? It kind of kills the vibe for me.
Okay, but to be fair, I think on the No Jumper show, you can't really like just turn it into a Bizarre interview because Bizarre is there, right? Like it's got to be topical. It's got to be of the moment. Unless there's some shit that really makes sense, like right then and there. It's kind of like, you know, and there's a little bit of like, oh, you got a new album coming out. It makes sense. You want to talk about that or whatever. But like, you know, turning it into like, hey, let's ask Bizarre about every Eminem headline over the last couple of years.
But I don't think
It was
we
more
were
funny just having him laughing, like them call each other gay.
But we weren't. But
he was very amused by the whole because he was posting clips on his Instagram
great time.
of just random funny shit from being on the No Jumper show, which is that's cool. That's like dope.
For sure, you
it's
could
dope
tell
that
he
Bizarre
enjoyed
appreciated
it.
that.
You could tell he enjoyed himself and was just going with the flow.
It would have.
He ain't afraid of some ignorant
Of
shit.
all the people to
Listen,
be there,
yeah.
that's like the perfect person. Let's be honest. I wish he was there the whole time.
Tell me that wouldn't have been the perfect cast to just keep rolling on the No Jumper show. It was good. It was heavily watched. It was a good little vibe. I don't even mind the jokes. It's just the weapons. Like, bro, what are you doing? We ain't on. He said, so you telling me every nigga on a level 4 is a bitch? I said, nigga, we're not on a level 4. Like, he lives in this weird reality where he thinks he's like.
The knife is like,
No,
the knife is okay.
Why are you bringing up
that.
level 4s, bro? You ain't been
that
on no
whole
level
thing
4.
just turned weird because like y'all had the booty short jokes. Y'all was laughing.
That was great.
I thought the bitch was much, but like I said, I'm like, all right, Brandon must got tough skin. Then at the end, that just turned weird. I'm like, well, what the hell happened?
I wasn't on.
It escalated rather quickly, especially
Shut
because
up, Lush. You planned it. He was laughing all the time
Yeah,
like
a lot
the
of people were
Joker.
saying you are at fault.
He was laughing like the Joker. He was sitting there like this.
Hey, I didn't want to do all this, but guess what? Look back in the group chat and you can see exactly how that motherfucking shit was organized. I encourage you to do so when you got some time. Scroll up.
I know
This
you
ain't
hit him
got
up.
nothing.
I know you hit him up and told him.
The way I
Lush.
remember it was that it was your idea. Adam's not going to be there. Oh, let's get Almighty and Brandon together. Now, I'm not willing to scroll back in that group chat for like a day and a half because it's going to take me so fucking long to get back to the point where that conversation happened. Although I guess I could search.
You want me to do it real quick?
I guess I could
I have
search.
no problem.
Right?
I have no problem doing it.
Why don't we just
But-
save time and just stick with the narrative of this being Lush's fault? We could also do
Not
that.
because you
That
know
is
why?
fun.
Because I've been a scapegoat for way too long around these parts, player. And like, you feel me? Nah. Lush is standing on 10. This ain't Lush's fault.
What the fuck?
And my idea,
Everybody
was
who
what-
beef with Lush is gone.
Listen. My idea was what Brandon had originally suggested, and if we had gone with that suggestion, none of this shit would have happened. What was it supposed to be?
I don't fucking remember.
You had another white
I'm the one
supremacist
that-
lined up?
No, it was supposed to be Brandon, Viral Way, and LBC Messiah versus me and Almighty. Moderated by Poetic Flaco, aka PF Flyers.
Viral Way would have kept the situation under control way better than Lush because he has a weird little thing with Suspect where I don't think he feels he could like, hey man, shut up.
I don't mean to dismiss Suspect at all, but I don't think that situation plays out the same way if you've got those dudes with you.
No way.
That's the
no
whole-
way.
I don't think it would have.
But that's the point.
But
It's a
that was
deterrent.
that was my idea. And if you look, just scroll up when you get a chance.
It's a deterrent. It just should have never got to that point. And I just think, like, even with the, are we going into the whack thing?
We can, sure, fuck it.
Even with the whack thing, like, this guy has been enabled. Suspect. It's just like I train dogs, right? This, like, if you let a dog get away with a certain behavior for so long, you have to correct the behavior or you have to either get rid of the dog or put the dog down. Bro was basically put in the mind state like, I can mess up, but eventually Adam will feel sorry for me and he'll just bring me back. That's what he thought was going to happen. He knew he was going to maybe get a week or two off. I mean, and to him, that would have been like maybe going to jail or something. Like, yeah, I was off for a minute, but I came back. Whatever.
Free sus.
But like with Wack when he was telling you like
jail. He in jail for real.
Wait, what?
He in jail.
Who?
Almighty?
So I thought, oh man, you faking? Why you
Wait,
say
he's
free
locked
him?
up?
Like,
No.
He's in jail.
Why you didn't say free him? Like
I said free sus.
No,
like,
they was
get
saying
it.
free sus,
We
like,
did
bring
bring
him
it,
back.
yeah.
No, yeah, he in jail.
Brody,
For what?
I think he had like a case or something.
Living the dream, huh?
With the court, I think they just like kept him type shit.
What? You know about mad shit we don't know about.
Got him cap on that no judge. He got a knife.
Hey, listen.
He played it in court.
Hey, he know the
That's
feds be watching this pod.
Evidence.
No, he started talking about, hey, and on God in heaven, who tried to come for whose street cred first? He was like, some police ass shit. He tried to call me a fed.
Well, to be fair, this all started with you saying that he said the N-word, aka like
Man,
calling him white.
Bringing some bullshit up. Look,
Yeah, it did start due to like the dumbest shit ever.
I'm
yeah.
for sure he definitely wasn't feeling because he did tell me like, man, this motherfucker talking about Lush, my daddy. I'm black as a motherfucker. He definitely was out about that.
Yeah, somebody pointed out, they're like, yeah, he was streaming like a day ago, which, I mean, I don't know if it was actually a day, but if he's, wait, when's the last time he updated his story?
so why y'all blaming he wasn't gonna be here anyway? He was just hey, I was
No, his cousin. I was just with his cousin. His cousin just pulled up on me yesterday. He the one that told me I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you said free. But his cousin just told me like he's suspect in jail. I'm
He
like,
does have no story right now, which
Yeah.
seems kind of like that probably would only be the case.
yeah,
if,
this is his cousin, the one that pulled up at the Marathon Burger with him. He like, yeah, he in
oh,
jail.
look, Donnie's looking it up already.
Yeah, that's him.
Does it say why?
He got arrested.
Now y'all
Did
all
he get
over the
arrested? Holy
business.
shit, that's crazy.
He said free him.
They
I
looking
thought
it
he
up.
knew. Yeah.
He's locked up.
Wow.
Now
suspect
you got to put
locked
money
up.
on his books and pay his rent, Adam.
No, now fucking Lush needs to call Rifleman and get a reason why.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do it live.
No, yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, you can't do that. But damn, now we got to do
Listen,
some homework. That's crazy.
We ain't got to do no damn homework.
Oh wait, look,
they
we have it
put
right
this
here.
shit-
Inmate corrections information. Wait, I don't. Should I show this? Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, charge level felony.
You're lying.
What the fuck?
He probably was just stressed out. Then I take the drug shit back.
It doesn't. Total bail amount $380,000.
38 bands.
He didn't murder nobody.
What the fuck?
They gonna tell you what he got charged with.
The towers too.
Yeah.
Suspects with the crazy people.
What?
That's PC. Nigga PC'd up. Oh, the nigga PC'd up.
Fuck out of
The
here.
nigga PC'd up.
Fuck out of
Hey,
here.
no. Twin
is
Towers for the PC, the crazy niggas. Hey, bro, PC'd up, bro.
PC crazy.
I don't gotta say nothing.
And hard max.
I don't gotta say nothing else.
but-
I don't gotta say
We got to
nothing
talk to
else.
Rosenberg.
No,
Listen.
he
Processing.
yeah, he's
Still
still
in
yeah.
processing.
Yeah.
Twin Towers.
No, yeah.
No.
So Twin Towers is a place. So like when you go to MCJ, it's like a 3-day process. And so if you don't want to sleep on them floors or be piled up in them cages, what a lot of people would do, they have fake medical. Like, man, I got asthma or I got diabetes, and that take you to Twin
Listen,
Towers and you would get a bed.
I know
so
what
they
you-
can transfer you to.
I know what
he
you're
may
saying
or may
because
not
when you
be
get
detoxing.
Hey, listen, when you get off the bus, you go through the little shit where you take off your clothes and change your clothes, whatever. Then they take you to the window and they ask you, are you in a gang? Do you hear voices? Do you feel suicidal? All that shit. Based on what you said at that
Send me that
window,
link.
that's where they're gonna send you. Bro, if bro is in Twin Towers, bro says he's either hurt, he's sick, he's suicidal, or he said, I don't feel safe being in the general population.
Wait,
Bro PC'd up because he looked very
Brandon,
healthy
did
to
you
me.
call the police on him? Yes or no?
He was already fighting a case because he had a lawyer, remember?
He was already fighting the case with the Rosenberg thing, but I assumed that was over.
No, he said he had to go to court. I remember he said it.
I think it was a gun case.
A gun case.
He did say he had a situation.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I had a
Free
gun
sus
case.
for real.
I had a gun case.
Free sus for
Yeah,
real.
right here.
No, I got caught with a gun, but I freaking got a lawyer. And you shouldn't go. If you got money, you don't go to jail
What are you
for a
doing
gun
with
case.
guns?
I used to be a gang member.
You don't need to be doing all that. You could bench 500 pounds. You don't need a gun.
Dude, these dudes coming out trying to shank shit. I was on a level 4 for a minute. Who really? Huh?
So you know what it's like.
No, I'm
behind
saying
them
this
walls.
is like a level 4. Niggas pulling out knives now.
Death row.
Death row. Bro, and the way he pulled that knife out, though. Come on, bro. He was like, the funniest part was he was fumbling it. He was like,
I'm the trustee.
hey, bro, one of my floors.
Hey, all I know, I just looked
what's-
up.
Free suspect.
All I know,
Hey, sus PC'd up, y'all.
That's not.
the hardest nigga in LA PC'd up.
It's not even cool, bro.
Bro, that's PC. Hey, I don't care what you say. He would have did it to me. He would. That would have been me. Look, he's a bitch. He's a mark. Look, he PC'd up. Hey, look. All I see is Twin Towers. I know what that means. You guys. I feel like I'm not safe. Please put me with the crazy people. Imagine.
That's how it works?
Yeah. They ask you, do you want to go in general population? And you say yes or no. You stop, Adam. You was just here with
I don't know how it works.
Floor extras just explained it to you.
I'm just saying I would not say that he was PC'd up unless someone were able to
it's a lot of stuff that these dudes be doing in jail. Then they get out here and then they like tell you polar complete opposite, because it's a few things why you can go to Twin Towers. You know what I'm saying? And PC is one of them. You know what I'm saying? And if you acting crazy and you really ain't crazy, people look at that as PC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know.
All you got to do is say you hear voices or say, I feel suicide. But if
the
you
color of that jumpsuit.
But I ain't gonna lie, back when I used to be going to the county jail, like we didn't look at it like that, because you had some homies like who was locked up like for like hot ones and stuff like that, and they'd start going crazy and playing crazy to beat their case, and they'd really be giving them medication and sending them to padding and stuff, and they'd test them. So they'd put them around females and padding and see, would you try to have sex with them and stuff like that, or are you really gonna stand padding and play crazy?
Right.
But like now, it's like a new game. Like if you put that yellow suit and that blue on and you playing crazy, they like, oh no, that's PC. Oh no, that's... So it's just different.
The rules change.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Maybe changing the rules.
If you guys want to know that, if you guys want to see that Adam is pretending to be ignorant on this, go watch the 4 Extras interview on Members Only. Because I watched that and he explained to you the LA County jail process when he was going in on you about King Pill. You don't remember that?
I mean, honestly, like when 4 Extra starts talking about jail stuff, my brain kind of like glazes over to a certain extent. So I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I actually paid attention to that.
He explained it in great detail.
I'm known to glaze. Yeah, I've just heard him talk about that shit so much.
That was a nice plug for the Members Only, though.
There you go. I appreciate
because
that.
Because he really
good.
sat up here like, and I like, oh, they do that?
Okay, so speaking of 4 Extras, I would like to call out our very own Ann Hefe for spreading the information claiming that 4 Extra was a carrot goblin. And when he came in here, he said it's not true. He said that he's never carroted a man. He said there was no retaliatory pickling. Now, I said to him, I'm like, listen, you would probably be smart to lie to me either way, right? Because I used the example. I said, if you killed somebody, you're not going to come in here and tell me, you know? If you carrot someone, I kind of feel the same way. Like you're just, you don't have to tell me that, because I know that that is not really like considered appropriate to tell a civilian about from his perspective.
But Adam, before Ant responds, because I know he has a great response, but what was the first thing that 4 Extra said when he got out last time? When he walked into the office, what were the first words out of his mouth?
I forget.
I need peanut butter. They're saying I'm peanut butter.
Yeah. That was the rumor last time.
Okay.
So, do you believe him? And what was the source? You don't have to say exactly who, but what was the source for this carrot information? And yes, I did give 4 Extra a plate of carrots. Go become a member and watch that clip right now, please.
This is just oddly reminiscent of his previous.
All right, so bam, I heard that he said that he didn't do it. So if he said he didn't do it, he was the person placed there, and he was the person that was placed in this situation. I'm gonna go with that narrative. Now, I didn't make the story up. I'm not a content creator that makes story up to try to get views to go viral, because I could make a whole lot of shit up if I was just like that. And I got a whole lot of information about a whole lot of shit if I just wanted to go viral. Now, what happened, one of my dudes, he been down in the county jail for about like 18 months. He calls in to me like 3 times out the month, you know what I'm saying? So he call in, we chopping it up, and he like, hey, I got some content for you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, all right. So boom. I'm like, man, I asked my folks, like, man, how you do the record thing? They showed me how to record on the iPhone, so I hit the record. I'm like, man, shit, go ahead, talk. So he explained the story. He like, yeah, man, at 4Extra started a war in here. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, he knocked this dude out, you know what I'm saying? Knocked one of his enemies out, man, and put the carrots in his butt. I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right. Then he said, then after that, he like, man, some dumb moves called a crip slipping. You feel me? They beat him up, knocked him out, and then they put a pickle and summer sausage up his butt. I'm
Wait,
like,
a pickle and a summer sausage? You think they taped it together, or you think they did one and then the other?
Man, I don't know.
I'm already formulating bars for the cipher as we speak.
But like, no, but this
Sodomy is crazy.
Yeah, so this was the homie telling me. So like, yeah, I ain't make none of it up, and that's where it came from. But if he said he didn't do it, he didn't do it though. But that's definitely. But my homie, and that's another thing. My homie, he wasn't there. He just said this is a rumor that's going around in the county jail, and he's not a person to make stuff up. So he's in Wayside. That's out there by Six Flags. 4Extras was in Man Central.
Completely different facility. Miles
completely
away.
different facilities. But he said this is the rumor. So if 4Extras said he didn't do it. But that's where the story came from.
Damn, that's crazy that the nowadays, due to the advent of technology, like now just you don't even got to be in the same facility. You could be literally in the valley locked up, and you're hearing about what goes on.
I still am so like on the fence over whether I think 4Extras is telling the truth or not. Because I feel like he would lie. Like, he has every reason to lie.
Off the back, I agree with him, and he's never lied in his life.
I've never seen him. I don't know of him having lied to me, but it makes so much sense that if he did, I mean, let's be real. Putting a carrot up your op's ass is a crime of passion. It's like you're not thinking about it beforehand. You knock him out. You see a carrot. You use the carrot. You're good.
And then that's another thing. So this is another thing, right? You can't even really put it up. That's one thing. Like that's gonna be you're gonna have to really like because them carrots they
work them angles.
It's a plastic little bag like that. And the carrot is only like this long. So like unless you just like put it between his booty cheeks or something like that, like inserting it up, that's crazy. That's a lot of work.
I feel like in a lot of cases like
you
that,
might as well just put your finger up there.
Just the presence of the carrot is probably enough. Like if you make the carrot even make contact with their ass in any way, you've achieved what you were attempting.
It's the Easter basket.
Granted, if you get the carrot the whole way in there, so the next time they take a shit, a carrot just falls out. I mean, that's even better. But just even making contact with the carrot, realistically, do you think that the carrot could sustain the heat inside the asshole, or would it melt? Would it become like a puree?
It'll melt pretty quick.
That's what I'm saying.
Carrots and asshole.
It comes out as a little carrot cake.
Just to be in jail thinking about doing some crazy shit.
Well, really,
like
just a carrot in the ass is already carrot cake, if we're being fair.
That's a good. I see what
That's
you're
a bar.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. But no pun intended. But at what point do you think that gang members in LA County realize, oh, it's a sex crime if we do this? So we don't want to be associated with sex crimes. So
no one's gonna tell though, like that.
Yeah, how do they prove such a thing?
But that's the whole reason why Glock Dookies.
They like to do like a rape kit or something.
But that
back positive for carrot.
You're pregnant with a baby carrot.
It was tampered with his bruised, the area
Top.
bruised.
Carrot Top is
Carrot
insane.
Top did it.
But so here's the thing though. That's why the Glock Dookie became so popular, because they would have to write a letter home, or they would have to like contact someone back home and be like, hey, there's another inmate's bodily fluids were inside of whoever, whatever your name is.
But a Glock Dookie is going to be the outside of your
It doesn't matter, but it's still because that's
even just having feces all over you.
Correct. That's classified as having bodily fluids inside you for some reason, and that's the protocol, and that's like one of the reasons why that became so prevalent beyond the disrespect level, because they would literally have to make a medical report. So your homies back home are finding out. Oh, they're not going to even see the semantics of, oh, he got Glock Dookie. It's going to be like, no, he had another inmate's bodily fluids on and or in him.
One of the girls that we were just with, who's a porn star, told us that she's actually done a scene where the male talent put a carrot up her ass.
Dang.
That's like, I think like anything inserted in a bitch.
That long one for sure. You can get that up.
I hope they gave her the GMO version.
Little good boy, put that oil on there, Astroglide. And,
You sound like you've done this before.
Asshole wide Astroglide.
Get the Astroglide and slide.
The idea of a carrot becoming puree or just like being broken in two. Man.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I can't wait for that clip to come out.
4Xers totally didn't do that, by the way, just to be clear.
I just know it's
We don't
baby
know.
carrots in
Maybe.
the county.
Clear, you didn't do that.
You'd have to get your finger in the nigga booty and all that. Like, that's a lot for jail.
Yeah, them little carrots in jail, they don't even give you no big ones. Only way you'll get some big ones unless you like in the kitchen or something. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I put a carrot in my op's ass, that it might traumatize me worse than whatever it does to that.
Man.
Because he's knocked out. You know, like I got colonoscopy a couple months ago. I was out. I don't even remember it.
But if you woke up with like a cauliflower in your butt crack, you probably feel a
Why
bit
would you
disconcerted.
I thought you don't get a colonoscopy till you're 50.
Nah,
Nah,
40.
when you, yeah. And I got one 5 years ago. So I got it at 36 and then 41. Because I think my family has a history of it. So they wanted to make sure they were checking my shit out early on.
And honestly,
And I'd be putting carrots up there.
It should be normalized for. It needs to be normalized for men
carry.
to get that like at a younger age.
Yeah.
I recently lost a homie to colon cancer.
For real?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Chadwick
yeah.
Boseman, the Black Panther dude, died from colon cancer.
For real?
And he was
So,
only
yeah.
like 40.
That's what I'm saying. The homie was like 44.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Long live battle rap / Toronto hip hop legend Bishop Brigante. You feel me?
When I knock you out, I'm going to put a BBL up your ass. A buzzball, if you will. Yeah.
Then I'll really be buzzball.
He's not going to be knocked out. He
Yeah.
should still be.
Don't tell him about our last weekend.
that's weird.
Come on.
Hey, and then that's funny because he talking about putting in the toxin. And it's funny because motherfuckers is freaky. You know they say when you like it because motherfuckers used to be like in them ecstasy days and certain days motherfuckers used to be certain X pills and shit up their ass. They say when you insert drugs up your ass, it hit your bloodstream fast.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
True. That's how it goes. Yeah.
This is true.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
damn, that's crazy.
So you get all the beta carotene faster when you put the carrot up your ass.
Guaranteed.
No, that's like the main vitamin that you get from carrots, right?
Impatient
There you
ass
go.
motherfuckers. Like, I want now.
I want to be healthy right now.
Violate yourself.
I've blown 2 grams of blow up a bitch's ass.
Oh my God. Yo, he said the summer sausage. Imagine, I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but you want to fucking fast track your way to getting the fatwa put on your head. There's a certain grouping of people that if you put a summer sausage up their ass, they're coming for you for life.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Shout out to all my Muslim brothers out there. I hope they never have to go through that.
That county jail is notorious. Like the craziest thing that I know it happened in there, man, it was like some years ago, man. This dude from Bounty Hunters had knocked out a dude, you know what I'm saying, from Peru, and he had like, you know, they got the hot water pot up in there. He went and got the 190 and put it in like a Coke bottle, they said, man, and inserted it up his rectum and like, you know what I'm saying?
Squeezed
like,
it.
Squeezed them with like the 190 up.
Oh,
That's an enema
Wow.
for free.
speaking of
For
colonoscopy,
free. What a deal.
Yeah.
Bro woke up feeling 10 pounds lighter for sure.
God damn.
That walk up for the tip.
I mean, could you imagine what came out?
That 190, whew.
You ever take a diuretic?
Isn't like coffee a diuretic? I don't know.
No, it's like a pill that you take, and then usually like you'll go through this period of time where you're like, because they make you do this before the colonoscopy. You go through a period of time where you're like, oh, it's not working, and then all of a sudden you get a rumble in your tummy. You got to go sit on the toilet, and it's just
Everything.
like just straight water diarrhea, and then it hits you again 5 minutes later. Like 5 minutes later, and it's just like. For me, I probably took like 5 to 10 shits over the course of like an hour, and then it just stops. But you got nothing in your fucking stomach after that. It's
You
crazy.
felt great?
I guess it felt kind of good. Yeah.
Felt lighter?
I mean, I was fasting already for the colonoscopy. I feel like
Did you have
whenever
to
I get a
take the
colonoscopy,
suppository?
I feel like I talk about it more than
That's
most
the
people.
opposite of a suppository.
No, I know. So you didn't get the one that you got to stick up your butt.
Nah, it was a pill you
was a
swallowed.
pill,
Yeah.
okay.
A king pill.
King Bill.
So wait, so 4 Extra is not trying. He's basically trying to big bro King Pill right now.
Man, yeah, like people can go see the first clip that came up from the interview, but basically, like, this is the deal. 4 Extras wants to fight an Aaron the Plumber or somebody who's got like a lot of clout, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. It's hard to make a fight happen with somebody who's on the same level as him clout wise, which I would kind of say 4 Extras and Aaron the Plumber are about the same level of clout, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Aaron the Plumber is so mad at me over us exposing him as an alleged snitch that he claimed that he doesn't want anything to do with anything that would benefit No Jumper in any way. So already, to me, that's him being scared of 4Extras because he knows that whatever 4Extras got going on boxing wise is going to be related to me. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in his corner. I'm going to be in the media leading up to it, etc. Aaron the Plumber don't want it with 4Extras. Now, also, Aaron the Plumber probably going to end up being fairly expensive, which is evidenced by the fact that he just signed with Misfits Boxing, which is one of the bigger influencer boxing things, whatever. Who knows what they've got planned. King Pill, on the other hand, pretty clouded out. Not quite at Aaron the Plumber, but everybody knows who he is. I'm going to be real. If I'm 4Extras, I'm looking at King Pill like I could beat the shit out of him. Like, King Pill, I've heard good things about him as a squabbler from people who are locked up with him and everything like that. But you look at the guy, he's fat, he's out of shape. 4Extras looks like a fucking Black Panther character. You know, he's probably in better shape than most of the people who are in Black Panther. Like, he looks like he could fuck King Pill up. I'm going to be real. So to me, 4Extras does the King Pill fight. You get a bunch of media. It's easy to make it happen. Then that leads you to bigger and bigger fights. And I mean, to me, like, his reason for why he doesn't want to do it is basically like, oh, he's a clout chaser. Sorry, anybody you're going to fight in an influencer boxing match is going to be some level of clout chase, which also he's not a smoker. I've hung out with King Pill for like long periods of time. Never seen him drink, never seen him smoke weed. He was asking me about the mushroom gummies, but it seemed like he did not have a lot of experience with drugs.
This fool brought Tylenol pretending, like, cosplaying as fucking
That's what I'm saying.
Percocets. He doesn't.
Man, yeah, King Pill scared me. My man pulled up barefooted with baby oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Man, I was looking like, what the hell?
But that might be his greatest strategy in a fight, though, is the baby oil. If 4Extras try to punch him, I just slide right up. You want to join the gang? Got to slide off my body.
That carrot up your ass. Yeah. No, I mean, okay, so I understand that in 4Extras' mind, it's like, oh, okay, I don't want to give this guy the clout of fighting me when he doesn't necessarily deserve it. But it's like, if we're going to really take your ass to the top in terms of this boxing shit, I just feel like you should probably take this fight, which seems like a relatively easy fight, get it done, and then move on up quickly up the ranks.
Or there's a chance he could lose.
Or he might be turning down the fade.
No, listen.
His whole ethos is anti-turning down the fade. And the other reason why I thought it was good is because 4Extras, he's not going to fight somebody from A-Trade. He's not going to fight somebody from Inglewood. He's not going to fight somebody from Hoover. King Pill is from a Pomona gang. That's perfect because he's a blood, but he's not like the bloods that you beef with. So it's like, to the people at home, from a marketing perspective, we got a Crip, we got a blood, but there's not going to be any bloodshed behind this because you guys are a fucking hour away.
Totally.
Perfect.
How big is King Pill? Like, when you be saying this stuff, you don't even consider weights and all that.
They're not, like, they size up pretty well.
No, King Pill is big. He's a fat dude, bro.
Yeah.
And y'all looking at him like he's not in great shape, but a big dude could catch your ass with one hit and knock you the fuck out.
I think it's fair to assume that 4Extras is in a lot better shape than
that.
King
But when
Very
you're
fair.
dealing with two inexperienced fighters, like, they never
I don't know if it's fair to say that about 4Extras. He seems pretty experienced.
they're not technically trained, so they can get caught with a punch. They're not like professionals. So when you say this guy is in better shape, that don't mean nothing. King Pill could just come in there flailing like crazy, catch 4Extras. Bro, look like he got some shoulders on him.
Hey, when I put a carrot in your ass, you got to slide first.
You are fucking weird, dude.
King Pill, how you doing? I got Lush, Brandon, and Aunt Hefe here.
What's happening, Foley?
What's up with it, man? What's the deal?
So,
Keep it real.
you already saw the 4SJ interview. How are you feeling about it? What do you think of his analysis of you being just a clout chaser?
Man, I think that nigga's scared to catch the fade, nigga. Nigga scared to catch the $50,000 fade. What type of nigga turned down a $50,000 fade when you in there squabbling over carrots and soups?
I'll let either one of you guys knock me out for 50 pence, to be clear. Like, I'll fight either one of y'all.
He just had all these fights for free.
Yeah.
If you really think you could fuck King Pill up so easily and you could get a significant amount of money for it, I mean, like, even if it was 20 grand, 20 grand is so much more than zero.
There's no one I'm not fighting for 50 bands.
I don't care how much he over there yelling and screaming, talking about I'll wear this and I'll do this. Man, nigga turning down all this money. He want to fight Aaron the Plumber. He a snitch. He only weigh 185 pounds. Nigga, get with somebody your own size, nigga.
Wait, how much do you weigh?
At least
Then he
230.
just put a carrot up a nigga ass who got a little arm. He got a baby carrot and a baby arm.
You on some bullshit.
Wait, he did it to
No back on
T-Rail?
Fig?
He's scared.
They don't miss it.
Wait a minute, wait.
No,
wait.
I couldn't help it.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh?
230.
I weigh 262. I'm 6 feet.
That's a pretty big boy.
Yeah, he's big.
That's what I keep telling y'all. Y'all ignoring.
But that's a fair fight for
No,
4
4 extras weigh like 200 pounds.
He's 225 and he's probably 6'2".
They're both heavyweights.
250.
Oh, you 250?
Yo, but his 225 is a lot different than your 262 because he's rock solid. You got a little bit of blubber.
250. Look at rock solid, man. That nigga ain't rock solid, man. That nigga
More than a little, for being
No,
honest.
he's rock solid. He ain't got no body fat, bro. He's probably got like 8% body fat.
You sound like you looking at his meat.
He hasn't shown me his meat yet. I would love to see it, man.
Y'all must be doing a plug talk interview.
Nah, I'm gonna send you a clip. Actually, we just did some gangster shit on the Plug Talk room. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him line it up, man. I don't think it's gonna happen though, man. I think he's scared, man.
Man.
All right, see.
So you thinking about moving out to California?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, man. You know, I got a lot of shit going on out there. I got my whole hood behind me, all the power rules and Don moves behind me. So I should just fuck everybody over, knock his ass out, knock everybody else out after that. Niggas can't fuck with the fat boy.
Whoa.
That's a no fact. I'm with the who's. You dig what I'm saying, though?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a known fact.
If you 250,
Damn.
if 4 extras 250, then you gotta fight him.
Bro, yeah, there's nothing for you in Atlanta.
Yeah, oh shit, man. You know, I just be out here cooling in $1 million condo, fucking the internet up.
Why are you in the dark? What are you doing?
Oh shit, I'm just putting my kids to sleep, man. You know, it's getting late over here.
Oh, okay, that makes
You know,
sense.
I'm doing daddy duties. I thought I was gonna be able to let all my stress out on that nigga Chin, but he turning it down again.
You gotta take it out on your kids now.
Damn, motherfucker. This is psycho, man.
I'm down to run the fade for 50 bands, even though King Pill is my friend.
I mean, the whole thing with For Extra 2 is that it's like, if you can find a better option, cool. But
Aaron the Plumber's not with the.
I don't think Aaron the Plumber is on the table. So realistically,
Too small.
Aaron the Plumber weigh 185. Why, nigga, you 250-some pounds. Why are you trying to fight a little ass nigga, man? You sound
Yeah,
dumb
that's
as
too
fuck.
small.
yeah, that is a small
Don't even
guy.
add up, man. The nigga got paperwork. He already
You
said he
looking
don't
at me? I know what you
Paperwork.
thinking,
Yeah, he
man.
got some paperwork.
At this point, you being a bully. The nigga saying he don't even want to fight. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. That's why I'm here, to bully the fucking bullies. You
Oh,
want to call the
shit.
nigga out who said he don't want to fight. That's why I would have told your ass to come to the back and rack the fucking racks, nigga. Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, and he
I'm not
turned
gonna
it
lie.
down just like he would have did in the jail.
He's popping.
Yeah, straight the fuck up.
Nah, he wouldn't have turned it down in jail.
Man.
No, I don't think he would turn down the jail fade, honestly. Because
He ready to cry. He up there damn near ready to cry. He don't want to fight the fat guy.
What the hell? All right, yo, appreciate you, and I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna try and make it happen, man.
Yeah, good looking out. Let me know.
All right, much love.
me and King Phil got an EP coming soon, by the way.
How the hell did I get inserted? The people in the audience, Brandon scared. What the hell? I'm not on the table for the boxing match. Boy, y'all love me.
Wait, okay, we gotta let the world know. Free suspect. Already got it up. Former No Jumper host, almighty suspect, arrested on felony charges and held on $380,000 bond. Damn.
Sus, man.
Oh, I just realized they're gonna blame us for this too, huh?
Of course.
I mean, I think it's clear.
They're
what
blaming
happened.
me.
Yeah, it's clear what happened.
Shut the hell up. Hey, bro was like, he on a gun charge. He was going to get a knifing charge, too. Motherfuckers just don't learn, huh?
Bayonet.
If I was on a gun charge, I would have been the most peaceful dude ever. Like, hey, look.
He think they playing. They really watching that. They really watching the internet, man.
Bro,
So,
crazy.
No, honestly,
dude.
if this had anything to do with that, that would be so.
It's a gun charge.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm gonna like tape a carrot to my gun and just like take a photo and be like looking for 4 extra. like a bayonet on the end of it.
What, dude, attach it to like the dick lighter thing.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, there you go. Yeah, we threw away all those carrots, huh? Damn. Fuck. All right. So, man, we just like casually dusted through about 2 hours of content talking about all that stuff. Yo, so I do want to say also, I had a great trip to New York, but man, like by the time I got out of there, there was definitely some very upset YouTubers making videos about what a travesty it was that I was allowed to move so freely throughout New York.
I saw that, but like, to be fair to all this whole community, where was the energy at when you were in the city? They not outside to try to
listen. I mean, if people who are actually from these neighborhoods are overwhelmed with excitement to have someone like me pulling up to their neighborhood, it seems kind of absurd to me that the YouTube commentary creators are going to have such strong opinions about what people should do with their own neighborhood, especially given the fact that the argument against no jumper is so illogical that it's like, oh, well, people caught Fed charges associated with no jumper. I mean, in reality, Brick Baby got a gun and drug case from like the moment he started working at No Jumper. Like within the first couple of weeks, he ends up catching a case. He later gets indicted along with a bunch of other people. What the fuck does this really have to do with us? It's not like, and people say, oh, well, you were mentioned in the paperwork, rah, rah, rah. We were mentioned in the bail rejection letter that basically said, oh, look, we spotted a gun on Brick Baby's waist on the last episode before he got locked up, which, again, what does that have to do with us? Like, realistically, the idea that we're going to these neighborhoods and trying to commit some sort of atrocious demonic deed is crazy. Like, we literally... We're at the playground in the Bronx with a million bloods shooting the music video. We didn't talk about who got charges, who got guns on them right now. We didn't talk about where the crack spot is at, where the criminal shit goes down at, etc. While we're in that neighborhood, 100% positive, fun, everybody having a good time. Same thing when we went to Bobby Shmurda's neighborhood. Same thing when we went to Marcy, where Jay-Z's from. Same thing when we went to Brownsville and hung out with Loki Shmula and shit. Same thing when we went to the Jersey City projects and hung out with Albie Al. It's like none of these people had any kind of complaints about the conversations that we were having with them. But then somehow, like, and that's why I just don't take this serious at all, because then like Hassan Campbell and all these other dudes will have such strong opinions. I can't help but feel that it's got to have some relationship to the fact that they know that they're not welcome in these environments and that it hurts them in their soul to see a white boy being appreciated in this environment.
Oftentimes people are the most critical of their own shortcomings. Yeah. And when they see somebody else doing what they can't do, they go.
It was just so bizarre to be in another city and to have like the online equivalent of the No Jumper reaction channels having so much to say while continuously not doing anything about it, and also telling everybody what they should be doing with their own neighborhoods.
But that's the thing though. Like, at least, like, okay, out here, I don't want to give this guy props in any capacity because I don't fuck with him. But I will say,
Rich Grinder. He was outside. You feel me? He let his whereabouts be known.
Like, I can't really. So where were all these New York bloggers when you were outside and letting it be known where you was at?
Hey,
probably in the crib making more vlogs.
Hey, real quick, Rich Trapper told me he would give me $100,000 if I would bring up the fact that he wants to fade you on No Jumper. Now, I don't know if he's going to give me the $100,000.
What would lead you to believe that he has $100,000?
Well, listen, I don't know, but I'm going to ask you right now. Are you down?
Bro, let's split it. Let's split it.
We can split it. I'll give you the majority of it.
Yeah, please.
Are you down to get a fade with Rich Trapper?
On No Jumper for $100,000?
That's my boy. Don't talk about my boy like that. Rich Trapper wants a fade. I would be
$100,000 on No Jumper?
No, this would be for free. But he wants you to show up to the Muay Thai gym, and he said 10 minutes. That's it. He said he got a score to settle with you.
10 minutes in the Muay Thai gym?
Y'all fight however I want to.
Hands, feet.
No.
Is this about carrots or what? How many carrots are going to be there?
It's a regular fade, but just in there because it's like no liability.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Hey, Trill Spill, Rich Trapper, you can box this Gleek, homie. Trill Spill, you can box this motherfucking Gleek.
Is crazy.
Hey, check game.
Gleek is a really cool name for a gun.
Check game. You want to know why? Hey, motherfuckers is lucky. That Lush had some shit to do that day. Because even though Brandon was like, hey, Lush, it might be negative if you... Guess what? Guess what? The motherfuckers I was pulling up with would have ruined that whole shit. And it would have really been all bad and created a lot of division in multiple communities. Guess where the fuck I'm from, motherfucker?
One thing I'll say, and just
don't interrupt a great wrestling monologue.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it might have been time anyway.
No, I'm just
go ahead, Big Flair.
You feel me? Hey, Big Flair. Big Flair. Big Flair.
Big Flair.
Big
Yo,
Flair.
he matched the lighter to his hat.
Big
I knew
Flair.
it was going to match something.
You see, I'm hard as a...
Look,
Look at the watermelon
I know
man.
about white people here.
Hey, guess what? Rich Grinder.
Hey, put your fucking
Don't
shirt
knock
on.
the lead over.
Motherfucking Gleek. Box this Gleek. Box this
Can you
Gleek.
put your shirt back on?
Box this Gleek. And guess what? And guess what? And guess what? And guess what, Rich Grinder? Ooh, don't disrespect Draco ever. I'm gonna let y'all know.
He about to light the nipple.
Box this motherfucking
I didn't know what that
Gleek.
was. I didn't know the dog.
Box this
No
guy.
disrespect to nobody. I didn't know what the dog was.
Because
My
guess
bad.
what? No. I stopped. I stopped.
Hey,
the
you
gang
do
war.
look like a pro wrestler with that big ass ball spot.
I stopped the.
You're Hulk Hogan right now.
I stopped the gang war in L.A. by being cool and having a job that day, motherfucker. I stopped a motherfucker, bro. Ooh. And guess what?
Limousine riding.
And just let me take this one step further, player.
Private jet flying.
You
Come
feel
on.
me? Yeah, wheeling and dealing, cocaine, snorting. You feel me? Supporting abortion. Hey. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I'm a pathological liar, blowing shit out of proportion. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: the reason why the suspect and Brandon shit, that wasn't my fucking fault. So fuck all you J-Cats trying to put that on me.
Sign Lush Stone Austin.
No. Scroll up and look. And box this Gleek. That's my new merch. Box this Gleek. You don't get no Muay Thai fight, you fucking faggot. Fuck out of here, bro. Guess what? I don't want to roll around in a dojo so you can try to carrot me. Gang, I try to be cool a million times.
Carrot me.
So this is a long-winded no.
Peanut, but no, it's a long-winded box this Gleek. You feel me? 3 words.
What's that
Fades,
mean?
you know what I mean?
A Gleek is a gun.
It means fades are for homies. Fades are for homies.
Oh, okay.
Fades
That's
are for
good.
people I respect.
Okay.
Like there ain't, maybe I'm just old and the colloquialisms have changed in the past little bit, but there wasn't no.
You're using the word colloquialisms.
A good word. A slang word. You feel me? Definition commonly used.
Ric
Provincial
Flair
slang.
never used that word.
Well, guess what, player? I know motherfucking Ric Flair. I'm gonna tell y'all like this because that fool got Alzheimer's. You feel me? My mom got Alzheimer's, not me. You feel me? I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna tell you.
They call you Meth Mysterio.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Marilyn MacArthur Park, Meth Drip Lamar, the domestic whip crasher,
This nigga Lush got that
Buzzball
shit on
Uno.
IV. He didn't even have to go to the bathroom like suspect.
I'm gonna
He
tell you,
just turned up.
hey, so on some real shit, like on some real shit. A fade is like me and suspect, we caught a fade.
Because you're homies.
Me and suspect caught a fade.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like we go back. I fucked up, and I owed him that because I did some shit that was foul. You feel me? Regardless of what he did previous to that, I was foul. I owed him that. So as homies, as family, we got past that. You feel me? I don't owe nobody else. Anybody else want to fade? If you're not one of my partners from my section,
Fade this Gleek.
you fade this Gleek.
Yeah.
You feel me? Period.
Never let that shit go.
And
Lush.
guess what?
No, it's got a ring to it.
Or run up and fucking deal with one of the 15 essays I'm with right now. You feel me?
he's
Get smoked
starting
by
a
one of
gang
the.
war. He's
Yeah,
starting
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Black versus brown.
That's why I don't fuck. That's why I be like, you know what? Nah. I try to be cool, bro.
'Cause you could pop it off
because
if
I
you
try to
wanted
be
to.
cool. Fuck no, fool. I would never do that. I would never do that. But
So you
guess what?
advocate for black people and then
Yeah,
threaten them with
guess
violence
what? Guess
at the ends of
no.
You
But-
need to sign to
but
OTR.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. That if I don't give a fuck.
La
what-
Luchador.
I don't give a fuck what race you are, what nationality, but you could box
So why
this
are you
Gleek.
bringing up
Because you could box this Gleek. No, because I'm saying who I be with, player. If you shit, I be with the Crips too. I be with hella homies.
You be with me.
I be with you. But
Right
you feel
here.
me? Like, but regardless, and Rich Grinder, I really ain't got smoke for you, but you could box this Gleek if you feel me. Run up and get done if I swear to God on my life.
Yo, somebody got a good point. They said if China Mag was in New York, Adam would have felt uncomfortable. Guess whose name I didn't hear one single time the whole time I was in New York? China Mag. He been in Vietnam for 2 years. His name did not come up one time.
But China Mac was
Vietnam now, I think.
But China Mac was in LA with you, so if he had a real problem with you, he could have like.
Yeah, he failed as a streamer, and then he had to go to Vietnam because that was a very low cost of living.
Damn.
Really?
Bro, why did I get hit up
Vietnam was cracking
by like someone that the only person that followed that person was China Mac, and like she was like, "Oh, I could do." This girl hits me up, like the gang pics, follow me, and says, "I do Instagram promo," and it felt like a fucking setup by China Mac. I'm being honest, dude.
Really? You think he was gonna make something shake?
I don't know, bro.
Wow,
I don't know, brother.
crazy. Holy shit.
But yeah, boxes Gleek, Rich Trapper, no cap.
Yo, you're gonna
Ray
have to
Meth cereal is funny.
turn him to Swiss cheese. That's crazy.
Stereo. He killed my guy.
No, that was a good little performance. Though. I like that.
I got a switchie on mine.
Yeah. You should do that more often. That was cool.
It's a little
we
button.
go.
No,
Here
I'm
we
the
go.
white brick baby.
We don't get to see that.
I'm the
very
white
often.
brick
Oh,
baby.
that was
Wait.
your kill squads in the street.
Let me
White
give a
brick
disclaimer.
baby.
Let me give a disclaimer.
I like it. Yeah.
Let me give a disclaimer.
Sure.
I didn't even know who Draco was.
Draco.
Draco.
It's Draco, not Drakeo.
I didn't know that this statue was of him when I was playing around with Lush with it. My bad. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
We don't ever disrespect
Grave
the
Digger
ruler.
Quez was fucking
I had
grabbing
no
it the other
clue
day.
who
I
that
almost jumped
was.
out of my seat.
But yeah, it wasn't intentional. But I just want to, no disrespect to his family or whoever else. You just random Negroes in the audience. I don't care what y'all think. But no disrespect to nobody who passed away. Rest in peace to that guy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Long live the truth.
I mean, when you have like an action figure sitting on the table and people don't know who it is, they just grab it. So,
And now I'm a fed because suspect in jail. I ain't got nothing to do with this fool.
So you're categorically stating you didn't have anything to do with him getting locked up.
I'm not going to say that.
But I
I'm
have some
just-
doubts.
Nah, he already was in freaking hot water with the police.
I really hope that there wasn't like a moment where the DA is like, Your Honor, I'd like to bring to your attention. Like,
Was you'll be surprised.
Listen,
like-
hey,
He
you.
just pulled a knife out on live stream.
allegedly.
This is why I don't like.
Allegedly, for sure.
This is why I defend you to a certain extent, even with the brick and all that stuff. Man, these are grown ass men doing whatever they want to do with people around them telling them, look, I'm black. I'm a relatively responsible dude. And anybody, it doesn't matter the color. From the time I was 14, I've had people warning me about decision making. You need to make the right decision. Be smart. Don't be dumb. Anybody who's in the inner city has had this warning since they were young. These men are radically individualistic. They do what they want to do. Can't nobody tell them nothing. Soon as they deal with the repercussions of their actions, it's everyone else's fault. I don't play by those rules. You're grown. You know what you was doing. We all been in LA. You had a gun charge. You know that the feds are watching this platform. That we know that. To pull out a knife just tells me that's why he had to be on some type of narcotic. Because it just doesn't make rational sense. I'm going to do that knowing I'm fighting a case and knowing that there's police people probably watching what we're doing. Plus, now I'm like, gotta go to court and deal with that. Dude, just,
You know
if
what,
someone's
Brandon
on
was right
drugs, they
before.
just on drugs,
No,
man.
Brandon was
That's
right.
What that shit is. That's crackhead shit.
No, let's be honest. Brandon was right. Rap music is the worst thing ever because it's clearly warped motherfuckers' minds to such a crazy degree that we have to uphold this unfair standard of gangsterism. But don't worry, that's why I'm here to show y'all what a real
Show you what a
thug
real
look like.
thug look like,
You feel
yeah.
me? Like
He pulled out the shirt because he hit his wire.
what a real ain't no wire. You feel me? Shit.
He got it in his.
Do I look like Kanye? Ain't no through the wire player.
His character. Is that the code word for wire?
A
Is that the carrot in his booty?
caricature assassination.
Hey, you guys have a code word for wires. It's carrot. That's why you guys keep doing this carrot.
No, a carrot is a literal carrot that was put in
Sure
someone's
it
ass.
is.
Yeah.
Sure.
A rectal carrot.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
No, that's what we do.
And when we see the Fed files, it's gonna be like carrot code word.
When we do the cipher, for sure, I got carrot bars,
Yeah,
and I would advise the rest of you to.
Is there something
Work
under the
on a
hat?
carrot
Oh, the
bar.
hat came off. You can't be a wire under the hat.
I'm not a cop, dude.
Bro, you had the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, hey, there's nothing I do that's ever planned. This is genuine from the soul. I had no idea this
You
was gonna
planned
happen. From the soul. from the soul.
I
Like,
threw you a
hey,
slow pitch softball. You hit it, knocked it out.
Box is Gleek.
Box is Gleek. Let's just keep rolling with that. Yo,
Box Gleeky.
you know it would not be an episode of the No Jumper Show if we didn't talk about Lefty Gunplay's latest fuck up. Let's get into this clip right
What
here.
you do now? You was just defending him. What was that?
Famous gangbanger.
Wasn't you just defending him?
Check this out.
I stay defending Lefty.
Viral, let's go run the next one. Come on. Run it up. Run that bitch up. Run it up, baby. Hey, 40, I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
You got to really watch Shorty's body language to be able to tell how annoyed he is by
Lush,
having
what do
this
you think?
J-Cat run around in the crowd.
Nah, but Icon's explanation is the most coping I've ever seen in my entire life.
What did he have to say about it?
See why Kendrick didn't let him up there?
Exactly. Imagine how, with pyrotechnics on the stage, imagine how that would have gone. He would have been like the Human Torch running around the stage.
To be fair, if that would have been so fire if he would have just had the peepa on him and walked up to the pyrotechnics and fucking took a hit off him.
Oh my God.
That would have been God level.
He is a worldly guy too, though. He probably would have figured that out. Yeah. Don't have a lighter.
Crazy,
Use the
scary,
pyrotechnics.
spooky, hilarious.
Hilarious.
No, you don't talk too crazy about Lefty because you're gonna have to see him.
I'm on Lefty's team.
He's gonna serve you
I'm
up.
on Lefty's team against No Jumper.
You're gonna have to box the Gleek with him as well.
No, like me,
Box the Gleek.
like me and Lefty are back to back, spinning around, shooting everyone.
We all have our chosen op. I'm Rich Trapper, buddy. You're Lefty Gunplay's buddy. Everyone has to
exactly.
pick a op.
Dibs on T-Row.
Everyone has to pick an op.
No, but that means that you have to defend him.
My forever op.
But that
I'm
means
not
you
gonna
defend him.
No.
Like,
No, you
yeah.
gotta have the op that you actually fuck with that hates No Jumper.
You can have
gotta pick one.
AD. AD's
Like Big Brothers.
honestly,
No Jumper hate.
AD's in my good graces right now because he just fucking smokes.
I did enjoy watching AD go
Sharp's
in on
boots,
Sharp. Yeah,
like,
but okay, let's
ew.
we should talk about that. But let's
Yeah.
watch the rest of this clip of Shorty having his show ruined by a crazy Zestican who's off meth in the audience.
His zest again.
Come on, nigga. Come on. Hey, where they
Well, he
Look,
brought him
tries
up
to
there.
pull him out of the crowd, tries to bring him back up on stage so that he can know his role and actually just chill the fuck out.
To be fair, are we sure if Shorty's physically strong enough to pull Lefty?
I mean, the angle there, I'm just like expecting you to be able to like one hand pull somebody up on stage. That's tough.
What are those shoes?
Oh, he's getting his YG
Balenci's.
on.
Bottoms on.
Yeah,
Them motherfuckers
he got like a
look like
YG look going on.
Them motherfuckers look like
It's like an out of control
boarding
schoolboy
school.
look. Yeah.
Those are
Look at the
Balenciaga.
size.
No?
They got the low bottom Doc Martens.
No, I swear Gunner has those, and they're like Balenciaga.
And that's cool. Gunner is
saying-
weird.
It's a fashion thing. You wouldn't understand.
Man, I
Gunner
saw
got
Gunner with his
sneezed.
face painted like Sting from WCW.
No, that was a black metal thing.
yeah.
I work. Listen, bro, it's weird.
Okay, let's watch the rest of this.
That's what they
Bro got
want.
the Shirley Temple.
I'm gonna do what they want. Now I'm gonna do what they want. I'm gonna stay down here with them. Come on.
It looks like security was about to stop him from doing this.
But people are recording shit.
Yeah, because they realize they're watching one of these legendary Lefty Gunplay crash outs that happens like 3 times a week at this point.
This is like he's like in his,
It's crazy.
he's a new MF Doom type shit. Like
Don't give him that.
How you
Don't-
gonna do somebody's show like that? I'm gonna give them what they want and stay down there in the
Yeah,
crowd.
that's insane.
Because he has like one song that he feels like is more popular than his other songs, so he just really wanted to get to that. But it's obvious that the DJ isn't like ready to play the song yet because it takes forever for him to pull it up.
Come on. Hey, on the damn homies, I don't want to jump in and eat shit. Y'all go viral. Just go run the next one.
Hey, on the drive homies, let's go viral. It's like a total marble mouth fuck.
Let's go, Lefty.
I feel like this clip is actually not as long as the one that I originally saw where you get to actually see him playing the song or whatever. But either way, I mean, it just feels like this is becoming such a consistent thing that Lefty just has to crash out at least like once a week, maybe a couple times a
Well,
week.
it's like, dude, like I think the craziest part is like Shorty's low key in the middle of an acapella.
Yeah.
He's like serenading hoes
You know what I would have did? I would have played my song and cut his part out.
type shit. Huh?
Can't you
Sure.
just cut his mic?
For sure. You know what? Hey, let's get on with the song. When it come up to his part, cut this shit short, go into the next song.
But like, I think in Lefty's head, he doesn't realize that he's stepping. I don't think he might be so fucked up at this moment. I don't think he realizes how much he's stepping on Shorty's toes.
If I'm trying to pull you up, like, bro, come on, get up here. No, I'm gonna give them what they want. They want me to stay down here. I'm gonna be down here. What the fuck?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Looks crazy as fuck. But
Nobody's bigger than the program.
yeah,
That's what Lefty don't get.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, how would you feel if somebody did that shit at your show, but you can't get a show because your behavior?
Well, think about it. He just got kicked off of the Shoreline Mafia tour, at least in part because they felt like he was a liability. For sure, people like Phoenix and OGZ are sitting at home watching that clip on Instagram and thinking,
good decision.
Yeah, we made a good decision. Yeah, Peso and Bravo seem like a much safer bet, at least in part because they're not smoking meth at this exact moment.
I think, and that's the thing. These are the moments that make Lefty Gunplay so exciting.
And
this is why people tune in, right?
And that's why, okay, when I called him the Mexican Crib Mac and he got all offended by it, Crib Mac was never this consistent with the fucking crazy ass JCat moments. Like Crib Mac would do interviews, say some funny shit, goes viral, whatever. Once in a while, there was moments like when he runs into Blueface at the show and they sort of have words, you know, that will go viral. But like Crib Mac didn't have that many IRL crash out moments. Lefty has left Crib Mac in the dust because he's really outside pretending that he's a real artist.
Yeah, but is it fair to say that he's like, this might be part of a very progressive marketing strategy because he said, nah, fuck that. We going viral. Check this out, Shorty. Guess what? How many of us would have been talking about Shorty's show in LA previous to this? Nah, we didn't even know it happened. But now.
And what happened to the good old days where meth heads just got high and wash your car for $3?
It's too dirty. They mixing it with it ain't clean no more.
Back in the day, meth was like, I'm gonna take a bump of meth, I'm gonna take a hit of meth and clean the whole house up.
2 days, knock my hind down now. They mixing it with wasp spray, roach spray, and all this different stuff, and they got people going crazy.
The most a meth head would do back in the day was like get high and cut your lawn for $3. Like clean up your house for nothing.
Now they rap.
Now they at concerts. Like, how does motherfucker even get in the building?
Okay, is it just me, or is the best line is put a carrot in his booty, call it carrot cake?
Yeah,
because the ass is cake.
It was fire when I said it 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah. That's the best version of it.
It was.
Someone said stop dissing Lefty before he catch you outside. I'm sorry. I feel like that's a fade I can win.
At this point, if
he might have to box the Gleek. I'm not really super worried about him. He looks very doughy.
I feel bad for him because I listened to his album, first Chicano rap album
I've ever listened to.
That I've ever listened to straight
Probably
through.
Not the best place to start.
Well, but I don't think it's bad. I've said before.
You gotta listen to it again.
Bro pays a lot of respect to like the people like who paved the way for him. Like bro has a
because he found out about him like this week.
That's a lie.
He was on the Vlad interview and he's having to tell Vlad is telling Lefty who Be Real is, and you see him learning that there's a rapper named Be Real in that moment.
But there are black rappers who don't know who Be Real is.
True, but he's also out here saying I'm the #1 Mexican rapper or Latino rapper of all time. Then he's like being introduced to the idea of like, oh, there's a rapper named Fat Joe. I don't know. I've never heard of this person.
You have a very biased standard for
I'm telling you real shit.
But what I'm telling you is most of these little rappers don't know who any of those people are. So the whole Lefty to that standard
be real.
is not fair.
Hold on. To be fair,
we're not talking to you, hip hop.
Be real.
You are Mexican on the West Coast.
Yeah, you are, dickhead. Be Real is not considered a motherfucking Chicano rapper.
I'm not saying
He's
Chicano
just part
rap.
of hip hop culture.
Listen,
Hispanic.
And if you don't know about Cypress Hill, then you're not even welcome to talk about hip hop with someone of my
If you don't know about Cypress Hill, you can box this Gleek.
Most people. Most people, you're holding Lefty Gunplay to an unfair standard. Most of these new rappers don't know any of these old.
This is the soft bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah.
You are a Hispanic, allegedly, rapper. You're not Mexican. You're actually Guatemalan and white.
Shouts all my chapins.
You are in California. You are going around doing an interview tour, maybe the most interviews that any rapper has ever done in a 1-year period. You're telling people in these interviews that you are the best Hispanic rapper of all time, and you don't know who Be Real, Fat Joe, Big Pun, etc. are. I'm sorry. This is something we cannot accept. We cannot act like this is normal. It is not okay to be that dumb.
He doesn't know who Big Pun is?
Even with 10 years in Pelican Bay. Damn. I'm sorry. You still need to know at least a little bit of your history. You can't be saying you're the greatest Latino rapper of all time without even having thought about it or spent 20 minutes on Wikipedia prior to
in the middle of Little Italy?
Lefty Gunplay spent 10 years in Pelican Bay?
He spent 10 years locked up, maybe 9 years, and at least some of it was in Pelican Bay.
Let's go back 10 years. That was 2015. These dudes are like, they don't know about that, bro. There's people who lived during that.
Yeah,
there are people who lived in that time who don't even know about that. Even when you brought up the quote, I even forgot who made that quote. The expectation of soft bigotry.
Well, somebody racist.
It probably was like Clarence Thomas or something. But you would think most black people would know who said that. Most black people now don't. That our school systems have failed, let alone our horrible hip hop education systems. I don't expect them to know that. What I'm saying is the fact that he's acknowledging people who came before him. You got these little rappers out here rapping and they don't even care about that.
But he's acknowledging it because he's being forced to acknowledge it by somebody like Vlad, who actually has some knowledge about hip hop and is able to sit there and think for a second, maybe you're not the greatest Latino rapper of all time because all I have to do is think about it for 8 seconds and I can think of like 5 artists bigger than you.
So the Vlad interview was before he dropped his album.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, in the album, I know he wasn't like, Vlad told me about this person. He brought up people who are famous, like Juvenile, people like that who have hit songs. Vlad is an old motherfucker. He knows all that stuff because he's old. You can't expect these young kids.
And he's respectful of hip hop culture and history.
But I think Brandon's trying to say,
hip hop like that.
But what I think Brandon's trying to say, and you've known this too because we've talked about it, is Lefty's very referential in his music, and he'll reference like previous artists and songs, and he'll like put like he's like, watch me whip, watch me nay nay, like you feel me, like he'll put little things from older songs, viral songs, and on top of that, he came in the game with Letter to Drummer Boy, Letter to Chito Ramos. Like he's like those are dudes that came before him.
But imagine
those are dudes that influenced him.
I was going on doing interviews and I was saying I'm the #1 white boy in hip hop history ever. And then somebody was like, well, what about Eminem? And I was like, fuck that fucking Eminem. Because you can't say something like that without spending 20 minutes on Wikipedia or ChatGPT or Google.com boxing the gleek or just asking them like who else would be in this conversation.
It's an age thing. We are old niggas now, bro.
It is
the soft bigotry of low expectations.
Listen, the reason is you don't have kids that are like in their teen years, so you don't understand how these generations.
No, I definitely know how dumb the kids are.
But Robbie the Plug didn't know who Razkaz and Tash were.
What they think of as important or as old or historical is totally different from what we think.
I know, and I'm from the East Coast, so a lot of the references that I have hip hop wise growing up are just basically lost on a lot of people on the West Coast, and a lot of people from the West Coast. Like when we were doing the complex list, there's a bunch of people on that list that I don't know who the fuck they are. At least in part because I didn't grow up listening to West Coast hip hop as much. Now, granted, like my first favorite rapper was Snoop Dogg. I grew up listening to NWA, Ice Cube, all this shit for sure. But some of the deeper stuff was kind of it was lost on me because I just.
But nobody's at a party saying throwing that Eminem. But they are saying throwing that Juvenile back that ass up.
If you go to some white ass parties, I bet we can find some people listening to Eminem.
The kids know about the party music from our day. They don't know about the deeper, like the hip hop, like Gangstar, stuff like that. Right. They know what's like the super hits that were in parties because they're played to this day. Like when we were young, Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. Montel Jordan, this is how we do it, came out when we was little kids. If that song wasn't played at every party, we would have never
playing that Uncle Luke.
Man, it was played at every party.
Horny.
We knew about 80 shit because it was played nonstop.
I feel you.
Thriller, the album.
This isn't really the hell I want to die on anyway. I already know that Lefty is probably not the dude who's going to have a comprehensive history of understanding of the history of Latino hip hop artists.
But you can appreciate that he at least acknowledges what he does know.
Right. If you've been following him over the past year, though, I think you would understand that this history has very much been forced upon him.
Well, him not knowing who Cypress Hill is maniacal.
The way bro is acting don't look like nobody forcing nothing on bro. Like bro doing what he want to do, so that's why I give him all the credit. But I hope
to be real, smokes weed. Lefty smokes meth. So different
generation.
Bro, imagine if Lefty should just like wear that on his sleeve and just do like straight like the way Skrilla talks about
every song.
Just lean into it. Did y'all see the other day Neon did a stream live with Skrilla in Kensington?
Was that the other day? I thought
it was like a week ago. It was like a week ago. He did
I feel like he did that before. No, he's from Philly.
Oh shit, I didn't.
Yeah.
Was that recent? I thought it was a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure he just did one last week.
Really?
It's possible I just saw it, but like I'm pretty sure it was on his actual.
I mean, he definitely did it
But
a while ago.
there's a white guy that rapped.
Oh, he reunited with him. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. And no, Skrillex, but that's the one I was talking about. Is I guess from 3 months ago.
There's one for 3 months ago, and then there's one for 3 days ago. I guess Kensington is just that much fun.
Yeah, no,
I talked about doing this content with Skrilla when I interviewed him, but then by the time I actually like really thought about booking a flight, like so many people had already done it. That I was
what I want to do with Skrilla, I need to take Skrilla to MacArthur Park. I need to show Skrilla our zombie land. You feel me? Because it's not really, it's
probably
not
never
really
leave.
Skid
Forrest
Row.
just broke this chair yesterday.
Not because like
probably broke the mic too.
because like my presence in MacArthur Park is very similar to Skrilla in Zombieland. Like you feel me? Like
Really?
when I pop up, like,
You're beloved out there.
yeah, I'm the king of the smokers.
Oh, I like that idea.
I'm the king of the smokers.
So,
bro.
okay,
Like,
Ant and Brandon, you guys haven't seen this yet, but one common accusation about Lush is that he's never met a person he didn't want to glaze. That being said, watching the vlog of you going to a Hispanic neighborhood and hanging out with a bunch of 14-year-old boys and blatantly glazing them, even took me by surprise
Hold
a little
on.
bit.
Hold on.
I made a video
Hold on.
about you.
You were talking to these 14-year-old hoodlum gang members like they were Cypress Hill, Fat Joe, Big Pun. Like you were just like revering them to such an extent. I cannot wait to drop this so that people
That's
can
the
kind
best-
of.
it's the best
And
look.
it's the same day that you had the incident with Travis Ford and the million. Crips.
Clearly, I give no fucks about authority or consequences whatsoever. You feel me? I brought 100 Crips through, and then I chilled with 100 essays, stomping all through Pasadena. And guess what? I was off the mushroom ecstasy gummies the whole time. So yeah, when I popped up,
Where'd you get those, Gunner?
shit, yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? From Gang Them.
You-
And then so when I popped up over there, it was just like, I felt like I was at Coachella. It was just good vibes.
Mushroom gummies.
They're delicious.
You know
We'll
when
bring some for you.
They're
You know, all
absolutely
that.
delicious.
you know when I was about to go at you and Sus before, I made a whole video about you and like this 14-year-old boy thing. I was like, why does bro have so many 14-year-old kids? Because you
Yeah,
told me
because I
you-
like to touch kids, bro.
No, I didn't say that.
You cracked the case.
No,
I
he
was
just
just-
wants to spin with them.
I was literally like, I was like, why is it always a 14-year-old kid? Because we interviewed Jada Mack or whatever that kid's name was. And I was just like, and then you told me you met Suspect when he was like 14.
I got 14-year-old shooters on
Why
deck.
is that the age?
Ready to come box
I
this
bet you
14-year-old
do.
gleek.
Why is 14 the age?
He's initiating them into his crew of demons.
No, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I felt very welcomed by 2K Manos and Player and all the homies over there in Pasadena.
Right.
They were mad cool. And look, they were good, humble kids. Wasn't glazing. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of like, oh shit, you guys are from this hood that just burnt down by the fire. There's a lot of interesting shit going on. We walked through the Denver Lanes projects. You feel me? I was like, oh, like it was like we're in the Denver Lanes Park over there and shit. You
They
feel me?
share that hood?
I mean, they're not gang members, bro.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you would have watched instead of scrutinizing my glazing,
I watched it. I just didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, they're not gang members.
Okay. Right, yeah, they told me
They're
that,
just
yeah.
from there.
They from out there. And
But
they,
people
like,
don't know that we are kind of like unnecessarily tapped in with the young Edgar artists because we do have Stefan and Nathan working in the office, aka the Edgar brothers, aka they work in the Edgar corner of the
JCat
office, the JCat corner,
Yeah.
sure. But
I'd be there. That's where I'd be.
They are the reason why we know about 14-year-old Mexican rappers who basically like rap about robbing other kids their age.
I knew about 2K Manos before fucking.
I knew about him when he was 12.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Lil 2K Manos is actually 11.
Oh,
To be fair,
so the
like,
older ones out of the crew are 14.
well, like so, like I want to say. They got like some 18-year-olds or probably 19-year-olds.
Because at first
Like
I was
the
also
OGs.
wondering why you guys like blurred out the weed in the video, and then I remembered that they were in like 8th grade. And
What
I was
weed?
like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And they bought us chicken. You feel me?
Wow.
They bought
boy.
They bought us chicken.
Well, you're worried about him?
Yeah, man.
What's gonna happen?
Don't go.
Don't go to their parties.
Touched me.
Oh man!
He touched me in my naughty place.
If they have a
Why,
ranger, don't
why?
go.
You don't want no alleged child endangerment charge.
Oh, child endangerment.
You're like
Man,
Michael Jackson.
I was being
They're-
endangered.
They see you and they see the bag.
I was in
Your
danger.
Honor, he has a history.
They put me in danger. How am I endangering the children? Like I'm like sliding through like treacherous sections.
There's
with
just
these-
nothing that there's not like if people like if they rolled up on you like, what are you doing here? There's no explanation.
No, what do you mean? I would have got the Johnnies the fuck out of there fast. I would have got them the fuck up. I would have been like,
The way you said fast there just threw me for a loop.
we're shooting fast. We're shooting a
Wait,
fucking.
let me lean in when you say that so my wire can pick it up. No, I'm just
Whoa, okay. Let's get freaky, Brandon.
Your wire is
Like,
trash if it doesn't just automatically pick them up. Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, let's get free.
I thought he said wife, so my wife can pick
I
it
said
up.
wire.
That's what I thought
he
at first,
said.
too.
He said wife.
Stop.
He said so it's wire. You said let's get freaky, Brandon.
To the wire. Hey,
But you hate it.
but let's get freaky, Brandon. Like, yo.
All right, MacArthur Park.
Don't make me show you the video what happened here before again.
Oh, dude, I didn't even get to see it that well. I want to watch it again.
Do you want to see it?
bro,
I'll show you right now.
You were showing it to me, but I wasn't really paying attention.
You were too focused on
We
plotting.
need
No,
to,
because you showed it to him. All black people don't look alike. You were showing me this while they were.
Okay, but you do kind
but
of
you
look
guys
alike.
do look alike. TVF.
You were showing me this while they were actually on the table shaking ass. So I was like, bro, I'm seeing it in
Okay, yeah.
person.
You came in, you were a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, so you were showing me that. I'm like, they're right here. I'm like trying to look at them. But
Yeah.
I got to give credit to my man Slim Poke. He came in and laid that shit down.
he was ready.
We got to make it clear to my girl that like I literally walked in and seen girls for like 40 feet away and then walked straight into this room
No, I was looking and recording them.
because she's already texting me tripping, you feel me? Like
About
look,
what? About just being here?
Well, she
When
was
there
like, because she doesn't understand. And she heard us talking about it. So she thinks that like bitches are twerking on me. And you feel me? I'm just like the man around here.
They were twerking on you.
Listen,
on.
germ free.
The girl with the
Many
green
of
thumb.
these women would rather drink puddle water than in any way have anything to do with Lush.
Thank you.
And I say
Except
that
for
with
that
all the
one.
respect in the world.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
But
you.
they did not even notice that he was there.
Yeah, like literally, I'm not like and they never do. I don't be in the mix, kill it with
Unless
these
you
hoes.
grab them by the neck and spit down their throat.
Except for
Yeah,
the one
except
he
for-
was.
That was back in the
That
day.
was way before she was around.
I feel like that's the kind of thing that a girl that you're in a relationship with would still get mad at you for, even if it was back in the day.
Well, if we're gonna play that game, I could get mad about some things too. You feel me? Like,
Like then that
So-
girl, man, that girl y'all was talking about with Travis Ford.
What? Which one?
oh,
And how many?
fucking
Like a-
trans Serena Williams throat goat.
Trying Serena Williams throat goat. What is wrong with you, dude?
No, but like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on like some little show and she had like nutted in the cup and was trying to get a dude to drink it, and the dude he was like, man, I can't.
She squirted in the cup. You mean?
Shit, whatever she did.
Wait, you're nutted?
Nutted? Squirted, probably.
Was it a trans?
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's a
because
woman.
no, she's a woman.
She peed in that cup.
But there's like people were making comments alluding to her like having certain masculine features or whatever. But she's also like top 30 head givers according to
Which girl?
Wikipedia.
I've heard great things.
Who was that one girl you brought here?
Oh, Yoshi?
Dude, she's cute.
Yeah, what's her deal?
Yoshi is like one of the hardest battle rappers.
So she's a battle rapper and a thottie?
She
Well,
cute.
She's with
She's
the thottiness?
Yeah, so she's very controversial figure in battle rap for, you feel me, alleged bodies she's caught, and she only goes after top tier battle rappers like Sue Surf, New Jersey Twerk. She's got her eyes set on the top tier. She's not trying to get knocked down.
But she's open about this, that she's down to fuck you if you have enough clout.
I think that she's like, I think her pussy gets wet off of lyricism.
Really?
Like, yeah, bars.
Well,
really,
maybe she
like-
should check out some of my
So
tracks.
she'll be dry as the desert around you.
Yeah, I can't. Luckily for me, I suck.
What
at
happens
rap.
if you search Yoshi battle rap?
She's a
Yoshi
little
G.
hottie, bro.
She's led 400K.
400K, 40 bars versus Yoshi
That was
G.
on Chrome 23, Remy Ma's league.
Oh, really? She has her own league. Wow, look at that. 40 bars versus Yoshi G.
So the boob job is relatively recent.
It is.
She has her
recent.
boobs done.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't
recently
notice
got her.
I thought she was coming through for plug talk.
Well, she said she's never been with a white dude, so it might be interesting for her to go on Plug Talk.
Yeah,
Well, you're there.
get banged up by me and you together.
I'm not doing any banging. Germ's gonna kill me for even that being alluded to.
Nah, because you know what we should do? The first time I ever did a guy girl threesome with my wife, the team, like her OnlyFans team, was telling us things that people like. And one of them No, I did not do this, Ant. I did not do this.
I contacted Gap.
No, one of the things they said, it was like just a short list of different things. And one of the things on the list was 2 dicks in the mouth at the same time. Yeah, I had to turn that down. I'm like, no, that goes way beyond what I'm comfortable with.
But that's like really like in like gangbang porn. Maybe not 2 dicks in the mouth at the same time. They're like they're in the same shot. They're in the same frame.
That does. There's a lot of dicks touching in real porn. Yeah, I'm not trying to be that real of a porn star.
Brandon said he was down
about this situation. It's not.
Brandon said he was down, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, bro,
Ozempic is a hell of a thing. Yeah.
I just really can't.
Me and Brandon, after he left Marathon Burger, you feel me? Like,
That's why you left?
Yeah.
Y'all keep to my Marathon Burger. Y'all make me want to go on Melrose and go get
Get
me.
one.
Yo, I could go for one right
I
now.
didn't even have one.
You didn't
I
get
didn't
it?
even- I'm on a diet.
Super long line?
No, I'm just on a diet.
Why? You're just looking at yourself on camera every day? You're like, damn, I got to
dude,
get my
I'm
shit
fat
together?
as shit.
Nah, but it's crazy fucking.
Nah, bro.
Before you said they stretched the image out.
Everybody's calling out fades, and I'm like, I got to be in some type of shape in case one of these fools, because I really feel like one of these dudes really gonna try me, and I'm gonna have to really beat somebody's ass. So I want to be in the best shape.
Were you
in case?
Were you scared like of
I'll
getting
never be scared
rejected
of
at Marathon Burger? Like when you got there, like nah.
I thought you meant was I scared of, I'll never be scared of nobody.
No. I'm saying, were you scared that you were gonna get like turned down by the Marathon Burger staff? Like
I was in the VIP, I could have got a burger immediately.
What have you done that would upset the Marathon Burger staff?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Show total respect.
I mean, I'm just saying they might not be fucking with it.
They might be like really, really big suspect fans.
When you're in the VIP section, they walk through with a bunch of burgers and fries. Like, who wants burger and fries?
it's
You
like
don't have
that,
to wait
okay.
in the line.
Who pulled you into the VIP section?
A rich trapper.
Oh, that's why you're so committed to him.
Yeah, I told them.
You didn't give me perks, unlike you.
I told them
perks. Like,
I told them to let Rich Trapper in the back.
At this table, perks means one thing and one thing only.
Not drug.
Long live
Free
Brick.
brick.
Free break, yeah.
Free brick with the quickness.
I said long live. My brain is
For
scrambled.
somebody named to be synonymous with perks, like, you guys don't understand how it is to be black in this situation. Like, when I was growing up, you hid that you were a drug addict. Now it's like people are happy about it. Not you. I'm just talking about.
No,
He's a
I get what
jolly
you're
drug
saying. We
addict,
used to
too.
respect the drug dealers. Now we respect the drug addicts.
I kind of feel like you hide the shameful drugs you ashamed of. Like, ain't nobody hide, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, doing liquor. You kind of hide like the meth, the heroin, the crack, and stuff like that. You feel me? Like the hard drugs. You feel me? Because if you got to hide it, I mean, it's something you shameful about. That's how I feel about
And
it.
that was what was great about Brick Baby is that he's like the one dude who went to jail, smoked heroin, and then got out and then just talked about it on a podcast. Whereas like most people act like their drug habits while they're in jail. They just don't mention it after the fact. But Brick will really sit there and tell you about what black is like versus this other version of heroin versus perks versus lean. Like
the motherfucking goat.
He's just done
Free
enough
Brick.
of that shit that to him it's like he could really break it down for you. Like one time he was talking about smoking black and I was like, so you're saying it's like Coke Classic? And he goes, yeah. Like it's that. You might not love Coca-Cola that much, but it's that classic.
He knows
flavor.
about that Bone Thugs and Harmony, that BTH, that
crazy.
Black Tar Heron. You feel me? He
Bone
know
Thugs
about
and
it.
Harmony.
Yeah, that BTH player.
My only heroin reference is watching Dead Presidents, bro. I thought people just shot that in their hormone.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, right? Like, we live in a country, especially like the westernized world. Everybody's on drugs, bro. One kind or another. Like
I'm not on drugs.
You are the exception to the rule because most people, even like people that are quote unquote health conscious, they might be off some kind of supplements. They might be off roids. They might
might be food. Shit,
might be
Food
might
could
be
be
addicted to
addiction.
food. Like
Food, yeah.
like
Food's my problem.
But there's
a box of cupcakes at my house right now, and I just kind of know I'm gonna end up eating one when I get home. You know?
Sure.
But like it's
One,
so
not the whole box.
no, but it's
Just
so
one.
crazy the way we demonize like Brick Baby popping a perk, but all the soccer moms are allowed to take as much Xanax as they fucking want.
Not a single person demonized Brick Baby.
No, I'm not saying y'all.
Okay,
I'm
but
saying
if one of
as a
those
society,
if
she
one
has
of
a
those
prescription.
Hey, if one of those soccer moms got on camera and did like a parenting podcast and they were like, I mean, I feel like there would be some
let me
societal
find out
consequences.
Miss
to that.
Rachel. Let me find out Miss Rachel does drugs, bro.
See, if she does, she's doing a good job hiding it.
Yeah, shouts to Miss Rachel. She's fire as fuck. But like, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked. Nothing like, so guess what? I think a lot of people didn't know till years later that until a certain point. Like early Whitney Houston, we didn't think she was off that at all.
Yeah.
Didn't even cross our hemisphere of thought. You
She
know what
did
I mean?
enough that we eventually got the idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay, so how much attention have you been paying to this Sharp versus Figmunity beef? Because
I've seen it.
I honestly watched probably like a 10-minute video of AD like going in on Sharp earlier, but that's like really all I've seen about it. From what I heard, basically like they're kind of going back and forth on streams saying that they'd be willing to do content together. Then Sharp starts saying that he feels like he deserves to get paid by Back on Fig or whatever, which is very unrealistic because obviously they don't have any fucking money. But then I see AD going in on him, and I wasn't really 100% sure like where exactly that came from.
So they were doing a reaction stream, like AD, and it was classic community. You feel me? It was community. You feel me? Classic community. And they were posted up. It was just AD and Pun, and I'm not gonna lie, like AD fried this motherfucker Sharp. I don't want to give AD unnecessary props.
Is that your unbiased opinion?
Unbiasedly, bro. If I didn't have any, because I hate all these guys.
There's no way.
I hate them all.
I wasn't like that impressed, you know. Like
No,
I felt like he was
you're
kind of saying
biased
like a
for
lot of
sure.
stuff that
No,
I'd
he-
already
he
seen him
smelt
say
it.
many times.
You hate Sharp more than AD.
I don't even hate Sharp.
All right, well,
but
let's put this topic on hold for a second. Whack 100, what's going on?
Yo,
What's up?
they say nephew in jail behind this Brandon dude.
Hey, we're on stream just so you know. But yeah. We just broke that news. We just found out he was locked up. Yeah.
But it's behind this Brandon dude.
Does he have his what?
he said it's behind Brandon.
Behind Brandon.
Oh no, I think it's something else. But it's a $380,000 bail. So
Well, what was the charge?
we don't actually know yet. I guess he's still in intake.
Yeah, if he got a bail, he booked. He in there, he booked.
Yeah. So
Processing.
but definitely nothing to do with Brandon. They didn't call the cops or anything about
The
that.
Machiavellian.
Torrance? I don't know. This is somebody just texted me a bunch of shit.
Oh, he got picked up in Torrance.
No, that's
That's what it said.
that is what it says.
Oh, I mean, shit, it was probably traffic getting pulled over or something, right?
It's behind Brandon. Sucks tried to press Brandon, and he called 12 and showed him videos, texts, and threats. And he got arrested in Torrance where Brandon at.
Brandon, thoughts?
On what?
I'm finna send it.
You got him set up? Wax say you got the paperwork.
Nah, I just, these fools just said, I ain't got no paperwork. Well, here.
This shit crazy.
Got it on your text.
Brandon's sitting here looking very disturbed right now.
And if I did do it, so what?
Oh, he
If
just
I have
admitted it.
to, my thing is like this. Niggas be like, oh, did you do it? So fucking what? I didn't do it, but if I did, so what?
Stay on snitch business.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck a nigga that's doing any illegal crime and cry about getting arrested. If you don't want to get arrested, don't do it. I hate this like jaw jacking, who snitched on what. 90 is 50% of niggas from all these hoods snitching. Ain't nobody doing nothing about them. But snitching is something. Maybe if you snitched on more people, your neighborhood wouldn't look like shit. You wouldn't be on food. You wouldn't be crying because Donald Trump is cutting food stamps. Stop. Like, I don't play these games with black people. Like, stop. Like, I'm talking to anybody who's trying to make a big deal out of something that they know
Okay,
did
and
not
that's a
happen.
big
But
deal.
if you have a man-to-man issue with
never
suspect
happened.
and you actually called the cops about it, you don't see how that would be
Why
an easy
the
thing for
hell
people.
would
Even
I
as a non-gang member, it would be pretty easy for people to be like, oh, that's some
When
bitch
we
ass
went
shit.
to Marathon Burger, if I had called the cops on suspect, I would say, oh, let me wait till he here and then tell the cops, oh yeah, look, this is the guy who has a warrant. This guy clearly had a case he was fighting. He already said that on this thing. He got booked. I don't know what happened with that situation because there.
Go bail him out, bro. Lead it live.
Go bail him out.
You go bail him out, 39K.
Hey, but this is the thing. You can't just say someone has a knife and then they go arrest that person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
That
how it
doesn't-
works. Yeah.
It's a knife.
No, somebody
It's
said
a knife.
I don't know. Adam, you seen some other shit on there too. I don't know if you. I told you that was old boy baby, but that's another conversation.
Wait,
Ooh, baby.
who's baby?
Yeah. I told you the little taco truck girl that got to Rico. I told you who the father of that child was. You see it on text message.
Wait.
Who you talking about? Trap Kitchen Mom?
Yeah,
Saying
yeah.
Trap Kitchen Mommy had a baby with who?
With all my,
I told you who baby that was. That ain't all that. The baby daddy died. That was convenient. That ain't. They know who baby that is.
Oh,
Right there.
Big U.
There you go.
That's fucking crazy.
No.
I was today years old.
Hey, this nigga's that whack a master manipulator.
As a premium a couple days ago.
You're airing out somebody else's premature child. That's crazy. Yo, but Wack really got a text message from somebody that says, "Yo, Wack, suspect's in jail and it's behind Brandon." Sus tried to press Brandon and he called 12 and showed him video texts and threats and he got arrested in Torrance.
Wait.
Where Brandon at? You don't live in Torrance, dude.
No. Listen.
It's not that
We
far
didn't
from Long
even know
Beach.
Sus was in jail until Aunt Hefe let us know.
Aunt Hefe told us.
Somebody heard that shit on his stream. Text this dude, now he calling.
Why did he say, what was he talking about? Marathon Burger and Brandon?
So, okay, at the Marathon Burger Venice grand opening, basically Brandon went from like noon to 5-ish, and then the suspect showed up at like 6:30 with a couple guys. And from Brandon's perspective, it's like he hung out for 5 hours or 4 hours or whatever. And
That's a long motherfucking time.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't want to hang out in Venice that long.
And who in LA, look, who in LA tell anybody if they looking for an op or somebody trying, who in LA tell you 4 hours in advance, I'm coming over there right now? That's not LA.
Right.
That's not no Southern California person.
This where we at.
You just gonna see me when you see me.
Look, when we working towards it, just killing all the bullshit anyway. So,
Yeah.
I've been talking to him like, fuck all that.
Okay.
Y'all should be able to go to Marathon Burger, any other burger, shouldn't be no problem.
I know, and they would.
End of the day, Brandon, this is what it's going to end up to, right?
I just want a cheeseburger, bro.
You going to fuck around and some other shit going to get happen. So it ain't going to turn all right anyway. So motherfuckers' mouth, let it go.
Hey, you know what, Wack? I watched your interview with Charleston White, and I learned something from you. If you get me emotional, you win. I took that to heart. I said, you know what? He may be a Machiavellian manipulator, but he is right. The dark triad is in existence.
What makes you think I'm a manipulator?
Yeah, he's gonna say Machiavelli. I don't even know him.
Yeah. I know.
I got the content. I talked to
did
Tupac last week, nephew.
I did Psychology 5. I know about the dark triad. I know about the Machiavellian, the psychopath, and the narcissist.
I don't call you a manipulator because you're knowledgeable about what you're knowledgeable about. That's just what you know. You can debate the things that you know about, right? And it seems to me like when you can debate things you know about because the next motherfucker ain't did their homework, then they want to call you manipulators, so they justifying your strength through their weakness. That's what they doing.
Yes, to be fair, Brandon is very manipulative.
Open my mouth. If I don't know, I'm not going to talk to you about it.
That's true. That's true. I think in that way we are very similar.
I tell you I got it. Oh, I fucking got it.
Oh, we got the work.
I think we in that way are very similar. I think we are both.
That's what it is. I'm not going to, if I know 99%, I'm not saying shit. Until I know, I'm not going to even debate it with you.
Man, we got to do the Brandon and Wack bonus episode this week.
I know this.
You say bone us?
You can bone him, yeah.
The 1090 taking Wack face off is coming. 1090 said he got the Larry Hoover paperwork, so I got to face off with him because I've been defending Larry Hoover. He talking about he got the work first, so I don't know what's going on.
Yo, Wack, I'm about to send you a video of my homie getting his dick sucked in the office.
How the fuck does he have the paperwork when it's the only thing that's available is a 1967 racist newspaper article?
Can I ask a question? You're on a live stream pulling Blick out, and suddenly someone told on you. It's on a live stream. No one has to tell on you.
Yeah.
They can literally, the dude, like, bro, I'm sure security has to write up a security report. They have to do that for their job. I was a security guard.
There's no way that you got sus.
There's no way. But this is what these people want to believe.
Fucking funny.
Listen, if I snitched on suspect, I would tell you because I know none of y'all gonna do nothing.
But he sent me the screenshot proving that someone really did tell Wack that's
and
what
I think it was one of these people watching the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Man, listen, I don't care. I don't defend criminals.
But he also said that Wack, that Big U just had a child.
That's crazy.
But are you trying to rid your community of dangerous criminals?
Stop by and get some egg rolls from her in my hood the other day. She changed her truck to egg roll bay. She got them little fire egg rolls.
I'm
really
up there. Shit, she got the bay for real.
Well, that's cultural appropriation if I ever heard it.
And she got the bay part.
Do you remember when we had the one guy that was making the oxtail egg rolls, and they were so fucking fire, bro?
Oxtail egg rolls,
bro. That's one of the best things.
Remember that?
Hey, you ain't had the oxtail enchiladas.
Man, I was telling Flacco, big ass, we need to do a show where we go around and eat shit. And he's so scared. I don't want to go over. I'm like, bro, nothing better than two fat dudes going to eat and then working out.
We could call it We Starving.
Whatever. That's probably somebody already has that.
Nope.
I'm sure someone has
You would
that.
think someone would,
but no.
They weren't able to solidify.
Or
it,
We
so.
Hungry. That was the original.
I had a channel called Cheap Meal Reviews.
But wait, so back to speaking of We Starving, right?
We starving.
But what AD said that needs to be highlighted is through his tirade and through him spazzing and absolutely obliterating Sharp.
Please.
He admitted that they already had plans to leave.
No, they admitted that, man. Tom.
Yeah, I know, but it's like further vindication. So when all the new
You got
fucking
plans to leave what? No jumper?
yeah.
But I mean,
But this feels like a play, though.
this is the whole thing, though, is that it's so funny that like Fig Community obviously is just down to fuck with anybody who leaves no jumper, but Sharp, like their bullshit radar is still finely tuned enough that they know that this motherfucker is
But
full
they
of
said,
shit.
but what they said is real though. You made your decision. Like if I were to go over to Fig Community, let's say I get fired tomorrow, there's no way Fig Community, no matter how big it would be for them, would want me over there. I
feel
made
like
my
they would.
decision.
You just have to glaze enough.
Yeah, but fuck
Why
that.
would he go to Fig Community? He's making seemingly pretty good money on his own channel.
Hell no.
No, his channel has over 100,000 subscribers. His views are not that horrible. Like, they're not horrible. You're getting at least 5,000-6,000 a month off a channel like that.
Yeah.
I doubt it's that much. I bet he's making like 2 bands.
Nah.
Which, okay, that's respectable. It is
Nah,
what it is.
I had nowhere near his subscribers
Shit,
in
my-
May.
my-
Man, he only 2 bands.
No, bro. I
That's
had
my channel made
15,000
over a
sub-
band, and my shit is way smaller than
I had
this.
15,000
Okay.
subscribers and was
Bands.
making $5,000 a month. I kid you not. And not getting crazy views, just like 3,000 to 4,000. It's just all about how long people watch the videos.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, my whole thing with Sharp though is just that, and this is the main thing that I was listening to AD say is like, it's just so embarrassing. Lush, one mic. It's so embarrassing to still be hung up talking about, like, because he talks as if, I can't believe I just got baited and talking about Sharp again, but he talks as if he made so much money. Okay, like he was comparing himself to AD, saying, AD, you never made as much money as me on the podcast. Now, granted, during Sharp's best months, yeah, that was true, because Sharp did have months where he had like a couple viral videos at the same time, and he had a deal where we were splitting the money down the middle, and he might have made like 20 bands in a month. But that really only happened like 2 times, 3 times, some shit like that. For the most part, he was making like AD was getting paid way more on average during his time at No Jumper than Sharp was. So Sharp using that to try to shit on AD is super dumb, because in reality, Sharp had a handful of months where he did really, really good, and then he was pretty much not doing that great
That
every other
Master
month.
P deal didn't work out so good for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not true. Like he's trying to diss AD by using a lie. And so I just have to like speak out on his behalf that no, Sharp, you are not like killing it over here that crazy, because the truth is that his viral episodes were all flukes. They were all girls coming in, him screaming at them, him flipping out. And it was all, keep in mind, it was the girls that we brought him. We brought him Blue Jasmine. We brought him Sky Bree. We brought him Kazumi. We brought him Emma Magnolia. We brought him all girls that like literally were very, very popping at the time. And then he explodes on them, screams at them, and it goes viral, whatever. He never had an episode go viral that wasn't a crash out.
That's a fact.
It's hard to replicate that.
And like, yeah, you had a little Bo Jackson run for a couple amazing like moments, and then it was done. But here's the thing, like, I also really liked what AD said, because it mirrored the same sentiments I had. Like, why the fuck are you still talking about all this shit? Like,
Exactly,
we don't
yeah.
care. Like, we've all moved on. You're still talking about I got more fucking playing time on the football team in 11th grade. Like, bro, like, all right, Al Bundy, no one gives a fuck about your 4 touchdowns.
And it's
So
like,
basically,
imagine if every time I got in an argument with some other YouTuber and I just started bringing up my highlights.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I did an interview that got 26 million views.
So
okay. Like that, sure. And that's dope. But like me bringing that to the table in an argument about who's doing better or whose life has gone better, who's more successful on YouTube, like get fucking real.
Oh,
nobody
Drake
cares
tweeted
about what
about
you did
me.
a couple years ago.
I signed
Sharp-
Chief Keef.
But Sharp is like, shout out to Sharp too. I don't have a show. I do watch a show. But the thing about Sharp, he kind of just sounds like that union organizer at your job who's like trying to convince everybody to join we should strike and make them sign a deal with the union. He wanted everybody to get paid more or whatever. But at the same time, this is more of a meritocracy. Why would you pay somebody who's not bringing that anywhere near that amount of revenue into the situation?
But that's the thing, is that AD during his time at No Jumper, when he was a super important part of the brand, was getting a monthly amount and then getting a percentage of the ad deals that he was bringing to the table or whatever. But then meanwhile, Sharp is the one who requested a contract in which he would be paid a percentage of what he earned, which was great for him when he was killing it. But then after that, when he stops killing it, he's earning like way less than what we had guaranteed to AD. Honestly, I would love to pay everybody closer to what we did with Sharp, because like we were at one point we were paying AD more than he was bringing in.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, but with Sharp, it's like at a certain point, like, because there was like a leaked clip of him talking to Yuri on stream one time, being like, "My last check was $8,000. I'm doing bad now. I'm doing $8,000." Right now, he would kill somebody to be making that much money. That's not.
That doesn't sound too bad.
But this is the thing where I go when I listen to it.
Shit, I'm making that and more shit. And I got less. I only got 30,000 subscribers.
You could make money with your
smaller YouTube is not. Yeah, like people see like a smaller channel, they think it's not making that much money. I mean,
no. However,
I'm realizing, yeah, and especially if you go live and you get donations, that shit helps a lot.
Now,
that does.
I don't even be going. If I went live and all that, I'd probably be making a lot of shit I don't do. I could make for real. I'd probably be making like over 10. Like if I'll be doing a lot of, and all I just do is just drop segments. And
then it's like a trap, because it's like the videos you make are dope and they're like nicely condensed, put together. But then it's like if you stream, the incentive is kind of like, no, you got to stream for like 3-4 hours, which is like, think about how many videos you can make in 3-4 hours. So it's kind of like a give and take,
see, when I did stream, I only used to do it for an hour. See, I stopped doing it. See, I do my videos then at night, because I know like I really had a fan base that used to be on me like, man, when you gonna go live? So I make it a point like from 9 to 10, smoke with Hefe. I smoke and go live with the fans and answer the questions, joke with them, and talk about certain shit for an hour.
You're a very good like communicator while rolling a blunt. Like I'll always click on your video and like notice you like glancing down every once in a while, and I'm like, oh right.
It's good that you don't roll it on screen.
It's reflexive,
but
he's just like,
gotta wait till after 4 minutes.
It's all about like how long retention is what makes the money.
Right.
So if you're a personable person, then you get people to stay with you for 10 minutes. 15 minutes. Now, a dude with 8,000 subscribers could make more than a dude with 50,000 subscribers. If the 50,000 subscriber guy, you're only clicking on this video for 30 seconds, then clicking off.
For sure.
So it's all about retention. But what I was going to say with the Sharp thing, all you got to do with the pimps is say, well, when you was sending them hoes, how much was they making? And then when they say 0, you're a hypocrite. Could make conversation over.
It's so easy to debunk this whole Sharp narrative, because all you got to say is, okay, do it again. If you kill it so hard,
replicate it.
Just do it again, because it shouldn't be that hard. All you got to do is get a bitch to sit down and do an interview with you, right? Like instead, he's doing interviews that are getting 10,000 views. It's like, bro, if you really like are so proud of that period of your life, just do it again.
Yeah, this dude was talking like he had this whole tirade towards me about like Lush wanted to be on that live show so bad. I was like, bro, do you understand that I've like performed in festivals in Europe in front of 60,000 people? Like that shit was cool, and that's a cool little time of my life, but that's far from the peak excitement that I've experienced, like going on stage at the Novo.
But that's the thing with him.
Already sold out the Novo.
Think about it. Sharp spent his entire life doing nothing but trafficking bitches. Then he comes to No Jumper. He's got 6 months of like actual sustained popularity, and then like 2 years of like basically floundering after that. And then ever since, he's basically become a lolcow. So for him, looking back on that time period where he was really lit at No Jumper, it's like, for us, it's kind of like, shit, like get over it. But I kind of understand that for him, it's like realistically, there's probably not going to be a part of his life that is better than that.
But it's like a compliment towards you because you paid fairly.
But
some people wouldn't pay fair.
That was during the era of COVID, No Jumper like first hitting that like group vibe feeling, whatever. There's like a lot of other factors that basically made Sharp have like an outsized amount of popularity at the time, you know?
And like to someone like me that was watching from the outside, the no jumper that I wanted to be a part of, the no jumper that I looked up to was not that. Like I was like, I was like, I'm inspired by you interviewing XXX, you with Juice WRLD, you House Phone and Cam Girl going on tour. That was the fly no jumper shit to me that like impacted the world and was super culturally relevant.
If anything, it was kind of weird to bring somebody in whose main thing was just yelling at girls.
Yeah, it was like that was like
it did feel like kind of a compromise of the brand. Like, oh, this shit is viral, but also this does look kind of retarded, but also it's doing so good that I guess we.
But that's like, but really, if you think about it, like Sharp's contributions to No Jumper are pretty much like equivalent to Boonk Gang. If you really want to break it down, like Boonk Gang had a few moments where he went super viral by fucking passing out on the podcast and banging his head and all that. If you really tally up those numbers, probably right up there with Sharp.
And that's why Sharp needs to shut the fuck up and do it again, because it's such a simple formula, you know? It's not like you need like a huge celebrity to sit with you. You just need one dumb bitch. Anyway, we got to get through these donations before we can get the fuck out of here. We got a bunch of new members I want to shout out right now. Shout out to Precise 100, J615, Lokes, Kelvin Spencer, JG Quality, Honey Smith, Rod, Prime to Colorado, LA Big Trip, LA Big Trip, CG3, Jameson. Why are there so many members at the beginning of the stream? I actually don't understand it. I feel like this might be from something else. Alberto Rosario, Stay Snitching, which Brandon, that's probably your username.
Brandon subscribe.
Mills, Josh Smith, Crime City Films, Exposing Reselling. Those are all the new members. And then Nostalgia 64 said, Brandon is speed running racial topics right now. I remember when we talked about cool shit. Yeah, that definitely got a response out of me early on. And then Dragonite Crip, which amazing name, by the way.
I love Dragonite
Fire Lush.
I love this fool. He's been sucking on my dick since fucking battle rap. He's followed me from battle rap.
For real?
Yeah, like he knows how to grip the balls. You feel me? Like he strokes it like super supreme glucky.
And then Angel Crofton and Tony became new members. Shout out to y'all. BMX 1803. Wow, Munchie's glad that he's not here because he fucking hates this guy. Dry Snitch. Yeah. Brandon, we do not want to hear about you being tough or how good you can fight. Tariq Nasheed have you backing up over a parking fence. One day, and I don't know if we've done it yet, but one day we need you to tell us the full in-depth Tariq Nasheed story.
Okay.
Or is it not that interesting?
It's not that interesting, but I'll tell you.
I wonder if he's kind of like triggered seeing you get so much exposure on
his
tweet.
Yeah, I've seen that tweet. Yeah.
He's hurt in the butthole. Yeah. He probably like getting hurt in the butthole. He probably hurt in the feels.
If he found out that, he would for sure try to capitalize on the suspect being locked up.
If we do a debate, he's gonna pull a knife on you.
Let me tell you something. When black people feel insecure and they don't have words to disprove you, you become a fed.
Suspect look like
you become a fed. That's what when Tariq couldn't beat me in a debate. He's a fed. We were in the same space on X. Oh, don't listen to him. He's a fed. But this is the thing. At the same time, black people say we need more black people in law enforcement. We need more black people getting police jobs and stuff so we don't get beat up at the traffic stops. What do you want? Do you want more black people in law enforcement? Or do you want black people to stick to the street code of no snitching so your kids got to live in crime-riddled neighborhoods? It's just you can't win with these ignorant people.
I would rather have Big U and his guys policing the streets.
You're crazy as fuck. Until they start extorting.
The ultimate Glazer take.
Until they start.
I trust.
Defund the police and replace them with Big U and his friends.
I trust them. I trust them.
You crazy as hell. Them fools will be extorting the shit out of people.
I think shit will be tight.
That shit will not be tight. That was the 80s.
Okay, Breeze West became a member. Shout out to him. Big Game Over said Lush looking like a rejected bag of sour Skittles.
Facts.
That's pretty good.
Hey, shout out to my boy Nagmeezy.
Mr. Mag Release said, I am 1,000% here for the race talk that Brandon brings to the pot along with intelligent conversations. Brandon brings balance to the hood rat-ish. That, in short, is part of why I see value in Brandon, for sure. I think he steps up the dialogue to a certain extent, especially when it comes to things outside of our usual hip-hop wheelhouse.
No, I totally agree. Despite the fact that I really just want to do hood rat shit with my friends, I still agree.
Part of me wants to really put together like a consistent political based show on this channel.
Me and Travis 4.
Wow.
It's called Mafia Brandon.
Okay. Ryan Pumper update. Still trying to make it happen. I promise. I can't really tell people the real update right now, but just know I'm working on it. L. Lowe said, "Where is Munchie the mayor?" Munchie could not get a ride here today, so we're working on that. Sorry. Smadjo Badgeriff, welcome to being a member. And then Square Game said, "This right here is the No Jumper Dream Team lineup. Hashtag no Dodson, no problem." Wow, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Get a hold of yourself. Sent $10. Say, "Play the house phone Lush One Seagull track." G Nod and Dem Brandon sucks also. That's the track that you guys did together that he's talking about?
I believe so.
We cannot play it at this time, but I'm sure that if you hit Lush's social media, you can probably find it.
We are running on the Whoopty Wop this Friday.
Okay. And then Wolf said suspects fangirls in the chat are so mad crying while Brandon stays winning. Okay, well, there's your troops rallying behind you.
Let's go.
Vincent said, "When are we getting Brandon on the Adam and Wack show? We need it ASAP." I 100% agree, and I don't feel like Wack would fight it that hard. I feel like I could make it happen.
Yeah, it'll be lit.
He's not even responding, so I guess we'll just assume that means he's down.
He's down.
Get a hold of yourself said, "Play it." I don't even know what that was in reference to. Probably
about
the
the
song.
song.
Yeah, okay. Shane McDaniel and That Plug became members, so shout out to them. And then Robert Sant said, "Lush, honest question, is Rifleman actually proud of his emotional Spawn's behavior at the age of 30? Never mind, he did go to Venice Beach with him." Okay. I'm not trying to cast judgment on anybody involved in that.
Man, free suspect. Fuck all that.
I respect and appreciate the fact that he has such a close relationship with his dad that when he wants to go do something, that his dad is right there with him. I mean,
Hey, we was just talking the other day about how everybody that had kids agreed that if like their kids would be a trigger on a podcast. So of course you take that energy to real life. If somebody's threatening your kid in real life, or you go and fucking ride. Like I don't look at Rifleman any type of way for defending his son, and he's doing what he's supposed to do.
I mean, really, I never did any tough shit with my dad, and I kind of regret it. I wish I did.
I wish me and my dad got to beat some people up together.
The closest one was when my sister's ex-boyfriend broke into our house and stole money out of my dad's wallet. Whoa. And my dad woke me up on like 1 hour sleep and basically like hopped in the truck with me, and we drove around town looking for him.
Oh, that's fire.
But then my dad had to go to work, so he leaves me with the truck and he borrows my mom's car to drive to work or some shit. And so I'm driving around off 1 hour sleep in my dad's truck, and then I eventually found where the kid was at, and I beat the shit out of him. I broke my hand on his head, and then I actually I went to the hospital to get my hand bandaged up, and I actually saw that he had just left the hospital. So I was really glad that I didn't have that awkward experience.
Was he he's a drug addict or some shit? Like, why is he stealing from your family?
Nah, he's just a fucking weirdo. I don't know.
Straight J-Cat behavior.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
If you're doing that without drugs, I don't even know what to
He might have been a drug. Honestly, he was super young. He was
he wanted some oxy.
Because that's
oxy moves.
This was the summer.
Yeah.
This was the summer after my sister graduated high school. So I would have been 21. She would have been 18. So this
is not Josh Manheim.
Nah, Josh came after this. Yeah. Okay. Robert Sand said, "Why y'all not talking about the Tory Lanez footage and how not one black one black helped him? At least 4 of them just watched, including that one that literally walked over of him getting poked."
FBA.
I don't really feel like talking about the Tory Lanez can of worms right now, but for sure, maybe that could be discussed on the news this week or some shit. Suspect just got off live. He said he's on the way. Somehow I doubt that, being that he was locked up right now. Big Game Over sent $10. Said, "Dude said he told you Sus was on the way and you skirted." Brandon is not appreciative of that. Shout out to ODM Slim becoming a member. Flacco is laying down the law, acting like he's just never going to talk to us again if we do an ODM Slim interview. Personally, I'm down to have him on the channel, of course.
I mean, like,
I told you what you said. He said he ain't got no problem with you, man. See, he said that thing. He just got beef with some of your employees or something like that, or whoever he got beef with. I don't even ask him who he got beef.
I think it's just Flacco.
The thing is, ODM is. ODM is for sure dope, and I think he's an entertaining personality.
Yeah, he's cool.
I knew ODM was before all this shit, but the thing is, if I understand Flacco's frustration if he's saying that people were spreading the type of misinformation about him that he's talking about, like, I can understand why Flacco's hesitant.
Yeah, because people do try to put crazy ass shit on Flacco that realistically, if somebody said something like that about me, I would probably be pretty hesitant.
But that's why he wanted to fight me, is because he thought I even alluded to that shit.
Who wanted to fight you?
Flacco.
So he wants to fight. Never mind.
No, but I'm saying, like, I'm just saying back then, like, the reason why he got so incensed was because he thought that I was alluding to that.
I feel it. All right, yo, A for Real's getting some roasting going here. He said, Aunt Hefe's someone's aunt. He a lunch lady. Lush, a grown 1-year-old.
Okay.
Heard he was off the Fentiado. Just joking. All love y'all. Keep up the content. Wow, what a great guy. Calling you an auntie is crazy.
But
or a lunch
he
lady.
should have just called you Aunt Hefe.
See, okay, I was looking at it thinking like,
yeah, that
aunt
would've been
is
way
too close to
better, like-
aunt. Like you're missing something here.
That's
Yeah.
the joke.
Yeah,
He's so
okay.
close.
Alcoholic Gamer, perhaps our most consistent donator of all time, said, Berry, Sunkissed, and pineapple vodka. Enjoy drinks on me. Also, Adam, is it true that Milk 74 is officially homeless living out of his car, or is he good? I have no idea. I wouldn't want to like joke around about him being homeless if there was any truth to that. But for sure, I did notice they used to make videos on the balcony, the calcony, and now he seems like he mostly does it in the whip. But
pretty
a
sure
lot of people do that realistically.
I don't. Maybe you just don't fuck with old girl no more.
Bro,
Get in a spot.
I'm gonna be real with you. I miss making videos in my car. Like I used to fucking just drive and just talking to my thing in the car. Like that was fun,
Bro.
That's how I kind of started out. I was in a car. Like I used to make a lot of my beginning videos in the car and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
think,
it's understandable. You're insulated, so the sound is kind of good. I remember one time I made a whole fucking video, and then I had the GoPro inside a glass case, like a plastic case, covering the mic. I felt pretty stupid when I realized that. Yeah,
Wait,
No sound came through.
no sound, or maybe it was sound. Maybe it was just so bad that I was
because you were like blogging heavily before phones were like capable of doing that type shit, or like early, because you weren't using your phone to like film a lot of those vlogs and shit.
almost all my early vlogs were with the phone, but I also remember when that was not really realistic.
Because when I started like my early vlogs that I was uploading in like 08 and stuff, I remember like I had a camera and I had to like some
SD,
crude,
I had a VX2000 making vlogs. Yeah.
Exactly, some crude editing program. I don't even remember what it was. Type shit.
Facts. Okay, Lacey Wells said, I'm styling. Adam, for real. Let Suspect return to the business. Lush One and everything he did for King of the Dot is why I support with such ferocity.
Salute,
the coolest
gang.
podcast in the world. Free my boy. Lacewell, we really appreciate the kind words right there. I would not say that Suspect's future with the brand has been entirely decided. I am a just and forgiving God, and for sure, anything could happen.
I did worse shit than he did. I mean, although I might not have been like,
Did you bring a weapon to work
I mean,
to stab your co-host?
He is a weapon.
I mean, yeah. Besides Gleek,
I'm not even trying to. I'm not even trying to hate on Suspect, but you couldn't get rehired at Del Taco doing the shit he did.
No, for sure.
So I think if you bring him back, it would be, if you capitulate to these ignorant people saying that, I think it does nothing but hurt your because you were talking about Aaron the plumber and this is business and this is that. Bro, listen, bro's a liability. He didn't learn the first 5 times he got in trouble. He's not gonna ever
Really only
learn.
2 times,
Two
right?
times. First 2 times. 3 strikes, you're out. I'm not telling you what to do with your brand, but why don't they hire him at their company? Wait a minute, they probably don't got no fucking company, and that's the reason. They don't understand the way business works.
I do have such a soft spot for the guy.
Get rid of all of us and get a streamer who's way more talented, who has a following of 100,000 subscribers. Like, if you want to do business, do that. There's 1,000 people in LA, way more talented than all of us with a following.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was writing out the list of who's gonna be on the Cipher, it did kind of hurt me to think that Sus wouldn't be on there, because I do like him a lot as a rapper.
Big Sus Gorb is sort of like the Godfather.
Every time I hear him rap, I'm like, damn, he got some flows. That boy know how to flow.
Hard.
All right. Ace Boone, Trips, and Anthony Croissant became members. I do love a good croissant from time to time. Zay Stay Turnt said, Lush Uno, watermelon, cotton candy fit, wearing ass.
Got the big league chew on, gang.
That is a watermelon hat. Look at that thing.
It's that big league chew player.
Pablo became a member, not the mayor. Shout out to the mayor. And then Bully Breaker said, Sus in jail. I looked it up. His bail is $380K. Free Sus. That's facts. Master Wizard said, free almighty. Brandon got spit on and walked away. Wipe that saliva out your beard.
I'm pretty sure it's gone by now, to be fair.
And then Master Wizard said, Brandon a Zark. Dude got spit on with codeine infested loogie and did the dash. Buddy weak. What is a Zark?
Master Wizard is from the Bay Area.
That's what Braves use to call somebody a buster.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Up in the Bay, a Zark man, like you're like from nowhere. Like, oh, he ain't even from here. He is Zark. He a Mark from the Ozarks. That's what it came from. You a Zark.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a great word. I've been wanting to bring Zark back for a while. Thank you, sir.
Shout out to all the Zarks watching this right now. Hey, shout out to Compa Radar in the chat as well.
Later.
Anthony Bell became a member. Shout out to him. Bishop Rojas said, if suspect's really nephew, go off on Brandon right now, Lush. It's Lush Gerb season.
Lush Gerb.
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Look, Devin Parrish said, Almighty Sus the P. ... See?
Good play on words.
That was kind of funny, yeah.
Good
You gotta
play on
admit that was
words.
funny.
Well played.
That was hilarious.
Gerald Bravlovsky said, nah, free sus, but keep Brandon. Brandon not spitting or screaming. I'm burnt out on tough guys, Adam. And looking like a good host as well. Real humble. Shout out to you, Gerald. We appreciate it.
Basket. Wow.
Keister Basket. Well, that's actually has a ring to it.
I like that.
That's horrible.
That's fucking funny,
Bro,
bro.
you keister and everything.
The hood pocket.
Keister Basket.
That good hood pocket.
What's some other good like Easter references? Oh, wait, like when you get dressed up for Easter is like your Easter's best.
Yeah, there you go.
Keister's best.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keister.
Hey,
Easter egg.
hey.
Easter
That thing,
basket.
that thing, a whole Easter basket. I think that Keister needs a carrot.
I mean, some eggs, don't some animals that release the eggs out the keister?
I'm pretty sure they
Not
do.
their butthole, right?
I'm pretty sure there's species that shit out eggs.
I had a homie who, until he was like 18, thought that girls both shit and pissed out of their asshole, and he thought that the vagina was just for sex and menstruating.
Ooh, it's a good theory.
It was weird.
You didn't know about the urethra, the female urethra.
I had to convince him that that's not how it works. I had like, because this is like before having a phone in your pocket with Google, so I had to like be like, no, bro, and like it took a while for him to realize that I was not joking and that that's actually not how that
just
works.
go ask his mom.
We were on like a road trip. We're like stuck in the van and we didn't have phones at that time. So like I was just like, bro, nah, like the butthole doesn't have pee in it.
Raider keeps calling me. I feel like I should answer.
All right.
Raider, you're on live. Raider, what's popping, fool?
What's up, fool?
What's going on?
Hey, how did it go, Lush? Calling now, Josh.
What are you talking
What
about?
about Josh?
For setting up the almighty suspect debate. How'd it go? And you getting shit for it.
That's his idea of like a real question.
This is a real
Like,
question.
look, I'm a podcaster, fool.
No, for real, how'd it go?
Josh,
The group chat?
Josh is not even here right now, brother.
No, but I just want to know, how'd it go? Did I miss it?
There was no Josh call out, brother.
No, you said you were going to do that.
You're lying.
No, when you told me, did you show up the group chat?
I'm not a group chat snitch, Raider.
Yeah, that's bad shit.
So you were capping, Tariq.
How do you even? This guy is lying right now. By the way,
He's making
right,
content.
yeah, good content.
Yeah, go make some fucking sushi.
This is what I get for answering my phone, Dick. Really? All
I love you, brother.
right, I love you more.
Okay. Lacewell said, deuce. Brandon might be the type to report y'all for an OSHA violation. Almighty won't, though. In sus we trust.
Brandon is more likely to call it
For sure, yeah. Sus wouldn't do that more so just because he would have wanted
Is
to
an OSHA
reflect poorly on-
violation worse than getting sued for everything because Almighty didn't freaked out on a guest and killed him?
Not snitching is paramount, but
You can the business can survive an OSHA violation. That ain't surviving that.
what's OSHA again?
That's some shit.
That's the girl we were just talking about, the battle rapper?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. OSHA G.
Yosha. She's a little cute.
Wolf sent $10 and said they love Sus in jail right now after seeing his spitting skills. He's getting his back blown out right now without his knife to protect him. That is not funny. Suspect will come out with his asshole very much intact.
Bro coming out gaped.
How dare you? Master Wizard sent $5, said Brandon liable to get carrots up his ass. Little boy got hit with a loogie and beat feet.
Beat feet. Huh?
Beat feet. Shout out to Breeze West for the $5. Master Wizard said King Pill a fake J. He pulled up the no jumper with Tylenol. Fuck you talking about. I'm a real Percocet baby. Who is cuh? What the fuck?
Hey,
Being a perk baby is
They
crazy.
bragging, on,
guess
they,
what?
they
Guess
bragging
what?
on their drug use.
guess what? We're about to be with King Pill and 400 Bloods shortly, so don't even worry about
Very
it.
soon, very soon. Breeze West said, "Almighty sis in PC to stay away from the BPDP." Side note: I want nothing more than for Lush to hold his own carrot instead of eating everyone else's.
Hold my own carrot. I like that.
You guys got a lot of jokes today. I am not co-signing them just because I'm reading them, although some of them are funny. Theo became a member. Shout out to him. And then Master Wizard said, King Pill never sip no lean. He just pulls up to no jumper with Tylenol. That is true. Okay. And then B-Star22 said, for the lore 22, will you update us on the outcome of the urine case? And are you looking out for Lush in that situation as well? Well, that's actually interesting you said it, because one thing that my lawyer said to me right away is like, listen, it's a huge conflict of interest for us to just represent Lush as well, since like some of the accusations about you were completely separate from what he was saying about me. That being said, fuck, I can't give away any kind of legal strategies, but let's just say that we got some bombshell maneuvers happening in the very near future. His lawsuit has no legs to stand on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't begin to express how not concerned with it I am after the conversations I've had.
And honestly, this like upcoming motion that we're filing will probably reflect well on your situation.
I'm very well aware.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yuri's a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, for the lore, oh yeah, we already said that. And okay. Master Wizard said free Brig baby, not D-Trick baby. That's a fact. Harold Shaw said Suts in jail for stalking. SMH facts. Very funny. Master Wizard said free Almighty. Brandon is bunk. Okay. Free both of them, really. Justin became a member. Mrs. Akiko became a member. King Javi Jobber said the internet streets are saying suspect got charged with illegal use of tear gas. That would be crazy if that was true. I don't think you would have a $380,000 bail for
illegal use of tear gas.
Somebody already texted me and
fucking
said,
the Gaza Strip right now.
yeah, somebody said you get caught with a blick, it's $50K bill. So $380K suggests something more serious than a gun. So I don't know.
Well, it could also be a violation in conjunction with.
Yeah.
There could be.
We're gonna do our homework and figure it out as soon as possible. Big Bucci, JJ said Big Bucci smoking suspect. He dodged the tear gas. Very funny. Okay.
Tear gas, bro.
And then Jay-Z, God damn it, we lost it already.
Let me find out that that's the actual Breeze from the West Side that I know.
God damn, I hate having to fucking scroll up like this. Okay. Jay-Z said, I'm so glad I grew up old school, not knowing Cypress Hill is a sin, peeps. Not knowing Cypress Hill is a sin. Peeps need to listen to Commons. I used to love her. Great show. Shout out Jay-Z.
Met this girl just.
Shout out to Common. That was my old joint.
She has so much soul.
I used to listen to Common during his Kanye era.
Nah,
Not really
Common,
before or after.
Like Water for Chocolate is easily in my top 10.
I used to hear about that a lot.
I'm with Shorty. Resurrection is the hardest Common album by far.
Nah,
Yeah.
like Water for Chocolate is hard.
That's a good album too, though. But that's more when he's like getting in like that's after he got some Erica's pussy. You feel me? He's like he
Woke
more
his
he got a
ass
little. I'm more like fresh out the shy battle raps.
He and Erica and found out he's like there is a God.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, she woke his ass.
Hey, think about this posse cut. You got the DOC, you got fucking Common, you got Andre 3000, you got J Electronica, you got Stickman or M1 from Dead Prez. Oh, let's just say both of them. You got Dead Prez. Erica Badu's put some numbers on the board.
Black Star.
Did she fuck both of them too?
Nope.
I'm just saying, like,
dudes you just named.
They all have been in relationships and or has kids with her.
I remember
Starting
when
with
she
the
used to
DOC.
comment on Famous Dex's Instagram posts, and I was like, she's one of us.
She was on like she's like the newer, like I think NLE Choppa was catching vibes from her too at some point. Like
I don't know of any of those people like actually hanging out with her, but she was just like commenting on like a bunch of people I was cool with Instagrams, and it was
Bro, she was such
no. Remember when she did the fucking Tom and Jerry thing to academics?
oh yeah,
She acted like, okay, the whole episode of Everyday Struggle, she kept saying, you look like somebody, but I can't put my finger on. She kept saying that to academics. And then at the end of the episode, she said, oh, right, Tom and Jerry or whatever, right? Like,
He looks like Jerry, the little mouse.
but it was really, really funny. But the way I'm saying it now doesn't sound nearly as funny.
But no, shouts to Erica for inspiring some amazing lyricism throughout several generations of hip hop culture.
She just seems like she has a really good energy, but there's also a red flag because she ain't married to nobody. So she probably got some good habits and some bad ones, but she's just absolutely beautiful and she makes great music. We should talk about stuff like that more, that type of music more.
But I'm just saying,
Well, if she has a controversy or something in the news, maybe.
I'm just saying, the DOC, Andre, Common.
You think DOC was whispering in her ear?
That body is
RFK vibes.
I think he was not. I think he knocked it out
DOC
pretty
was
accidentally.
RFK.
He was.
Yeah, before.
And by the way, the game putting DOC on your list when he's from Dallas is fucking. We don't even need to talk about the
Game put Tupac number 1 on his list, and he put Lefty Gunplay at number 99. That's when I was like, nah, Game didn't make this list.
Wasn't Rob Vicious on there?
Right?
Yeah, like he had all kinds of crazy shit going on.
There's
like,
a lot of weird shit on there. Like Game just be feeling vibes. He's just saying shit, I think. Marcellus Bishop and Travis Sr. became members. Shout out to them. Ben Davis Dunn said, Adam, get your prompt game up for ChatGPT. Here's a tip from a longtime No Jumper supporter. Have ChatGPT assume a role and then ask your question. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about at all.
I got you, Ben Davis. Don't trip.
Yeah, I don't know what that means at all. I would love to know, but have him assume a role. I don't know what that means. I want to know though. And then Jason Avocado says, shout out to Polyworld, Geodude, and Licky Tongue. Remo the Reaper from BPS and GD. RIP Devil Donut. He was easily the most solid homie to Zaire Gunner era.
Let's go, Jason Avocados.
A lot of good references right there.
You know, the fact that he remembered what Pokemons we were is insane.
I forgot about you being licky tongue, but for sure you are kind of like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're always kind of licking your lips and you're a glazer. But anyway, Sticks and Stones LA said, shout out to the bro Brandon. Jugs Season said, bring up Nakmeezy. I don't even know who that is.
There's some guy that I used to debate with all the time on the internet.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good dude though. Living out in Rotterdam.
Okay. Ishroy Charles said, damn, Adam forgot to shout out my membership last time, but it's all glove.
Ooh,
much
he
love.
From the 40s.
I glove you. Yeah. Naima Strickland became a member. Shout out to him. Neemkey said, what's the chance we get a Keek the Sneak interview? He dropped a trio of dope albums this year, and I know Lush would speak language. You know what I mean? Let's set that up. That'd be fucking hard. Yeah.
No,
I was trying to set that up for years.
And also, I am making a Bay excursion sometime this summer.
I would also like to do that. So, keep me in mind because I'm trying to at least do a weekend up there.
Can we get that Kyrie Doty guy from Arizona? He's good. He's a good artist. He had 1 million views on his Twitter. It's the one who's seen that goddamn.
Yeah.
Bro's good. Y'all be bringing everybody.
I got a peep.
Bro got a little track. Like his tracks are really good.
Oh, wow. Breeze West said, will Lush ever hold his own carrot instead of everyone else's?
I'm going to just let you know, hey, Breeze West, if you actually the homie from the West Side, Breezy, saying that, say it to me, player. If not, hell yeah.
I feel like you calling yourself the white brick baby is the closest you've come to self-glazing.
What do you mean?
Also, your wrestling rant from earlier was kind of...
Have y'all not been paying attention? Like, nobody's feeling that. No one feels themselves more than me. Like, I'm the best at all this shit, bro. Like, we know, like...
You're kind of saying it like you mean it. I like it.
Y'all not been paying attention?
Oh, yeah. I got to get through these real quick.
Me pop it. He see me pop it.
King Javi Driver said, Lush Flacco asked you for a fade over his father's last name, and the whole time the person actually was his father's son. You knew it, too.
I don't even know what the fuck that means,
I don't
player.
know what that means either,
respectfully,
I don't have enough time to think about that right now. Carlos Pereira, welcome to No Jumper members only. Rico A said, no more for extra. That loud-ish played out. Please interview ODM and this floppo shit. W Hefe, W Blackie Shan, W Josh, W Sharp 1. I don't know about that last part, but
my boy's all over the place. Let's be real.
Yeah, shout out to you. Way over here said, can you try Flock 2 Ball on the news or as a host?
I fucking love that kid. He's the funniest fool on the internet. Like,
that fool's funny.
He's a dude that imitates all of us. He put white face on. Did you? He did me. Pause.
The guy who did the thing I sent you.
Suspect. He did Tommy guns. That fool is fucking hilarious.
I feel like I've scrolled past it a couple times and didn't watch it.
No, he's great.
Somebody DM me some of that. I got to peep.
I DM'd you.
He did you. He did Munchie. He did Whack 100. He did you and Suspect.
That was hilarious.
Fucking incredible.
That was incredible.
I gotta pee.
No,
we did Watch on Me Quan too.
Man, you should have played it on here.
That shit was fucking.
It's like
you know, he remind me of he like the new version of whatever happened to Xavier TV. He like Xavier to me. But if this dude's as funny in person as he is on here, he's the absolute best.
Let's check one out.
No, this guy is the best. No, the Warren Cali one is so funny. Bro.
To another episode of Warren Cali. Today we'll be talking about the Vatos Locos 27 versus the Hoovers. Let's get into some cases. Lil Edward was from Vatos Locos 27. One day he was with his big homie Lil Rob, and Lil Rob suggested that they go to Hoover territory to try to spot an enemy and put in some work. So as they approached Hoover territory, they quickly spotted somebody. Lil Edward started immediately opening fire. He missed every shot. This fool had no aim. Once police arrived at the scene, they took down all the fingerprints and shell casings.
Yeah, because not that many people know what you're referencing here, but I totally get it.
Fucking funny, bro.
It's so funny.
Okay, where's
the suspect versus Brandon? He has a few suspect.
I think it's at the top.
Let's do this one.
It's at the top in the middle.
The good old big old deal. It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about nothing but what the check say. Sorry about my fan. It's real loud right now. Trying to get wifey to work it out. Today,
that fan
we gonna talk about the neighborhoods versus the trades and how that whole thing got started. Oh, the way that whole shit got started, man. It was some bullshit, and we all Crips at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? What's the good old big old
we all Crips at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That
you gotta watch
that
the
is the kind of thing.
That's like a classic. That's a classic. This is funny. Watch it.
Almighty, if you aren't this overhypular, beta male, hypervascular,
you love using these gay-ass white man words. You always talk about white man, but you love using that big-ass gay-ass words. Male, beta, sexual. Stop using those gay-ass words.
Gay-ass Why are you not acting like there's not a video of you out there getting whooped out in the corner in fetal position?
What? Who?
Hey, you
sound just like a
slap me. Now you're lying. You're a liar. Look. If you take that hat off, I'll take
not the shorts.
He had to show his shorts, so he stood up.
You got shorts off. In the Los Angeles Valley, getting whooped out by people that we thought were our friends.
Gaylord, that voice ain't
That really sounds like
Gaylord. Yo, you got it down.
Yeah. He sounds just like this.
Look at the hashtags. Look at the hashtags.
This kid could be like really doing this with like a bigger, podcast. I'm honored.
Hashtag Almighty. Hashtag balding. Hashtag Brandon.
Yo, this kid
he sent that to me.
Gaylord.
He sent that to me. I said, bro, sound dead like Almighty.
Oh, we got to do that. Yo, look, he be parodied every day. He's doing Shy Belligerent. He's doing Rockstar. He's doing everybody.
No, he's the best. This kid is the best thing on the internet right now.
Wow, I had no idea.
He's tapped in.
Pyro, blood, I'm a dog your motherfucking ass out for talking crazy on this motherfucking microphone. On Pyro, we got your work. So stop fucking talking about whack and 100 Entertainment. We got your motherfucking work. Listen, this Uncle Whack. This not Pyro Whack. This Uncle Whack. We got your work, little homie. Don't raise your voice at me. Okay, that's cool. But don't play me like I'm some motherfucking bitch, nigga. Because at the end of the day, it's still Pyro. Now, who is this loose cannon dude that I hear everybody talking about? I built Loose Cannon from the ground up. Loose Cannon, he had a little name in LA, but I kind of gave him the connection.
He got to get his whack voice together better.
To where he is today.
That's still pretty funny though. All right. Oh no.
What's the big old deal? It's morals over money, people. On a rich at heart. But I need everybody to tap in and tap out. Become a member. I got Ishmael that you can't see on here.
One person from neighborhood or any of Inglewood family that got down with Munchie B. Big Munchie B. One person. You can't do it.
All right, stop. Snoopy Buster ass. I don't know why you keep on speaking on Munchie B. This is my last time addressing you. You can't speak on me till you get right with Tania on IFG. Because I already fucked with Tania. She had some bracken ass head on IFG.
He always does say how good Tania's head
and the pauses. He's got the pacing Munchie B's conversation.
It's Snoopy Badass has 3 kids with this chick Tania, who allegedly is a top goddess. Allegedly gets some very, very good top. She's currently living in a shelter in New York City, I believe. And anyway, Munchie did get some top from her. And he's pretty proud of it because he hates Snoopy so much that he brings it up.
Isn't Snoopy Badass a rapper?
Yeah. And a commentator.
Look, I swear I don't be knowing.
Okay.
I ain't disrespecting nobody.
Yeah, shout out to that fool, though. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, bro's talented.
But, okay, why no more Brick phone calls? I miss the dog, Free Brick. We got to get him on a little bit more of a schedule calling in. That was a good point.
Free Brick.
Or you could always just go watch Loose Cannon content. We lost Dodson for Fat Cuz SMH. Let Lush do a meth stream and hire me. Word.
I think I'm down, fool.
A meth stream. I can't tell you to do meth on stream, but if you do, then I guess I could just pretend I don't know.
If I do 2 Adderalls, is essentially like if I do like yeah, it's a meth stream.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do like a 48-hour stream, I definitely probably should do Adderall. But like I'm afraid of like the crash from the Adderall. Like I feel like I'm just gonna curl up in a ball for like 12 hours.
No, you got to keep taking it.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
You crash from Adderall? That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Blanche from the Bay said, "Do I fight Flacco or Lush in my host spot?" I cannot tell you that at this time. Commander Brandon said, "Almighty Sus has charges of stalking and unlawful possession of bear mace." Brandon definitely ratted. He's taking down Gunner next. I feel like I feel like you're just making up the unlawful possession of bear mace. Because why would that give you a fucking $400K bond?
You can have bear mace. It's not illegal.
Yeah. Okay.
What was it recently that had
pepper spray hurts more than bear mace?
Oh, the bear mace was fucking how Yuri killed his cat allegedly. It's for bear mace.
Nothing wrong with some bear mace.
I'm sliding for Lefty.
Yeah, I'm sliding for everybody. I was about to get out of pocket for a second. Okay, Blanche from the Bay said, "Tap in for a cameraman when you get to the Bay, and Lush, I'll book our tea time."
Let's go. Yeah.
Wait, you're gonna bring your golf clubs?
Yeah, I'm about to run this fool's golf fade, and he's about to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like a good use of our time while we're out there. C5 said, "Hey, Brandon's mom dressed in pants this time so we don't get bullied about the booty shorts again. LMFAO." And then Curtis Payne became a member. Shout out to Curtis Payne. We massively appreciate that. All right, I got a dip. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned into this. Feel like it was a pretty good show.
See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to Aunt Hefe. Shout out to the mayor who couldn't exactly make it. Shout out to Brandon. And yeah, let us turn up more.
And box this Gleek.
If you enjoyed this episode in any way, shape, or form, or really even if you didn't like it, please smash the like button. We'd love to get to 1,000 likes, maybe even 1,100 likes,
maybe 10,000.
Maybe. Now you're thinking big. All right, appreciate everybody watching.